out who is really the worst team in the NBA. Y'all, this is going to be a fun episode. This is going to be a fun segment because we got to get down to the bottom of it. Is it the Wizards, the Nets, the Hornets? Now, we're not talking about who's the worst franchise. We are merely talking about who's the worst team in the NBA today. And we're going to dialogue. We're going to discuss. And obviously, I got a group of good guys. I got Chill. I got Mars. I got Casual. I got Damo. These are the good guys. And then we got some nasty guys that just entered the room. And there should be one more on the way as well. Maybe two more on the way. However,
nasty in what way?
How
Focus.
questions are you asking me?
Focus.
Dog? God damn.
What's up, Mars?
But y'all,
Assalamualaikum, bro.
the fun thing about this whole thing is we're gonna do a bracket.
Yes, sir.
There goes the second nasty guy right there.
Big Nasty.
One more
What's
on
up,
the
Big
way
Nasty?
too.
Yeah, what's the word? Big Nasty is crazy though. But what's the word? Mars, what's the word? Damo, what's the word?
Yo.
Zach
Drenching in the
Levine,
house.
what's the deal?
Ron, I want to make sure that I'm following you here.
Piper,
Because
Chill-town.
with your introduction. What up, Drenchy? What up, brother? Ron, I want to make sure I'm following you. We just talking about, we ain't talking about all-time worst franchise. We just talking about this season, straight trash. Garbage.
Yeah, because Chill, we always show love to the best teams in the league.
Sure we
we
do.
always talk about, this team's elite, this team's this team can actually win a championship this year. But what we're gonna do is I took the 8 worst teams in the NBA,
Trash.
I believe, based on record. And what we're gonna do is a gutter bowl. The loser advances. The loser of a 7-game series advances, and we are going to get down to the bottom of who really is the worst team in the NBA.
Garbage.
Y'all ready for this?
Straight trash. I'm loving that. Who?
Casual, you muted.
Damn, Casual, you
Casual,
spitting.
you're muted.
Casual, you're muted.
He's spitting.
Who is garbage?
Damn, what you going on?
We can't
I personally, we gonna see what it is, but
My
I
mic
think it's-
muted on like 3 different apps. Sorry. I keep getting that comment for like the last like 4 years that I look like Aiden Ross. Just stop, bro. Please.
Kinda. I mean,
No,
kinda.
what? All right, dude.
On a good
I mean,
day, you know, Aiden
honestly,
Ross
Jordan,
doing his little snapback.
if we had to make a list of people he looked like, because you're such an in between brother that we could get you playing. We could get you playing a Puerto Rican one day. We could get you playing a white man one day.
I go down to the 305. I get Puerto Rican. I get all that kind of stuff all the time. So
Yeah,
you do kind of resemble a lot of people though, for sure.
Yeah.
You can do Adam
growing up, I
Sandler
used to
one
get
day.
Clay Thompson all
Zach
the time.
Levine,
bro.
Klay Thompson, Aiden Ross, like them. That's 4 people right there.
yep.
Yeah.
But you
What
know,
up,
somebody sounds
Damo?
like Cash Nasty, so it's the same shit.
What's good, man?
Man, shout out to my dog, man. My man living good, bro. Shout out to you, man.
Swiper,
Shout out
can you
to
leave
Chill,
me
man.
alone or X? I'm just saying.
Nah, bro. I'm next time. I'm telling you, as soon as the cop asks, I'm going right there.
What?
It was Drench.
Hey, they mad at me right now, X. So I don't.
Yeah, I
They
seen
should be.
that.
They should
I
be.
just stayed out of that.
Yeah, they should be. I didn't even
Yeah,
interact
man.
with it. I
Yeah,
didn't even
what was
interact
They
with it.
should be. I didn't
this something we could talk about?
Yeah, matter of fact, you
Yeah,
should
I mean, I
for-
did.
For
You
X
probably
marks
shouldn't.
the
You
spot,
probably
you should
shouldn't,
pull that
but I
post
mean,
up so
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
can explain himself.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Mars, what you said?
Please send it.
I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying like all I did was quote Charles Barkley. Everybody else made an inference, and now they mad at me. That's it.
I mean,
Oh, the
it doesn't take
young
a genius
boys?
to figure out. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what notification was.
Mm.
But I
Okay,
mean,
so
hey,
if it don't take a
hey,
genius
send that
figure
to
it
me.
out, then
I have
sending it
nothing
to
to
you
say.
now.
I have nothing to say, man. You get fried on Twitter. I've been there. That's all I can say. I've been there. Like,
Everybody,
it
every
happens.
time. By the way, every time
It
Jordan
happens.
get fried. See, I get fried on Twitter when he's trolling. But thankfully, he don't troll me no more because he's learned that I will send tweets out for him, so it's not as funny anymore. But I'm saying that with Jordan,
Yes, it is.
Jordan,
Yes, it
Jordan,
is.
not he doesn't do it anymore. Jordan gets fried, legitimately fried for things he should be fried for, and yesterday was one of them.
first of
Yesterday
all,
was
I
one
don't
of them.
legitimately get fried.
You
That's
get cooked all
number
the
one.
time. Cooked,
I don't get cooked.
plain boiled, grilled,
boy,
charcoal.
I just let them get their rocks off, and then I question why they said what they said. I just don't want to know why people are mad at me for them making an inference. I didn't say it. They basically said it, and they mad at me. You see how that go? If I post a picture of 1,000 people and I say something that Charles Barkley said, and you come to the conclusion that that's the person that I'm talking about, how are you mad at me? You came to that conclusion. I didn't say this person, that person.
Hey, Dama, what did they say at the? What did they say in the court? If it doesn't fit, they must have quit.
Exactly.
All right.
If Swiper, it's 1,000 people in that photo. How do the consensus know exactly who I'm talking about?
Because we know who Charles
Allegedly.
Barkley is, and it's the NBA Twitter community. That's why.
Okay, so why are you mad at me?
Because you made the inference. You talking about Charles Barkley?
You the one who pointed things out that didn't need to be pointed out.
I didn't even point nothing out. I just gave a general statement.
Jordan, here's what we gonna do. When we get to X marks the spot, that's going to be the first. Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that. That's
crazy.
We gonna get a couple out the way. That's gonna be the third or fourth tweet we get to, and we're gonna me in the chat, maybe Bob if he's up here. We might do a mini panel ox court and see if you're guilty or not.
All right, cool.
We're going to see if you are guilty for what you did, or if it wasn't even all of that. However, fellas, the worst team in the NBA right now, 2026, January 2nd. Who do you guys have before we get to the bracket?
I think Indiana's the worst team in the league. They're at the bottom of the league in everything that's important, with the exception of guarding at the long ball line. I think they're at the top of the league in guard, which is kind of ironic considering they're at the top of the league in guarding at the long ball line and giving up threes. But everything else, Ron, they are absolutely, without a doubt, the worst. They're the second last team in the league in field goals. They're at the bottom of the league in field goal percentage. They're at the bottom of the league in 3-point percentage. They're at the bottom of the league in 2-point percentage, which means that they can't make layups or jump shots. They're the worst in the league at that. They're at the bottom of the league in assists, which means they don't pass. Is that a personnel thing? Yes, because their point guard is not available. And turns out Nembhard isn't as good as we thought that he would be, unfortunately. They're at the bottom of the league in fouls, which means that they don't play defense. All they're doing is fouling. And they're at the bottom of the league in points. Then on top of that, they're at the bottom of the league in defensive rebounding, which means they give up the most second chance points in the league. Indiana is the worst team in the NBA. And I got roasted when I said that they were going to be bad, considering losing both Halliburton and losing Miles Turner. Yo, we got Nembhard. We got Benedict Mathurin. We still have our wings. We're still going to be competitive. No, you're not. That team was built around Halliburton's skill set. That's why they play as fast as they play. That's why they play as organized as they play in that chaos that they have with Rick Carlisle. It only worked because of Halliburton. With Halliburton not being there, don't get me wrong, they did have to experience some injuries, and that I think that helped. I mean, I think that hurt them. But ultimately, this is a bad team. It's a bad brand of basketball, and it's all predicated on the fact that Halliburton isn't there.
I chill. I will 100% agree with you, and it's like I call it junk ball. That's my new thing right now, and I don't want nobody to steal it. Swipe up. So don't you steal nothing from me no more.
You might have to trade.
Why would I use a phrase that bad?
Yeah, junk ball. Yeah.
So you making up terms to describe things that people you just making up terms.
Facts. That's what I do. That's how you become a genius.
Give us a definition of junk ball.
What the Indiana Pacers do on offense.
Okay, that's an example. What exactly is junk ball in your estimation?
So I can tell you that there's already a definition for it.
Okay, so junk ball is pretty much I'm just playing the worst possible basketball that you can think of in your life, pretty much. Like just running up and down the court, just shooting jump shots, shooting threes. Like I will give you another example. The New York Knicks played junk ball against the Spurs in like the first quarter, like the end of the first quarter. Cat just coming down, just shooting threes and shit, junk ball. No strategy to it other than the undertone to it is the analytics said shoot it, junk ball. That's what we're doing. We just playing junk ball. So swipe it. Don't steal it.
Well, by the way, there's already something. There's already a name for this. By the way, Jordan, the name is
what is it called?
Negative B-ball IQ, low efficiency intelligence. It's what it's called. There's a term.
I like that. I actually like that.
There's a term for that already, Jordan.
One more time, Swiper. Wait. One more time, Swiper, for the people.
Negative IQ, low efficiency intelligence basketball is what it's called. It's a network called NITLQ.com. Look it up, Jordan.
Or in other words, Jordan, again, one more time, Jordan. What is it called?
Junk ball. Just
there you go. That's the end of it.
It's that simple. It. Junk ball. That's what the Indiana Pacers play. A bunch of junk ball. That's it.
Swiper, what's the acronym again?
NITLQ.
God damn.
Leave it alone, Jordan. Leave it alone.
What is it called
That's
again?
what it is.
What is it again? Swiper. So
Negative IQ, low efficiency,
IQ,
intelligent basketball.
What? You gotta have some
I
goddamn
don't know what a
IQ
Q
to
came
say that
from, but
shit.
sure. Yeah, I guess.
Negative IQ, low intelligent basketball.
Low efficiency, intelligent. So you got to break it down correctly. Negative IQ, low efficiency, intelligent basketball.
Negative IQ, low.
He's called the other acronym score is called NASQUAC. So whenever you want to talk about junk ball, just say NASQUAC.
No, I just go with
Low
junk ball.
efficiency,
I'm gonna just go with junk ball.
intelligent
Junk ball a lot easier. That's it. I gotta have Ron, you know what? I gotta have my own segment on the show. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up 10 clips and call it the junk ball segment. We're gonna be able to see this junk ball. I'm gonna be able to get my diagram. I'm gonna get my pen out like this.
This is much better than junk ball. Think about negative IQ, low efficiency, intelligence basketball. Think about that.
Damn, he just hijacked your phrase like that.
Intelligent
Renamed it.
No, you gotta say the whole thing, Jordan.
Negative.
It don't even make sense, to be honest.
Intelligent, low efficiency, intelligent. Okay,
that don't even make sense.
But if my efficiency is low, wouldn't my intelligence be low too, or no?
You don't have to be.
It wouldn't be.
You can be intelligent and have a low efficiency.
Yeah, right. The idea.
So low efficiency is this guy. He's very intelligent. His efficiency on the panel extremely low.
Which one?
He shoots a lot of bricks. I'm pointing to Jordan. He shoots a lot of bricks, but he gets them up.
Swiper. I haven't dropped the video yet because everybody's still crying. But I already exposed your ass already. I exposed your ass. All you gotta do is ask Big Ox.
That clip was bad, by the way. You got ratio like you should.
No, I exposed your ass. Your ass be
He put up one clip. Chill. He refuted my point with one basketball clip. Didn't show up any other clip the rest of the game.
First of all.
Hey, Jordan, I'm gonna expose you. I don't gotta get a clip.
45 minutes long.
Hey, look, bro. All I gotta do if I ever want to expose Jordan, he don't understand. I could blackmail him to death. All I gotta do is open up his phone. All I gotta do is open up his text message and say, Jordan, I want $1,000 right now.
What?
I want $1,000 right now. I will blackmail you right now.
Just be lying, bro. But Ron, every time Swiper give a description on what Jokic did, especially on defense, make sure you stop the show and add a disclaimer.
One clip.
This man be lying.
Jordan with the one clip. By the way, he rightfully got fried too.
Every single defensive clip.
He rightfully got fried too, Ron, because this dude tried to pull up on Jokic's 56, 16, and 15 game and pull up the only bad clip that he had.
Was there any junk basketball during that game?
Yeah.
On defense for Jokic, yes. But first of all, Swiper is capping. Ox was there the whole time. We sat and went through.
Where was he?
It was like 29 videos.
Jordan and Swiper. Before we get into this, I gotta bring it back because I want to hear from Casual who is really the worst team in the NBA.
I mean, the easy pick is the Pacers, right? And I think that's what everyone's going to say because they have by far the worst record in the NBA. They haven't even won 20% of their games. Yeah, they're on a 10-game losing streak, and they're at the bottom of all these metrics.
Garbage.
Like points and everything like that. But I can also give an excuse like they don't have Halliburton. They're kind of coming off an NBA Finals. They might have ran out of gas off that long run. They also lost, they had some injuries at the beginning of the season too. Not all their players qualify for metrics because of it. So I would say the worst team to me is Sacramento. I know Ox isn't going to like that, but when you look at Sacramento, they're the only team in the league that's bottom 3 in both offensive and defensive rating. They're 0.5 away from having the worst net rating. They're 0.1 away from having the worst point differential. I mean, Zach LaVine has missed some games, but on any given night, Russell Westbrook's their best player on the floor in the big 2-6. I'm sorry that there he is. Let's talk about it, Ox. Let's talk.
Can we use that same logic?
Talk about what?
Let's talk about. We're talking about the title is who's really the worst team in the NBA.
You just said Halliburton's not there, but do you know Domantas Sabonis?
I was just about to ask
Sabonis play.
That's what I was just about to ask, Ox. Yes.
See, that's how trash they don't. That's how trash they kind of think Sabonis is, Ox.
Well, they still have Malik Monk. They still have DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. I mean, he hasn't played since mid-December. But then they have Russell Westbrook, Keegan Murray. I mean, Sacramento bottom 3 in both offensive and defensive rating.
Yeah, that's terrible, but you don't got to talk to me about that. I don't give a shit about the Kings. I'm going to talk about something else. Say his name.
No, we won't. No,
I ain't even talking to you, Chill.
Well, I'm talking to you.
You zip it. No, Chill, you zip it.
Let me say why I'm talking to you.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard.
Say his name.
So yesterday during the parlay,
yell it.
Did
Say
he
it
hit, Ron?
to the heavens.
I just want to make
Say
sure.
his name.
Did he
Yo,
hit?
chat. Say his name.
Did he hit yesterday? When we were
Hey,
doing
shit.
the
And
parlay,
chill.
did
And
he
you're
hit?
sick about it. And you're
No, I'm
sick
not.
about
That
it.
boy,
We trying to
hey,
get
chill, that boy
paid.
went way more.
Yes, sir.
And that might be his new name, way more.
Yes,
Better
sir.
than way less.
Y'all do not fall. What up, Mars?
Damn,
First
Ox.
of all, what's
By the
good?
way.
What's good? And also, Swiper Drench cooked that whole thing. I was there the whole time.
Thank you.
Second
Thank you.
of all,
Look who.
hold
the
on,
two-
Swiper. I don't care about none of that. You need to say his name too.
I like
Hey,
Kawhi.
chat. Do not fall for what Chill is trying to do to you. He's trying to put a cloth over your eyes. He is not supporting Kawhi Leonard. He's taking the overs because he wants him to go under so they can blame him.
No, I
for us
don't.
losing
I
money.
want to win.
His name.
I'm taking
All right,
over.
Ox.
That's all.
Ox and
I'm
chill.
not going to
Ox and
derail.
chill.
I'm not going to derail. Ron, go ahead.
No. Don't worry. We will get to Kawhi Leonard. Hey,
The
Mars,
Clippers have won.
we
my
got a lot of
Clippers have
catching
won
up to
6
do.
in a
Hey,
row,
Mars,
by the way.
I gotta see what's going on in that beautiful twisted mind of yours about a couple things. Kawhi Leonard being one of them. But as of right now, Mars,
Serious,
I gotta
man.
ask you: are the Kings the worst franchise in the NBA?
What'd he say?
Well, I think if the question is like, which team would you not want to be in the NBA? I think the answer would be the Kings, because like at least the Pacers have Halliburton coming back to look forward to. The Wizards have a young core to look forward to. Same thing with the Pelicans. What other teams are there? Like the Hornets and stuff. They got Brandon Miller, who looks like he's breaking out, Conker nipple, etc. The Kings are the only team where it's like they're trash, but they don't mean to be trash. Like they're accidentally trash. So that's why you wouldn't want to be the Kings, because they don't really have anything redeeming. They're not a young team. They don't have they have Reynaud looks decent. So shout out to him. Neek is cool, but he's an older rookie. He's 24, I want to say 23. So they just don't have anything like redeeming. But if you just ask me who the worst team in the NBA is, this is the third straight year where apparently this panel just seems to be in denial about the fact that the Wizards are the worst team in the NBA. They've been the worst team for 3 years, and yet every time I say it, apparently
It
there's a
wasn't
team
the
worse
worst.
than
It
them.
wasn't worse than Detroit, Mars.
Yes, they
not.
were. Then the
was
year in
not.
which Detroit managed to lose 30 straight games,
It
the
wasn't
Wizards
worse
won
than-
one more game than the Pistons. But they just managed to go under the radar the whole time, just being trash. Meanwhile, the Pistons actually had a coach sabotaging the team. They were playing players simply to sabotage the roster, whereas the Wizards just suck. Last year,
Bro,
the
30
Wizards
straight
sucked,
games
but apparently
is
they weren't the
ridiculous.
worst team in the league
28
again. This year, the Wizards are the worst team in the league again. Like the Wizards have been the worst team in the league for 3 straight years now. This is the third year where they've been the worst team in the league. They can't guard anyone. They can't score with consistency. To me, I don't even think the Pacers are close by like proximity, but like the worst 2 teams in the league to me are the Wizards and the Kings.
The
Like,
Wizards,
and I'm very
the
comfortable
Wizards
saying
give up almost 125 points a game.
Damn.
How
the
is that
Wizards
even
don't guard anyone and
crazy.
don't score. At least the
The
Pacers
Kings better than
defense
the
is
Pacers
like
to me.
the Pacers defense is like good bad.
Yeah.
Like of all the bad teams, their defense is the best. The Wizards are bad at everything. They don't score. They don't guard you. Like they don't do anything. At least the Pacers have the best defense of these teams by far.
Yeah.
Whether that's statistically, eye test wise, at least they have something. The Wizards, they don't do any. The only bright spot for the Wizards are their young talent, which is why I would rather them be them than the Kings. Like Alex Sarr's having a breakout season. Shout out to him. He's been great. I don't know if you guys watched
For
that
real.
Bucks game.
They
Really
don't even
good.
run
Like,
anything from him, Mars.
For
They
real.
don't run anything.
Yeah,
from him.
he's pretty much just.
Alex Sarr been good to me this whole season. I'm telling you, like, I've been
He's
watching.
been amazing this season. Like seeing the growth
Alex
from year
Sarr
1
good
to
as
year
hell,
2.
bro.
Yeah.
He's been amazing. Keyshawn George is a young player who has like major upside with his size and playmaking ability and whatnot, and his ability to guard more positions. There's some people who still believe in Bilal Coulibaly for whatever reason, but you know, athletic and tools and all that great stuff.
Sure.
Like they have reason to be optimistic, but they just suck. Like that's it. They suck, and they know they suck, and they're trying to suck. And hopefully they can get like a Darren Peterson.
What do they
in the
mean they
draft.
trying to suck? They've been sucking for the last probably three out
Hey,
of the
but
last.
hold on, no, Jordan.
Yeah,
It's
but
kinda working
unfortunately,
for him, though.
due to draft lottery circumstance, when you're trash, but you don't see a number 1 pick,
Mm.
Then
you
tank
end
it
up
don't
staying
work
trash.
then.
Like that's
But
it.
not
Like,
nice.
the
It's been
lottery
working for him, though.
will do it.
Trey Johnson. looking
Trey
good.
Johnson, I don't know how I didn't bring him up. He's really impressive.
Alex Sarr. Hey, if I say Bilal,
You're trash.
I'm not saying that he's going to be one of their 1, 2, or 3 best players. But if Bilal is your 6th man, 7th man, or if he just is that wing defender moving forward, that's good for them. Like,
So what do the Wizards need then for them to be like good?
They need a
face of the
guard.
franchise.
Top four pick.
They need a face
majorly-
of the franchise.
They need a
don't have
guard. They need like a Darren Peterson, AJ.
They need a LeBron
Well,
Wimby.
wait a minute.
Like they need
Wait,
that.
They don't
Yeah,
play
I think George-
defense still though.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's a long way away. But you're
Mars, you
projecting
literally-
Bub
it
too.
far.
Don't forget about Bub as well. Bub, all right in that
Mars,
mix.
you brought up an interesting
I'm
point.
so
because,
good on Bub.
because for me, it was between Indiana and Washington. But if you look at the group, Mars, you just brought up a really good point. They have young talent. Okay, so if I got young talent, it's very much like being in the kitchen. I got all the ingredients. I got the wrong chef in the kitchen. He's screwing up all the food. They don't have any direction. They don't have any idea what they're doing offensively.
Well, their
They don't have
direction
any-
is stuck. That's their
they don't-
direction.
Well, what I'm saying is that they don't have anybody at the helm to point them in the right direction. When Bickerstaff got that job with Detroit, the first thing he did when he came in there was he had to change the culture. He had to
defensive
change
mentality.
the mind state, because what this team is a team that just came off of losing, to your point, Mars, 28 straight games. So the mentality there is losing. Okay, so
Right.
I got to get them out of that. Right?
Right.
So if we're in Washington, the mentality in Washington is losing. And not only is the mentality losing, these young guys don't know how to play at the pro level. Who is teaching them?
Right.
That's why they brought vets like TJ
gotta-
and Chris. That's why they brought.
You gotta let you can't just be in here cooking with limes and avocado and stuff that ain't ripe. You gotta let your food get ripe, and you might have to age your steaks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them. You gotta let your wine breathe. You
Don't
know
just
what I'm
take
saying?
it out the package and throw it in the pot.
Yeah, you got when you take the steak even out the refrigerator, even if it's thawed out, you gotta leave it out and let it get to room temperature before you cook it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it cooks evenly. So while you might have a
fight you.
While you might have there's a different situation. So on the panel, as opposed to the Wizards, see, we got all the ingredients up here. We just got a garbage ass chef up there next to you.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Garbage.
But in the win for the Wizards, they might have a good chef, Chill, but when you try to make guacamole, you got to make sure your avocados are ripe first.
Man, but at the same time, I don't understand how like a coach can't get a young team like that full of young guards and young energy to just buy in on defense. Like y'all motherfuckers y'all clearly not that good of scorers. I need y'all to lock in and become dogs on defense, bro. Like I don't get how the leader of that don't do it. And then the Wizards they traded Denny Avia too.
And
Like,
Rui.
huh? And
Well,
they
Rui
traded
is
away
fine,
all
but
of
yeah,
their
Rui-
guys.
Rui-
trading Denny
remember,
for
they got
Malcolm
Rui.
Brogdon.
They traded
handed
Rui
him
on his
over,
rookie-
Moss,
But
for a
they traded
bucket
all the
of
Yeah,
guys
for
that they
2
picked.
second-round picks, and he was still in his rookie
Malcolm
contract.
Brogdon is
And I
now
think
since
Denny was
retired,
also
so-
another bad trade they made.
Huh?
So
Just
I'm with
handed
you.
him over.
Yeah.
Like, here, you
Yeah,
can
I'm
have
with
him.
you.
Yeah, I don't agree. Like, but that's now we're going back to like the Wizards
And
franchise.
KCP,
Was meant
they
to be
got-
this
they
year, but,
got-
like
they
the
were
Wizards,
KCP.
they're in the development phase. Like every team's in a different phase of their rebuild. You got teams that are contending, teams that are trying to get into contention, teams that are trying to make the playoffs, and then you got teams that are trying to bottom out and acquire talent. The Wizards are in that group. They're trying to bottom out and acquire talent. They're not trying to be a good team, but they're also trying to develop young guys while trying to teach them the right way to play. So to Jordan's point about why aren't they buying in on defense, my opinion is they just don't have that many gifted defenders. The ones who they do have are bought in on defense. Alex Sarr is playing defense this year.
Yeah,
Even
no,
Bilal,
Alex
but
Sarr-
Bilal sucks on offense. But Bilal
Yeah.
competes on defense.
He
Keyshawn
does.
George competes on defense. Even Chris Middleton, old man Chris Middleton, he's definitely out there giving what he can on defense. Like he's not just taking plays off because he's old and he's on a bad team. He's trying to lead by example out there. Also want to shout out to Marvin Bagley having a really good year this year.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
If a team wants to like maybe invest in Marvin Bagley, I think he could be a good backup there.
He was the Grizzlies' best player in the playoffs last year. So
He had that one game where he made that half court shot, right? But like,
yeah,
there's reason to be optimistic. But when you're playing guys like Bob Carrington, who is one of the worst defenders in the league, a lot of minutes. When you're playing CJ McCollum, who's one of the worst defenders in the league, a lot of minutes. Shout out to his game winner the other night. Not taking credit away from him, but defensively he sucks. Trey Johnson is not a good defender right now. Like a lot of these guys, they have to fill out their frame. They have to mature. They have to become more intelligent, and they're trying to learn through playing. So you're going to lose a lot, but they're choosing to go the route of, instead of learning from the sidelines and watching, learn through reps and playing and understanding what mistakes you're making. But everything I've heard, because I've listened to CJ talk a little bit about the Wizards, he says that their culture over there, he says is good. He says they're focused on development. He said that they're trying to do things the right way. So I can only take his word. I'm not there.
Till he leave and say, man, I'm
yeah,
so
but that's
glad
what I'm
to
saying.
get
Like,
out
it's
of there.
easy to say that when you're on the roster. Like,
Yeah.
anyone, no one's gonna be like, it's very rare that a player's gonna be like, hey, actually, there's nothing's going on over here. But like, he seems to be optimistic about the situation, acknowledging like the talent on the roster and whatnot, and how they're trying to nurture it. I just think right now they suck. But I think Wizards fans knew they were going to suck this year. It's not like a surprise to anyone.
Casual, what's the gap between Bilal and Keontae George defensively?
Keontae?
You're asking the wrong person for that, bro. Asking the wrong person.
Between Bilal and because Bub will actually compete on defense. I've seen Bub. He picks up full court.
No, Bub and Bilal,
Bub's
two different
hand-
players though.
Yeah, Bub, his hands stay
Well,
busy.
Bub may try. He sucks, but he may try. I guess.
I've never. I'm not going to say I've never seen a guy, but he's one of those guys that he just looks so lost in simple things, just like shooting gaps. He just seems like he doesn't know how to shoot gaps. And I'm trying to figure out, how do you not know how to shoot gaps when you're a perimeter player? It's really that's to be honest with you, and I don't like to oversimplify things, but that's some simple shit. That's not difficult to do. And he doesn't know how to do simple stuff like shoot gaps, especially when you live in a league where the three ball is so prevalent. Just something simple as shooting a gap. And then when you are one-on-one with a guy, immediately he's looking for the help. He's not even concerned with the guy that's in front of him. He's got his head turned trying to see where the help is, which means mentally he's already beat. So I'm thinking to myself, if this is what I'm building, if this is what I'm building around, how can I change this? How can I change his mentality? How can I change his ability to play defense and be solid? Because maybe it's just that he doesn't know what he's doing more than he just can't play defense.
I mean, he's still young,
Yo.
and his frame is very underdeveloped. So he's got a long way to go. But go ahead, bro.
Fellas, because I want to get to this bracket in a timely manner.
Sure.
But there's one more team that I believe we have to talk about before we move forward. Now, I have the bottom 8 teams, but this is the team with the second worst record in the NBA. And I still don't understand how they're here.
The Pelicans are not one of the worst. They're not in these talks, though. Like, we know they're not worse than the Pacers.
They're not that bad, Ron.
They're not. Like, the record may say it, but they're not. Like, I think that's why we kind of left them out.
Or how good?
They're in the next group up. They're in the next group up. They're like the Hornets in them. But they're not the King. They're not the Kings, Pacers, or Wizards.
So Ron, over at that table, you got the ugly chicks, and that chick is the best looking of the ugly chicks. And then over here, you got this table. It's the next level of ugly chicks. And the New Orleans Pelicans is the best looking of those chicks. Like, you see them, you're like, hell no, And then you look over there and you're like, maybe with a couple more drinks in me, I might go over there and say something.
Yeah,
chill shit. Yeah. With a couple more drinks, everybody start looking like that.
Right?
All the women start looking like that with a couple more drinks.
That's why I've never drank.
That's the table that New Orleans is sitting at.
They definitely try it 1 or 2 times.
They absolutely ain't at that table over there, Ron. There ain't enough drinks in you to go over there and say nothing to none of them girls over there. Not one of them.
Zion looking good, by the way. Just want to,
especially coming off the bench.
They just
I don't think him coming off the
put him
bench
back in the
matters,
starting lineup, and he scored 30 in both games he started.
Yeah,
so I'm just Zion's looking like Zion. I'll just say that he's looking more and more like Zion, spring in his step, getting to the rim at will, finishing with efficiency. His last, I think, 7 games, he's averaging 26.
Swiper, are we doing the same thing, Swiper, that and I said this to you before about Joel Embiid? Are we doing the same thing with Zion? Like, are we cleaning off the car? Are we detailing the car? Are we putting
to boost his trade value?
So by the time somebody's gonna pick the phone up and check our temperature on him and see how we feeling, like, I can probably get, like you said, if he's averaging 26 and 7 and he's looking real athletic, I might be able to get 2 1s for him. I don't know.
2 1s. Shit, I can get 4 1s for Zion.
I'm thinking on the low.
Yeah, go ahead and try, brother.
I don't know
if they're trying to trade him or whatever the thing is. Obviously, the injuries are a concern. Zion, whatever, is he going to stay healthy? Zion better than a lot of people in the NBA. That's what I know. Mm-hmm. Zion better than a lot of people. A lot of them.
Agree.
So whatever his trade value is, it's not going to be worth how good of a player he is when he's available. It's not.
But what's the issue over there though? Like, why have they only won 8 games?
They can't guard. They can't guard anything. Jordan Poole's been terrible. Jeremiah Fears is a young rookie you can't guard. Derek Queen doesn't guard. Zion's not a good defender. Trey Murphy's defense has fallen off a cliff the last couple years. Jose Alvarado out there fighting people.
Allegedly.
I watched the fight. I don't know what to tell you. I watched it.
It wasn't a fight.
No, that's what I'm talking about, Jordan.
I watched them swing on him. I don't know what to tell you. I watched them
It's
swing
not
on
a
him.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, their defense is just egregious. Their offense isn't like, once again, it's like the Pacers. Like they have a good offense relative to the bad teams, but their defense just stinks. Like they can't guard anyone. And they don't really have any redeeming defenders outside of Herb Jones. Similar to Marvin Bagley, though. Shout out to Sadiq Bey having
He's been awesome
for career year.
Yes, he's been great.
So shout out to him. So, but yeah, they can't guard, and
Well,
they're playing
Sadiq
some
in some
very
shape, ain't he?
interesting players. They're playing some very interesting players, heavy minutes. I'm seeing Bryce McGowan's get heavy minutes. Micah Peavy's a part of their rotation. Jordan Hawkins has been nothing short of a disappointment since he got drafted.
I thought he was going to be good coming out of UConn.
Yeah, I thought Jordan Hawkins was going to be a lot better. I bought into like his shooting ability. It just hasn't translated. And now you just have an undersized 2-guard, thin frame who can't guard.
Would it be nice? Would it be nice to clear off the bench for another team?
That's what I was about to ask, White. But would it be because he was in New Orleans and they weren't really doing anything with him?
I just think it's the same thing with Sadiq. When Sadiq was with when he got drafted to Detroit 14 overall, I thought he was going to be like not a star, but like, whatever a role player star is. He's 6'8", super good shooter. Then he went to the Hawks. I thought he was good, but then he had the injuries that he was dealing with. I think Jordan Hawkins is very small. He can't guard super well, but I think when you're on a team that is deficient of wings and they don't have a rim protector, because Derek Queen's not a rim protector, they haven't had a good interior defense on there. But I also know I've seen Jordan Hawkins go off against people before. He got a real a sniper on him. He's a really good shooter. He's a good movement shooter. I just think you got to be in situations that you have to have enough defenders around you to mitigate some of the stuff you're doing, and you got to have an advantage creator that can generate a lot of good looks for you. I actually think that Jordan Hawkins is one of those players. Like he goes to a good basketball team and he's coming off the bench and he's scoring 12 points, 16 points and a half. He's that kind of a shooter. Like he's an instant impact shooter.
I do think that, Casual, because I think that when you got a guy like Jordan Hawkins that's a shooter, the first thing that I have to do, he's not a one-on-one player. He's not super nice with the peel, right? He's a guy who shoots the basketball. So I got to get him into action immediately. So guys like Isaiah Joe, when Isaiah Joe comes off the bench, immediately they running stuff for him. They getting them involved in the game. Aaron Wiggins in Oklahoma City, they getting them involved in the game because that's part of that's a major part of who he is. That enhances his game. Now, as far as defensively, Oklahoma City is good enough that they can protect both Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. Now, the same logic can apply to Jordan Hawkins. Only problem is that New Orleans is so bad. One, they can't protect him. Two, they don't run anything for him. They don't have anybody to run anything for him to get him quality looks where he can be productive. That's why and I feel like that's one of the main reasons why he isn't as good as he possibly can be with New Orleans. If he was somewhere else, I think he could be a lot better.
Yeah, Jordan Hawkins definitely seems like, just like how he was in UConn, he definitely seems like a guy who would benefit just being on a good team.
Yeah.
And just in better situations. Yeah. New Orleans just has no direction. New Orleans is like a place where if you're not like good, then you just have a hard time really thriving just because there's so many holes and losing and deficiencies all over the place.
Sure.
But like Mars said, pretty much outside of Indiana, like you can make an argument for all the league being bad just because all the worst teams in the league just can't defend. They're all 22 years. They're all like around my age, 21, 22, 23, and they play no types of defense.
You 22?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they play no types of defense. That's like
what's the word on DeJounte?
It's been about a year since he tore his Achilles, right? It's been about a year.
Yeah, I don't think he comes back to like after the All-Star break though.
I haven't heard anything. But I'd assume we're in
Mars. That might be the best fix of a bad trade that I've seen in recent years. For them to be able to trade 3 unprotected for DeJounte, then trade him back to the Pelicans, and then to not have to worry about the injury and stuff and to stock their draft assets doing that, because I thought that was going to really doom them. DeJounte's a good player, by the way, but he wasn't worth the 3 unprotected that he got sent for.
He tore the Achilles last year at the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
That was his last.
Yeah, so we're approaching a year. So we're probably like maybe a month or 2 out from hearing something. I don't know if he's gonna play this season. If they have nothing to play for, maybe you bring him back at the end just to see how he's moving, but not with like any real stakes. Jordan Poole's been an embarrassment. I just want to put that out there. He's been egregious.
Draymond really screwed this up, yo. He's supposed to be the future of the Golden State Warriors. We punched him in his face, threw a monkey wrench in everything that they was trying to do.
Like he started, like it was bad. He started the season, and then he got benched after like 3 games, and then there was like talk about like they had a falling out between him and Willie Green. So then I think And then he's just been on the bench ever since, and he's just been like stinking up the court.
Stinking up the court is funny.
Like, I don't know, like there's nothing else to say. And I thought he was good for Washington last year. I thought like because his first year in Washington was bad, but then last year was good. I was like, okay, well maybe Jordan Poole's like figured it out or whatever. And then this year it's just been bad again. And like
he been playing junk ball too long. That's why he just been playing full of junk ball.
Because some of the decision making, like that down the stretch of that Knicks game, like he actually had like a good like game box score wise. Like, I think he had like 25 or something. But down the stretch of that game, some of the decisions, like he tried to foul bait on a 3, like he was just doing stuff, and it's like, god damn, like I don't. It's a shame. I don't know. It's a shame.
That's Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
All right, well, fellas, I got an idea for you guys, and I got a solution. What you shouldn't do is pick the Jordan Poole of the NFL. He wears an orange jersey. I won't say his name, but you shouldn't pick the Jordan Poole of the NFL in the NFL Playoff Survivor that Player's Choice will be doing with Splash Sports, and you have the potential, the opportunity to win a whopping $6,750. You got to enter by January 10th, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Now, it's easy to get into this contest. All you have to do is have $15, and all you have to do is either scan this QR code or click the link in the bio. And, well, the competition, it's very simple and straightforward. You will choose one of the playoff teams that are playing in each round. But in order to make it to the next round, you have to choose a team that will win in the current round. If that team wins, you advance and you're one step closer to the prize pool of $6,750. If that team loses, sorry, buddy, you got to watch somebody else win the $6,750. But the bright side of the whole thing is if you don't win our NFL Player Survivor, you can always just join the Quick Picks on Splash Sports. We about to do it right here, right now. Big Ox, man, what you rocking with today? What we got?
Actually, Ron, I don't know because it's going to be on the panel today. Who's ready to make some picks? You know what, Mars? Why don't you kick us off?
Oh, okay. What games are happening?
So we got Brooklyn versus Washington right here. San Antonio versus Indiana.
A lot of games today, bro.
I see Denver versus Cleveland. Oh, Denver versus Cleveland. Should have some fun with
take
that.
Take the less on Peyton Watson.
Atlanta versus we got the Hawks versus the Knicks.
Is that Jalen Johnson PRA?
That's been a cheat code, Mars.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, it's definitely been a cheat code. He beat now what they call that PRA farming. That's what Jalen Johnson do.
What I tell you, chill.
41 and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna just take the more on the 41 and a half. Yeah, thank you.
Easy. All right, Drench, what you got?
I got the less on Peyton Watson.
14 and a half.
He had 24 last game, right?
Well, I mean, okay.
Peyton
Low
Watson,
averages.
14 and a half. Yep.
For his points.
Less.
Yeah.
Less.
I'll take
I see Denver stays with a Leicester.
I'll take more on Evan Mobley, 16 and a half points. It's going to be Deron Holmes starting at center with Spencer Jones.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah, your team is fried.
He already took my thunder because I was going to
chill, grab your mic.
I hear you, Chill. Your mic.
That would help. I'm sorry. My
got
fault.
you, Swiper. Hold on, Chill, real quick. Swiper, next time, wait your turn, brother. I'm going to call on you.
Oh, damn.
Go ahead, Chill.
Oh, so Swiper just took my thunder. But can I see that line on Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight? Let me see what they get. They Charlotte is in town. So what do I see? What do I see?
Ass whooping.
What do I see tonight?
Points. We got
28 and a half. That's it.
45.
Well, yeah, he's on like a 25-minute minutes restriction. So I mean,
oh, is he?
Yes, he
it's
is.
really a points per minute type thing.
He is. So I think I'm going to take the more on those rebounds. I think I'm going to get 10 rebounds out of Giannis tonight.
Watch his ass come off that minutes restriction tonight, Mars. Go 45.
I think I'm going to get more than 10 rebounds from Giannis.
They just lost to the Wizards. Yeah, they've seen enough. Giannis, 38 minutes.
Casual, do you want to make a pick?
I feel like I should be banned from making picks because I think I'm 0 for 2 on this platform.
Yeah, your ass sold us on that other I forgot what pick it was.
I picked Paulo over, and Paulo
Yeah,
proceeded
the
to have
Paulo
like
one.
one of the worst
You picked
games of
Paulo?
the year. I said Paulo, this is the last game I'm ever betting on Paulo, or else he's going banned. He's
Whoa,
not allowed
we
to be
don't
on a
bet now.
parlay slip anymore.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. We're just doing quick
let's see.
picks more or less.
Let's see. Phoenix plays today. I believe they play Washington. No, they play the Kings. So let's pick on the Kings, and let's see if Devin
Yeah,
Booker.
let's pick on the Kings.
If Devin Booker's available.
Devin Booker. Yes, he is.
What's his point line?
25,
25 and a half. You want the more or less on that?
I'm gonna hold that. Go to Michael Porter real quick. Let's
Oh my
see
God.
if he's available.
Mike
game
didn't play
time
last
decision,
game though.
I know
He's
he's
a
an
game-time
illness
decision.
guy, but I want to see.
Kevin Porter.
Oh, okay, I guess Michael Porter's not on there. Just go to
Shit,
Devin
you might
Booker
well
over
take Kevin
Porter.
Porter.
Nah, just
Okay,
go to Devin
Devin
Booker over.
Booker.
Oh,
Porter.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. KPJ been hooping. Mars, just letting you know.
What are you telling me for?
25,
You
25
say he
and a
was
half
trash.
points.
Yeah,
I gave him
I'm
credit
telling
when
you,
he
it's
was
gonna end
hooping
up
like
being
Nah,
25.
He wasn't the only one.
Swipe
It's
it
gonna end
to
up being
swipe it to-
25. But
Yeah, he's
whatever.
not a top 20 point guard. Yeah, I agree.
a month
swipe
ago
it.
when I said he was hooping.
Fellas,
Where was you,
casuals
Jordan?
trying
I was here. Actually, I was on the show.
Go
you
ahead,
said.
go ahead, Casual. What you
No,
trying to
yeah,
rock
just take the more.
My bad.
I just
My
know
bad,
I'm
you
going to
right.
come back tomorrow and look at the ESPN app, and he's going to get 25 on the dot. But whatever. This is my last
I
time.
mean,
before I'm
you
banned.
can't take the less though.
Nah.
You know.
I got to
All
keep
right.
going to my methods.
Ron, do you want this or shall I just take the more on De'Aaron Fox?
You got it.
Yeah, we're gonna take the more on De'Aaron Fox. Wait, OG's playing today.
I was more so thinking Dylan Harper.
Oh yeah.
They
No.
playing against the Pacers. I can see him blowing out the Pacers, but Dylan gonna get his minutes though.
13 and a half. That should be easy for Dylan.
Hey, Ox.
Yeah.
Can I add one? I think I'm on a little hot streak here, and then also
So you think you get 2 picks today, Swiper?
yeah, I've made us good money lately. Ron's lost us money, so
What's-
you really should let me.
what's-
Ron
replace
is
what's
killing
going on
us.
in there?
Let's be
Ron
clear
has
about
lost
that,
us a lot of
Swiper.
money. Yeah.
Let's be clear about that,
I wanna-
Swiper. Ron is
Swap, I
killing
want
us.
to let you know right now. There's only 2 options. It's the more on OG's PRA, or it's the more on De'Aaron Fox's points.
Points? What are his points?
24 and a half.
And who did they play? They played the Pacers, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, the Pacers. Only options. I'm just gonna take.
Yeah, I'm
OG's
taking less on that. Or
taking-
less
I'm
on
taking OG
no, less on
PRA.
De'Aaron Fox.
Any day. OG
Less
plays,
wasn't
I'm
an
taking
option for
PRA.
De'Aaron. Less wasn't an option.
I don't think you heard me, Swiper.
Oh no, I'm doing it based on what's actually going to happen. So I was going to tell you SGA less than 31 and a half too, but show out.
Oh, see.
All right. The picks are in.
Imagine-
That's how we
imagine
rocking.
Wait, who are they playing,
I have to win
Swiper?
250.
Yep, we rocking today.
Swiper, who
Hey.
are the Thunder playing?
They played the Warriors.
Warriors. Are you taking the less on it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Shea gonna have
You
less
think
than
'cause
20
it's gonna be a
tonight. That streak
blowout?
coming to an end.
He will
Swiper,
not
you
be
think it's gonna be
playing.
a blowout and then he's just not
Yeah,
gonna
he will
play
not be
enough?
playing, good brother.
Or you think? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we'll get back to that bracket here soon with who's the worst team in the NBA. But as of right now, we got some super chats and we got some good things to talk about based on what the people had to say. So I'm going to start first with my man, Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed sent through a super chat. It said, after watching the Mavs versus the Sixers, Maxey and VJ are a top 5 guard duo in the NBA. Clippers on a 6-game winning streak as Kawhi is averaging 39, 8, and 4 on 69 true shooting percentage in those 6 games. Clippers are now 1.5 games behind the the play-in.
Uh-oh. People drinking the Clippers Kool-Aid again.
No, I knew I wasn't going to be wrong about the Clippers all year.
They hooping. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean,
won
they
2
hooping.
in a row.
I mean, I don't get why we can't. They hooping.
They going crazy. We gotta acknowledge
They
the team when
kicking
they
ass
playing
and
well.
Kawhi
can
taking
acknowledge
names.
it, but it's not like, oh, they're a game and a half out the play-in. Can they run the table?
Derrick Jones is
I
back
don't
now.
know
I mean,
if
all they
that's
got to
gonna
do
come
is
down.
I mean, I think the Clippers they put themselves in a hole. Like, it doesn't take a genius to
Yeah.
figure that out.
No, I think
But
they're going to make
if they
the
can
play-in.
get themselves into the play-in, now
think they
seeing
will.
Denver be decimated by injuries, there's a chance you might see a team like Denver in the play-in, which kind of ruins everything for them. But like, if they can get themselves into the play-in at that 7 spot, and win that 7 spot, maybe they like their chances against anyone not named OKC. I don't
They
know.
probably like their chances against OKC.
The way Kawhi playing right now,
That's what I'm saying.
the way
He
Kawhi
probably
playing
don't
right
give a damn
now,
with them little boys over there.
Kawhi playing
playing
at
like a
Kawhi
grown
playing at a
man.
different level.
Last
right
time Kawhi played with
If Kawhi's
OKC, he
playing.
looked horrible. So hopefully he plays better next
It don't
game.
matter
looked
what
terrible.
he
Shea
did
wasn't
last
great in that
time.
game
This is
either, if I
clearly a new
remember in the same
Kawhi.
game.
It's clearly a new
Shea
Kawhi.
wasn't great in that game either, if I remember in the same game.
He didn't have
His
to be
thumb was
because
guarded.
when he went down, they literally started bullying Kawhi Leonard, and I don't mean that like slightly. They did, and then he didn't score for almost the rest of the game in the first half. But yeah, the Clippers look great. Shout out to the Clippers.
The level Kawhi playing at right now is insane. I'm
Yeah,
curious to
Kawhi.
see how this
49
looks when
games
Zoo
left to
comes
play,
back.
yo. 49 games left to play.
But yeah, Kawhi got it. I'll just say.
So Ty Lue was right
About what?
Chris
About
Paul.
his whole game plan.
What was
He
his
say
game
we're-
plan?
What do you say? We'll win.
They gotta go.
It was-
30.
he said they got to go 35 and 20.
Yeah.
Basically, they wanted to go 500 for the season. I mean, that's just good to set targets. I'm surprised that a coach like Ty Lue would set like a season-long target and not like intervals. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't like, oh, let's aim to go 7-3 in each 10-game interval or something like. I'm surprised he didn't do it that way. But like, it makes sense to set a target. Obviously, when you start a season that badly, kind of have to have something to strive for. And right now, was it 6-0 since that moment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Kawhi
Shout
going
out
crazy.
Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Just another
He
day
just-
in the office for Kawhi, man.
Ron, I'm gonna still stand on it. That big giant Maybach, that 2014 Maybach in Philadelphia, we shining it up. I know the engine is bad. I know that there's some interior problems, but we shining it up because
For the Clippers,
no,
No, he's
No
talking
one's
about Philly.
trading for
He's
Joel
talking
Embiid.
we,
If that's what you're
we're
insinuating.
shining it up.
No one's
because-
Yeah, no
trading for
one's
Embiid.
trading for
hey,
Embiid.
Joe,
but,
do you realize? I think even though with your advanced knowledge of the game and years on us, you get overcome by short-term satisfaction more than
I'm
any
getting
of us
overcome by
up here.
short-term satisfaction. Meanwhile, I'm listening to y'all dudes
Embiid
talk about
looks
Kawhi
good
Leonard over the
lately.
last month,
But we're talking
but
about
I'm
the next.
getting overcome by
Kawhi
short-term
looks good,
satisfaction.
Yeah,
What the
hell?
so
hell?
you're talking about trading for a 4 years worth of Embiid.
Yes, I am.
It's
That
not
contract is
$60
one of the
million.
worst.
No
And-
team is going to trade for him.
Defeated
Best
healthy.
case scenario is Joel Embiid stays healthy for the Sixers. Like no
And-
one's going to trade for Embiid. Like no.
I
one's
just
gonna.
think that, to be honest with you, and what I'm banking on, and you guys do this too, I'm banking on incompetence. And I think that there's somebody dumb enough that's going to see what Joel Embiid is doing, and they're going to say he can help us, and we're going to get this one and this
Yeah,
one and this
Philly.
one involved. Not just Philly, because I think Philly sees the future, and the future is that backcourt of Maxey and VJ Epstein. That's their future. And if they could
once
get
Embiid's contract is done.
And if they could
Because
get
Embiid
Joel
will be
once 100%, Mars, and if they could get Joel Embiid in the process of those 4 years, if they could get Joel Embiid off their books, they 100% are going to do it. And what I'm banking on is incompetence. I'm
But
banking
what
on
team in the
somebody.
league would like do that though? Have you thought that far ahead?
I
Like, what
haven't.
team-
I haven't thought about who would do it, but I do think that there's
Jill
somebody.
gets to say this because he doesn't have a team. He's a player fan. So would you like your team to sign Joel Embiid?
I would not be interested.
It
in Joel
depends.
Embiid.
Like, am I
No.
inheriting all 55, whatever, 60, whatever $1 million
obviously.
contract?
100%.
You're
Contract.
trading for him, which means you have to match the salary.
Yeah,
every
I
single
know.
game
And the
he
debt.
is.
Yes.
Oh,
Like no one is doing that. We can live in fantasy land. No one's doing it. We can live in reality though and say that Philly look decent.
They
Yeah,
do,
why can't
Mars.
Philly,
They do.
why can't
They
Philly
don't
just
look
hold
bad.
on from this year and see a wide open
I kinda
Eastern
gotta-
Conference and think they
I ain't
can
gonna lie.
try to make a conference finals or something like that?
I've seen you tweet say Philly sucks. So
Yeah, I don't like
Definitely
watching
will.
that shit, man.
What
Philly
shit is
play
that,
some-
Jordan? Because you something
Bro,
else.
they play some junk,
Junk
ball.
ball.
They play fast
Junk
as hell.
ball.
They play a lot of junk ball. They go up and down the court just shooting all kind of shit. Like they play in transition like I don't know. They play like a lot of junk ball. I just don't like it. Now they can beat teams because they talented, but I just don't see a recipe where that can win them a playoff series. Maybe if they a high seed playing against a low seed in the playoffs, but like I just can't see it. Like I don't like that recipe. over
I
there.
actually like the action between Joel Embiid and Maxey. I mean, I was watching that Memphis game,
It ain't
those
really
two guys-
much.
but it was some.
it's
It
a
was-
lot of
it-
DHOs. That's really
Yeah.
But and
It's
and here's the difference though, Mars. The DHOs between him and Maxey were actually really effective because Joel Embiid can screen. Like the only reason why DHOs work is the only reason why they don't work is if you can't screen. And Joel Embiid is a really good pick and pop big. Because he's a good pick and pop big, that opens up the lane for Tyrese Maxey. So I mean, I like that dynamic and I like that action between those two guys. Now, the idea of Maxey and VJ Edgecombe in transition, and the idea of VJ Edgecombe one-on-one where they leave him on the right wing, I like that too. And to your point, are like you said, the Philadelphia 76ers look decent. Is decent going to win us the NBA championship? Because we didn't sign Paul George.
No,
for $20 million.
chill. But I don't want to be.
Well, they're still not healthy. Like Embiid's still working his way into things. Kelly Oubre hasn't played in a while. Paul George is still ramping his way up. Like this isn't final form Philly in their mind.
I agree, yeah, and I don't want to knock
them. They still got a ways to go. I don't like. I have similar reservations to Jordan. I don't really like a lot of their approach. I hate their clutch like execution. They're also really bad in the third quarter. I don't know what's going on when they go in at halftime. I don't know what's being said to them, but they just suck in third quarters. But like they are still a decent team, and like as each game goes on, if Joel Embiid keeps moving better and better. That's a good thing. Like I think Joel Embiid in his last 6 games is averaging 29.
Like 27.
But hold on. But I also want to say this too, though. I also want to say this too, because when I say I don't like the way they play, I'm just a firm believer. Like teams with that much talent, like they don't have to play like everybody else in the league. Like they are good enough to where if that ball is hopping around and you see some good action, they will beat the shit out of you because they are so good. They're one of the teams that have so many guards that can drive the ball. Like, not a lot of teams have guards that can just legitimately drive the basketball. The Sixers are one of them. Like, you got VJ, you got Maxey, you got even Paul George when he's there. You got I don't want to say McCain because they don't really
Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes. You got Quentin Grimes. Like, they got that many guys that can drive the basketball. Even when Kelly comes back, he can drive the basketball too. So when that ball is moving and you got to play out of closeouts, a team like Philly can smack your ass. Like if they really, really just hone in on it. And I'm just a firm believer. I've been saying it all year long. The NBA play too many possessions. Like it's just too much up and down. Like it's way too much of that. If they simplified and just get the best shot almost on every possession, damn near, they will beat the hell out of a lot of teams because they just more talented than a lot of teams. In my opinion, Philly's one of the most talented teams in the NBA as far as a talent standpoint. They'll beat the hell out of a lot of teams if they just maximize it. And I think that's something that OKC don't get credit for. Yes, they play good defense and they turn you over. But most possessions, they maximize in the possession. Most of them. So that's my only gripe with the 76ers.
All right. Another East Coast team we are going to talk about, courtesy of Cowboy Bob. Cowboy said, Chilltown, you're right about Donovan Mitchell. They are 8-1 in the last 9 games. Mitchell scored 30 plus. I think the Nets in Washington need a guard. As of Monday, the Nets' previous 15 games were tied with OKC after 10 first in defense.
I know that when they beat San Antonio a couple of nights ago, Mars, these many minutes for Lonzo. And he was healthy. These many minutes for Lonzo. So I think that I think that with Darius Garland getting back into form, I think that their offense is much more organized now than it was before when he was basically limping his way back into the lineup. He's starting to look a lot better. His downhill game is improving. Not only is his downhill game improving, his passing is improving. Mobley looks a lot better around the basket. Before he didn't. Donovan Mitchell has always been a damn good playmaker in terms of a distributor, and I like that about him. I worry about them relying on him to get as many buckets as he does, but with his ability to score, he does pass the ball really well. So I think that that's helped their offense. I'm on record saying that Lonzo Ball has been the culprit in this, where if you are a guard in the league, you have to be able to knock down open shots. Because if you can't, then there's no reason for you to be on the floor. Because we can find guys to defend. If you can't stretch the defense and if you can't keep the defense honest, there's no reason for you to be on the floor casual. He's shooting 25. He's shooting 26% at the long ball line. He's shooting less than 35% on jump shots.
Defense is acting like he's not even there.
We are daring you to shoot. You are the guy that we ain't asking you to shoot. We're daring you to shoot. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's the reason why of all their woes, because they do have a lot of woes. Evan Mobley has been inconsistent. Jared Allen has been in and out of the lineup. But I like the fact that they're starting to get it together. And Swiper has said this to me maybe, Swiper, I want to say a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, you said this to me that there's gonna come a stretch where they run off 8-9 games and they're gonna get back in the middle of this. And we may be coming up on that time.
Yeah, they'll definitely probably get one today if they show up. But yeah, that's the way it works. The schedule always breaks well for teams that are too talented. Again, I'm going to continue to say this. I never thought the Clippers would stay down there the Cavs won't stay down there. Talent always evens out in the NBA, and especially if you're healthy. So I just, for me to panic for Cleveland was always a little bit too early. Their offense is going to get back, Darius to get back healthy, which is for me the most important engine that they need because he obviously runs their offense for them. So yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers are good. Lonzo, is having an unfortunate shooting season, but he'll regress to the means for a stretch as well. He's just shooting really bad right now, and I think it's just not having Jordan. Everything has to settle in, but then again, you get to third way through the season, you find out who you are, and eventually, I think they'll rise back up in the standings. So,
but I don't think this is, and I think this kind of cooks me when it comes to the Amin Thompson thing, because even though Amin Thompson is younger, Lonzo never showed me his ability to consistently knock down an open shot. He didn't. He showed
shot the ball well in New Orleans.
Yeah, but he
and those games in Chicago.
Yeah, but I don't think it.
And he showed it well in college, so there's a track record.
It was more. Actually, he changed his shot when he came to the league.
Yeah,
he changed it in New Orleans. Yeah, and that's when you saw the improvement.
Yeah, but because when he first got to the Lakers, it was not there. No.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
It was not there at all. Not just shooting the basketball, even at the free throw line. So, I mean, I can be optimistic. I can't be optimistic about. I can be optimistic about Amin Thompson because he is younger, and I think that there's room for improvement. And I look at Lonzo, and I'm thinking, he's been in the league. I think we're in year 8. He showed up in 18?
17.
Okay, so we're in year 8 now with him. And
he lost some years due to not being able to run. But yeah.
He still came. By the way, he still came back.
9 actually.
Injury.
I just want him to be respectable as a jump shooter.
We all want that.
I just want him to be
Alonzo FC. Yeah, it's very disappointing that he can't.
I just want him to be respectable as a jump, where teams just can't actively run, just leave you open. We're living with you shooting jump shots.
How much did he make a year? 10?
No, I think he's on
10, maybe.
Okay, I got a replacement player for you. I got a wing that can shoot really well. Chill. You might
it's gonna be a psyop, chill. Don't fall for it.
But it sounds like whenever I hear Jordan, whenever I hear Swiper saying so, I got this for you. It sounds like some bullshit right from the beginning.
Yeah. Just know Swiper is the one that take advantage of you if you down.
Jordan, what does psyop mean? Because I've been hearing that phrase on PC a lot.
That's what it means. It means trick.
You getting your ass tricked.
Yeah, that's what it means. It means tricked.
It's basically it's basically.
It is a military tactic using planned communication to influence the emotions, motives, and reasoning behavior of foreign audiences to support U.S. political and military objectives, often involving propaganda, digital media, or cultural sensitivity.
In English, that means being duped.
Are you a foreign audience? Am I?
Anything you can be foreign.
I work for the CIA.
Foreign to anything.
Okay.
Mars is a foreigner. What are we doing?
No, I'm not trying to.
Well, I would argue that you guys are the foreigners, actually.
Right, exactly. I was just about to say
Talk
they don't
about it,
literally
Mars.
mean that.
No, they're not actually the foreigners.
They don't literally mean that like you got.
I'm from here.
Country. It is. You can be foreign to anything. Like you can be foreign to anything. It's a lot of psyops that's happening in basketball, and I will give Ox his credit. At first when he said it, I kind of believed it, but now I'm full-fledged in as far as them gentrifying the game of basketball. That's for sure. Like that is the clearest psyop.
Maybe you guys are the ones that's trying to psyop us and keep us in the old way.
Jordan definitely is. He for sure is. But I agree with Ox that basketball's been gentrified. I'm completely on Ox's side on that. But we were decades into that. Jordan, the reason why he's a psyop, he's anti-new terms. So he's coming up with the new terms.
I explained it.
You complain about terms all the time.
No,
I've never seen a person.
Dumb.
By the way, I've never seen. And again, Jordan too, and Ox. I've been a lot of teens. They don't complain about vocabulary as much as Jordan does. I'm trying to tell you, and they're in school.
They don't care to call you out on that bullshit. They just like
there's nothing to call out. If the word is on a paper, they got to pronounce it and give me the definition. That's the way it works. Jordan, you will hear a term and be like, "What do you mean? Creation per 100 possession? What does that mean?" So then you make junk. So Jordan, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to make a shirt. It's gonna say Drench Man Sport. It's gonna have J.U.N.K. I'm gonna make a terminology just for you, and then we're gonna sell it. We're gonna split the profits.
To be fair to all the people that that be hating on me or whatever they call. I don't even think it's hating because y'all don't whatever. But to be fair, I did hear Kevin Durant last night say people get caught up in the defensive playmaking and being a connector. Now I don't know if he was being sarcastic. but hey, he did say connector last night. You know what though?
I've never understood your beef with
I
words.
don't know KD, but
yeah,
I
me
know a lot
neither.
of people around him. I'm gonna ask somebody. what he
LeBron
thinks.
talks like this, by the way. Have you watched the
Jordan
podcast?
got a real beef with literal words.
LeBron literally brought up court mapping, by the way. Like he said that.
All right,
Sure,
fellas.
court
I got a couple more super chats that we're gonna go ahead and run off. Masenko sent through a super chat and said, "Damn, the Pelicans are the Lauren Londons of the Respucious. I
No.
guess Zion is Norbit then. If Spo takes Ware out the lineup again, I'm a dolphin dive from the Kaseya Center."
I know the numbers
What's
look
the
different.
Refucius? What's that? What's that?
What you call it? You ever seen the movie Norbit with Eddie
Movie
Murphy? And
You
the,
don't know
That was
You
her
don't know
name?
Respucious?
Bro, I
Yeah,
hate that movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that movie.
it wasn't. I don't think it was very good neither. To be honest with you, no.
What was the other girl's name that he actually liked?
Nolan.
I don't remember her name. The light skinned chick. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, I was
She's
rocking
from
with
she's
Nolan.
from Mars's part of the
Norbit
world.
was funny as fuck when that boy
Wow.
said, "What's that?" And he
Talking
slammed
about-
that joint on the
talking
table
about-
and said, "Turkey ass." Boy, that shit was
Norbit's
hilarious.
horrible.
when I was
That's
a
a
kid.
horrible movie.
That's not a
Her
horrible
real-
movie.
Her
That
real,
movie.
her
It
real
is,
name
sucks.
her real name is Thandie Newton.
Yeah, Thandy's cold, bro. She been crazy for a long time. By the way, Jordan,
Her real name is what?
Norbit,
Ox?
Thandie Newton. Thandie.
Shout
What's
out
so funny
Dandy.
about that? Jordan, wait.
It's-
Booty
Don't worry
call
about
with
it.
Jamie Foxx or Norbit?
Booty call. That's
Wait,
not even
any
close.
day of the week.
Yeah, that's
any
not
day
even
of the
close.
week.
But I don't know why would you even compare them to. That's not even a good
Because
comparison.
man, there's tiers of black movies. Norbit is at the basement. The
Oh,
basement of
that's
that.
cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
All right, the next super chat I got is from Bob Solo. Cowboy Bob sent through yet another super chat and said, "Big Ox Bob, 45 killer, aka Kawhi in effect. Ox told y'all he was a good player and they could turn it around. At Mars, the return, and at Drenchman, what you think is going to happen with Trey? Drench, what you think is going to happen with Trey?"
It looked like they're gonna try to shop him. I really think it's gonna be kind of hard to move Trey, though. To be honest, though, I think it's gonna be harder than what people think to move him. But they're gonna try to shop him. I could see him ending up in a bigger market, though. Like I know Atlanta's a big market, but I could see a bigger market.
Like
I
what
wouldn't.
market?
I could see, huh?
Like what? Like Miami?
Yeah, I could see Miami. Shit, I could see Toronto. I ain't gonna lie, I could see Toronto.
Emmanuel quickly for Trey Young?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening.
Is that a straight up trade with Trey?
Man,
Or do we
that's
have to get a
Emmanuel
third team
quickly.
involved?
That's Emmanuel quickly. I don't want to
You
speak
might have to
so
get
Rock?
a third team involved.
You think you got to get a third team involved in this, Ox? Or is
Well,
it
quickly's
something
making
straight up?
32 million.
With that,
Trey's making like 45.
I didn't know Emmanuel was making that much. Okay.
Yeah, he sound like a 180 deal, something like that. Yeah, he sounded
Yeah,
different. Like
quickly need,
180.
I know he what's the name?
200.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
can't
Toronto
stand
needs
quickly.
any help.
Uh,
I think they can just make it happen.
Yeah, quickly plus in a deal like that.
I know
Spurs
one
made
thing
it-
is a fact, Ron. I know one thing is a fact. That GM lets him walk out the front door for nothing. He's getting fired.
No, he's not.
He is getting fired.
They don't
You
even
do
want him in
not
there.
Even
They
if you
just
don't
fired
want him,
Landry. They just fired Landry Fields. So I mean,
even if
yeah.
you don't want him, you
He-
can't
that
let him
GM
walk out the front door. No.
He's made all the
But it's
moves
not-
to get
it's not-
the,
it's not
to get the
always
roster they have
nothing
now,
though,
though. Like he's doing a
I
good
don't know
job.
what's
I-
wrong with I don't know what's wrong with just letting
you
people
open up
leave.
I
that-
that team.
you
appreciate
open
the
up that
addition by
salary cap.
subtraction thing. I get that part. But a guy of Trey Young's talent
Yep.
and a guy who's that good as a distributor, a guy who is that good as a floor leader, I can't just let him walk out the front.
I'd rather keep him
But
than
if
let
we're
him
saying,
go.
but if we're saying, if we're
I'm
saying,
not
if we're
keeping
talking
Trey
about
Young.
getting Emmanuel quickly,
Right.
like no disrespect to Emmanuel quickly, I'd rather not have to pay him for multiple years and just let Trey Young leave than get Emmanuel quickly back to say I got something.
Which is fair, Mars. So to say
I think
that
that'd take a little bit more from the Raptors than just Emmanuel quickly.
and that's my
Yeah,
point,
nothing
Mars.
I'd want.
And that's my
You're
point,
not
Mars.
giving me any. You're not giving Brandon Ingram. You're not giving me Scotty Barnes.
Right.
I don't want Grady Dick. No
Okay.
disrespect.
So if that's the case in
Jordan,
Toronto,
you see Dick the other day?
Grady Dick is who we talking about. Jordan, focus. That's
He's
my
Somebody
trash.
asked him.
Jordan, what are your
He
top 10
said-
pick?
Yes, he was.
Sorry, but what did you say
Excellent
about
pick.
Grady Dick the
No,
other
I
day
think
on
he
the
was like
timeline?
He was bad. He's not
No,
good.
no. What did you say verbatim?
He's not been good.
Dick's not been good.
And he hasn't been.
Yo,
He hasn't been
yo,
true.
chill.
But I want to get. I want to
Chill.
get back to what I want to get back to what Mars was saying. And this
Swiper,
kid
you
can't be
nasty for that.
this kid quickly can't be the only option. There has to be something else. Whether we got to get a third team involved, whether we have to move in a different direction and get other teams involved to get a trade. Because a player of that caliber, who Trae Young is, when Trae Young is on the floor, I mean, we've obviously seen that this Atlanta situation is going the other way. Like it doesn't seem like he fits there anymore. Okay, great. That doesn't take away from Trae Young still being an awesome basketball player.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It feels like you limit your ceiling if you're Atlanta. If
You think
get
he's
rid of
awesome?
Trae Young,
I do. I still think he's an awesome passer. I think he's an awesome playmaker. I still think he's an awesome scorer. I still think he's still awesome. I still think he's awesome at a lot of those things, and I can't just let him walk out the front door.
No, but Joe, I think but the reason why you get pushback though, when you say things like the GM should get fired, even though the GM is what's built this team without Trae Young being there, and the reason why they're not as good as they could be is because Trae has not been as good as you need to be as a number one option, which is objectively true, by the way, for the last year and a half. I think some of this is he's also just in a situation where no one in the league, by the way, Chill, remember, when he was making all NBA teams or in that conversation, the league didn't value him because they didn't even put him in the All-Star game the year he made all NBA. I believe he made all NBA that year. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the same season.
Look it up. And there were some years he was getting snubbed from all NBA.
That's what I call it getting traded, to be honest with you, Cash.
Also, wasn't making the All-Star game. The reputation around the league, which is why nobody's traded for him so far. The contract's not worth the headache. People don't think he's a good teammate. This is, by the way, this is just based on rumors. Not a good teammate. Hard to play.
I heard that. I told y'all that early in the season about what was going on in Atlanta, and people was acting like I was just making up shit.
Yep.
But
and then the coach.
I said that early in the season.
Remember what was the black coach they had before?
Nate McMillan.
Lloyd Pierce.
Lloyd Pierce. That whole, remember, there was actual feud between him and Pierce. Now Quinn Snyder, who's a great coach, mind you. Quinn Snyder and Trae don't seem to have the best, whatever. Again, I'm not, reporting that. That's just information that's available. And on the top of that, the way he plays, the way he shoots, where he shoots, the inefficiency, it just seems that they have been ready. And again, not having a contract, what is he, 26, 27? For you not to have a contract extension in the prime of your career, this young with the gaudy numbers,
it's an indictment for sure.
A lot about the total package.
Shouldn't have been running his mouth.
That's all true. That's all true. But Chill's not lying. If you let Trae Young rock out the front door without getting something in return, you're dumb.
Yeah,
because
you're not getting
has
fired.
Value.
That's what he said.
You're not getting fired.
Well, you should be fired.
He got Jalen Johnson, Nikhil, and Kristaps Porzingis and Dyson Daniels.
You might and you can have something else, whether it's just draft capital. I don't know what it is.
I think the only thing you'll be able to get
something of value back from Trae Young.
But you got to give him credit. They fixed the DeJounte Murray trade. He got Dyson Daniels in the trade.
What does that got to do with Trae Young?
And then he got Jalen Johnson on the draft.
So since you won on all these other moves, you don't capitalize on an asset.
But I'm saying you won't lose your job because of your track record of.
No, okay, all right. The fire part, you probably don't get fired. But I'm saying like that is
it's a mistake.
But I think the Drago,
that is crazy.
What do you?
Let me.
What if they're trying to trade you, Ron? What if they're trying to trade you bad contracts? Because remember, Trae isn't expiring. So teams are probably looking at Trae saying, we're going to give you our bad contracts plus draft capital. And so far, the Hawks GM is saying, well, we don't want bad money on our books. We're actually getting rid of money with Trae. And honestly, the trade assets you're giving us in draft capital aren't useful enough to us to make up for having 35 additional bad dollars on our contract for the next 3 years. So maybe that's what it is. So Ron, in that situation, would you rather have 3 years of bad money and late first round picks that are like super tied up in non-lottery, or would you rather say we got 45 mil off the books, rookie contracts, and more expirings on our contract? That way, if we want to sign somebody later on, we can simply do that. Which one would you rather have, Ron?
Swipe it. And I know you're going to say I'm dodging and ducking the question. What I'm saying is I don't think that you have to take either. I think Trae Young has good value. You just have to be a GM. Go out there, call all 30 teams, and find out who has the best package.
You got to call yourself.
Now, if I do got to take a little bit of bad money, okay, I would rather take a little bit of bad money with some other good assets as opposed to just letting Trae Young walk and not getting.
Well, that's not really how it works. If teams wanted Trae Young, they'll call you.
Which is what I was about to say.
And
I think
you can reach out too, though.
Yes, you can.
You lose leverage as soon as you start reaching out, especially
not necessarily.
But that's the thing, y'all always
leverage.
I always hear that from y'all about losing leverage. You know what I'm saying? If you're too afraid to lose leverage, sometimes you just don't get the deal done. So everybody knows already that you want to trade Trae Young. Everybody already knows this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like so the whole leverage thing. That's not even a big deal like that.
Sure.
But to swipe it to your point, when Ron said calling all 30 teams, you said calling yourself. Yes, calling yourself is weighing the option of letting them walk, because that is an option. That is an option, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad option if, to Casual's point, you don't get what you want, because that money off the books, that could be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That could be a good thing. You can always sign somebody else. I don't know who's coming up in free agency, but yeah, you want to trade Trae Young, but you just don't take anything. You know what I mean? Like to Swiper's point, I'm not gonna go get more bad money. I'm not
playing it smart. Atlanta's giving themselves flexibility
for
sure. My only issue is like, what's their plan post Trae Young? Because I'm looking at Atlanta's roster. Obviously, Jalen Johnson is terrific.
What's
that
their
guy's
plan?
good. Well, we have
They
no
got a
good.
great roster.
We have no idea if Jalen Johnson's actually number one. But
What?
as of right now, he is a terrific.
He's an All NBA player as of today.
I don't think he's number one. I don't think he's number one.
I don't think he's like. We have no idea if he's like that.
How many
number one
All-NBA
championship team? We have no idea yet. But what I'm saying is,
they're not
what
a
we do
championship
know
team.
is he is an All NBA terrific type player. We just don't know if he's that number one alpha dog yet. We don't know
who's
that.
the number one? How many number ones are in the league though? If we're doing that, then
I mean, a lot of teams. That's why a lot of teams fish for number ones though, Swiper. Because
is J-Dub a number
like
one?
they don't have number one. They try
Trae
to
Young's
fish
not
on
a number one, but I'm saying like, you know,
I mean, he is. If you
That's why I brought that up, Miles, because he made the All-Pro team, and that's what he's basing it on. He's basing it on
I'm
the
saying
fact
that
he made the All-Pro team.
J-Dub is a
fair
number
question.
one on a really good team. What I'm saying is like championship number one. I don't think many of us think Hallie's like a traditional championship number one, but he is, like, because he did do it. Like, he did lead his team to that.
He's your lead guard. Yes, he is.
I think that
100%.
Jimmy Butler is a number one, but we know he's a seasonal number one. Regular season,
I agree with that.
whatever. But playoffs, he
with
can
the
elevate
seasonal thing. Jimmy Butler, when the Miami Heat teams was going to the finals, he was making an All-Pro team.
I agree, but Jimmy Butler was a
Jimmy Butler was just.
But Jalen Johnson's not as good as Halliburton or Jimmy
seasons
Butler.
was still
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Jalen
Jalen Johnson definitely not as good as them two.
All NBA.
I don't think Jalen Johnson is better than Jimmy Butler today.
Who are you talking to? You talking to me?
The world.
Talking to everybody.
I disagree.
Everyone wants to.
I'm with
If that inevitably gets,
I personally disagree.
Wait.
I'm with Swiper on this one.
Wait a minute, Mars. Rewind. Jalen Johnson, you don't think he is better than Jimmy Butler, 36-year-old Jimmy Butler on that Golden State Warrior team
Yeah,
today?
I don't think.
Can I get a satisfactory answer on that, Mars? I'm listening. Why is Jimmy Butler better than Jalen Johnson today?
Well, I could start with one being a really good defender and one being bad, so that helps.
Okay.
I think Jimmy Butler is still quite clearly better in the half court. Like his ability to get to the free throw line, score reliably in the half court, self creation. Jalen Johnson still struggles in that regard. Like he's not an efficient self creator in any sense of the word. Jimmy Butler is. Jimmy Butler in a playoff setting, I trust more to create and initiate offense and play away from the ball than I do with Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is someone who is a terrific passer. I'll take nothing away from his passing ability. I think as a passing forward, you've got obviously like the LeBrons of the world. Sure. But like Jalen Johnson is up there. He's a spectacular passer. You can't deny that. His feel, his interior passing, his athleticism in transition. But in the half court, the limitations are glaring. This is not someone who can consistently beat guys off the dribble, which is crazy considering the athlete he is. He's not someone who has a great intermediate game. He picks up his dribble on his drives a whole lot, so he ends up taking some off-balance floaters that don't go with any sort of regularity. Yeah. He's not great in pick and roll either in terms of creating for himself out of that. Like he struggles to create in the half court. There's a reason in Trae Young's absence, the Hawks had like the worst half court offense in the league. Like they were like, it was bottom 5 or something. It was bad.
Sure.
But Jalen Johnson is still really good. And I think as a complementary piece, when you have his skill set, his passing, his ability to play in transition, his rebounding, the ability to like set screens and play in the middle of the floor, like he'll be great complementing someone. Just as great as I think Jimmy Butler is complementing someone. But I also think Jimmy Butler can do more. He can score more in a playoff setting. He's a way better defender. He fits more systems because of that defense. Like Jalen Johnson at this point is a 6'9" wing who sucks on defense. Like that's not
I don't even think he's interested in defense, to be honest. Too.
Like he was good. He was good on defense last year. His defense was good. His offense grew. Like he's become a much better offensive player, and the defense is falling off. Like he's just bad on defense at this point. Now Trae Young gets all the notoriety for it because it's Trae Young, but Jalen Johnson has been horrific on defense. Like the best thing he does, he plays passing lanes. Everything else is terrible. He can't close out to people. He can't stay in front of people on the perimeter. He's not interested. He doesn't make second efforts. Like so, yeah.
His recovery is bad too. His recovery is bad. I think that's a lot. I think that has a lot to do with him
It might
Maybe
be an
his
effort
no.
thing. I don't know. It might be an
I
awareness
don't-
thing.
for-
I don't know
for
what
guys-
it is, but the reality is that's what's happening. So yeah, I still do trust Jimmy Butler more. For whatever reason, I don't know.
I think it's because of the
W lag.
skill.
Yeah, he lagged.
Yeah,
You lag.
Yeah, that's how he normally
Swiper-
look though. So
Swiper-
you don't really think he lagging.
right.
Swiper, you being a PRA merchant, I think that's
PRA
a
merchant?
big- yeah, I don't mean that in a
Bars
derogatory
looks like he
sense,
listen to
but I
everything
don't-
you saying, Ox.
I don't. He is, of course, he is. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, right? But please don't take it that way. I'm just saying, but you being the PRA merchant, I see why you're so high on Jalen Johnson. And I think Jalen Johnson's a fantastic young player. Obviously, he has some things he can work on, and I do think that if he becomes the lead guy over there, he's going to have to get better at those things quick. I'm thinking about what you guys are saying with the Trae Young thing, and you can't trade Trae Young for Emmanuel quickly. You got to do better than that if you're.
I believe so too.
At this point, y'all, they might have to let Trae Young walk out the door because it's like unless they can do the trade that Swipe was talking about with Giannis or
Do it.
something like that. There's not. I just don't think there's much
Bruh,
there's
for
30
Trae Young
teams
out
in the
there.
league.
By the way,
though,
Ox, on that,
I
Giannis is gonna.
do understand that. I understand that. Ron, but
And
it's
you
like,
can
are you
attach
gonna
Zachary
get?
Ricochet to him too. Now
Yeah,
I know
the-
you guys
the
are gonna say,
Bucks-
"Oh, Zachary Ricochet."
Yeah, well, that's
Zach-
for Giannis then, Ron. Who else you gonna get?
Well, I'm
you're
not
gonna
just
get.
saying for Giannis. I'm not just saying.
Yeah, I
for
know,
Giannis.
I
It
know,
is
I know
30
that.
teams. You,
I
Zachary
understand that, Ron.
Ricochet,
Look,
like
what I'm
that
saying-
AD move. It's a lot of
okay.
moves
See,
that
that's
they
what I'm saying. Like,
potentially
I'm not going to get AD.
Nope.
Like, I'm not. I don't want AD if I'm Atlanta.
I don't want AD either.
You need a
want
perimeter
Giannis.
creator if you're
You're
Atlanta.
not gonna get Paolo. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
it's not a fit. You need a perimeter guard. You
But-
need a guard
but-
if you're Atlanta. If you're
But
trading
see,
Trae
though,
Young.
we're talking about all-star level people too. The point I'm trying to make is, I will take a high-level role player. I'll go get Trey Murphy. I'll go get Herb Jones. I'll go get somebody like that. It doesn't have to. I'm not saying you have to go get an all-star or all-NBA level player for
do.
Trey.
Or else you gotta let him walk.
No, they're not.
see,
No, but I'm saying,
I
Ron, they're not
disagree.
making
I'm
enough
saying
money. That's a part of the equation. Trey's
Okay,
making twice as much as Trey
you
Murphy.
compete, but you guys
but
are
Ron,
acting
but
like
then
the
I think
GM
when
can't
I'm asking,
GM.
well, that's why I asked you direct
could throw
questions
another
because
con-
I'm not
Well,
trading
that's
Trae
why-
Young as
that's
a role
why-
player.
But
He's
Ron,
either
hold on,
leaving or
Casual.
he's
That's why I
staying.
asked you direct questions because I'm trying to frame it for you to answer based on the premise that's allowed. What's happening right now is Trae Young's making so much money, Ron, which is like I think it's $48 million a year. If I remember the number correctly, somebody can look it up
48.
correctly.
That's correct. It is
40.
48.
So what happens is because of the CBA, Ron, you have to then say Trey Murphy plus another high quality player making $23-24 million a year. So the question becomes, who on the other end believes of that trade that Trae Young is worth 2 premium role players plus draft capital, or just 2 premium role players to trade for Trae Young? What I'm
Like
asking
you literally
Ron,
just said to me, you literally just said to me a couple of days ago about the Trae Young for Giannis deal. That works in terms
That
of the
works
money.
Ain't no way the Bucks doing that.
Chill.
That
That
100%
works.
works.
That
I
works
don't like
because
Giannis
Giannis.
and Jalen
That works
Johnson,
because Giannis wants
my
to go.
opinion.
yeah,
You
wants
know
to
what I'm
go.
saying?
Yeah.
That works because Giannis wants to go. My point to Ron is Ron said to us, y'all act like the GM can't GM. No. I'm talking about GM doing his job, looking for somebody out there. To Swiper's point, it's like who is out there that's gonna make this move for you? That's a part of after the GM does his job. Like what are we doing out there? Like even there's players that make a lot less that teams aren't coming off of. Denny Avdia. The Trailblazers wouldn't do that 1-for-1.
Why would
For
you
sure,
even trade
for
Trey?
sure.
See, my thing is
Well,
like
I'm just throwing out examples, Casual. I'm not necessarily being like specific. I'm just throwing out like Austin Reeves. The Lakers wouldn't do that 1-for-1.
Well, they wouldn't do that because they
they
got
wouldn't even make enough money.
Ron, I think that
Exactly, Casual.
the
That's my
divide
point.
is-
Guys that make way less than Trey, GMs are like, no,
Ron,
You
and
could
this-
even argue that Reeves
Ron,
is
and
better than
I'm
Trey.
asking,
understandable.
and
I
by the
would
way,
even
Ron, I'm
trade.
asking you this directly because I think for you this is a good storyline because I know how you think. Just think about this. Would you rather have Russell Westbrook on the veteran minimum and ask him to do the lead point guard responsibility for the next half of the year, or would you rather have Trae Young do it at the rest of the salary? I think you got to think about like what are we
Young.
replacing?
Trae Young.
No, but I'm saying the money difference.
No.
The NBA right now doesn't think he is that much better than that lower tier of point guards in the league. They don't think just don't think he's that much better for the money. For the money is what I'm saying.
Well, I'd rather have Trey than Russ, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just the money. The money
But,
difference. That's what I'm saying.
but-
Like, it's
but
just
for the
what he
money,
paid for.
I understand the money difference. My thing is, and I did answer this when you asked me the first time.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said I would take back a bad contract. I just need some other good assets in there.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna do a PC questionnaire, and it's gonna be yes, no. Ron answer directly. We're gonna make you fill it out. No option C. Other answer.
So once again, I answered your question directly. I just didn't give a specific example. I'm gonna go back to the Pelicans. I'm not saying that the Pelicans want Trey. I'm not saying they need Trey. I'm going to give you an example though. I would take Herb Jones or Trey Murphy, and then I would take a couple other players that fill that in.
Yeah, give me Jordan Poole.
Salary.
Now that could be Jordan Poole.
Jordan make a lot of money though, right?
Hey, look, once again, I'm not saying that this trade would happen. I'm just giving you an example of a package I would take back. Give me Herb Jones or Trey Murphy. Herb Jones or Trey Murphy, and then give me some of those older guys. That could be Sadiq Bey. That could be Jordan Poole. That could be DeJounte Murray. Whoever fills in that capital.
I think we're getting another team involved in this. I just don't think.
Is there a Rockets trade for you that you can see for
Young trade? We have to think about like,
dude, Atlanta's
a guard creator. If they're going to let Trae Young go, because they have plenty of forwards with Okongwu, Jalen Johnson, Reece Shea, Chris Stapps. They got a lot of forwards. If you're asking for like Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, that's a lot of forwards. Where's my guard? Where's my point guard? Where's my 15, 20 points coming from my PG or my 2? If we're trading
Nikhil's averaging 20 though. Nikhil's averaging 20.
I'd much rather just have Trae Young in the postseason than a bunch of forwards.
My only thing is, this is why, to swipe us when he asked me about the Rockets, I don't think Trae Young fits with the Rockets. I don't want to see Trae Young and Şengün and play basketball when we got Kevin Durant that need the ball in more simpler spots. Those guys kind of Trae Young will kind of.
Trae Young can't do that. Trae Young can't put KD.
Nah, he don't play simple basketball.
It doesn't make sense to put Trae Young with a big who doesn't pick and pop or is a lock.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense.
Whoa! Şengün can rim run.
That's I thought he could pick him up.
Şengün wants to be a guard. Şengün want to be Trae Young.
Şengün wants to catch the ball in the pocket and do what he does. He's not
like Clint Capella.
He's not going to do.
He's not like Jokic versus Miami. What you're saying?
I seen him catch that lob.
He got hurt right after.
Yeah.
That was the same level of athleticism, by the way, from Jokic. If you balance it out, you got to grade it on the curve. As Embiid did when he threw the ball off versus the Knicks. Remember what I'm talking?
No.
Whatever.
He did that again against the Nets, by the way, like 3 nights ago. He missed, but he did it again.
But to Swiper's point, though, like it's certain teams that Trae Young just don't fit on. Like he might can fit New Orleans, but I'm gonna have to take Jordan Poole. I'm gonna have to take either Herb Jones or Trey Murphy and a pick. I'm gonna have to take some.
Be clear about one thing. Be clear about one thing, Jordan. I just gave you
fit on the Pelicans though.
Just be clear about one thing.
I mean, those guys
just gave you Dyson Daniels, and Dyson Daniels was a throw-in. By the way, we threw him.
I told you guys he was the best player in the deal.
You did say that, Mars. You 100% said that. He was like, here, take this too, in addition to the trade. If you think I'm just handing over Herb Jones to you, you bugging. You bugging out.
I mean, sure.
I already gave you Dyson Daniels.
It's not like
I'd rather have Trae Young than I'd rather have Herb Jones and Trae Young as player for player, period, if I'm a contender.
Not if I'm Atlanta.
No. I'm a contender.
I'm leveraging a lot of things when I'm trading to New Orleans. Number one, y'all ain't got no motherfucking superstar over here.
Yeah, they do. Have you seen Derek Queen?
Zion ass ain't no superstar no more.
Derek Queen ain't.
You got the young.
We just using the word superstar for anyone these days.
Whoa, you can project Mars. Just open your.
Yeah. But y'all need.
We'll see what Derek Queen becomes.
They need some excitement.
Derek Queen can be a superstar.
Even Nisi, I think, fits with Trae Young. I don't think Derek.
I need some excitement in my life. That's what they need. They need Trae Young over there for sure.
They got the Bayou Bash brothers and Derek Queen and Zion. Why do they need more?
Young Queen Zion. That's what they need.
All right, fellas.
Don't really play much defense, so I don't know if adding Trae Young fixes their problems, but definitely makes them more explosive offensively. Then
make them more fun to watch. They giving away tickets for $5.
Okay, but guess what's fun to watch? The Charlotte Hornets, and they're still bad. I don't want to be the Charlotte Hornets.
They ain't that fun to watch.
No, they're not.
Offensively, I enjoy watching the Hornets.
Nah, they're not. They were fun to watch.
I don't mind watching the Hornets.
Ball too.
But all right, fellas, we're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to get back into the title of the show. Who's really the worst team in the NBA? So, fellas, here's how we're going to do it. I got a bracket that is 1 through 8. Of the teams with the 8 worst records in the NBA, we are going to pretend like, well, you know how it typically is come playoff time. It's the top 8 teams in the league They play a 7-game series. The winner advances, and who ultimately wins in the last series, which is the NBA Finals, wins the Larry O'Brien Trophy and is the NBA champions. We are going to do the reverse of that. We have the bottom 8 teams. We are going to do a 7-game series. Loser advances.
Garbage.
And we are going to really see who's the worst team in the NBA. I have the bracket set up right now.
This is some hater shit.
Which is kind of ironic considering you're the worst team, but you're winning.
Oh,
I have the bracket set up.
Yeah, you're winning by losing.
well, that's the draft.
Oh, you know, I did something like this on TikTok yesterday. It was fun.
Here's what the bracket looks like. We got the Pacers versus the Jazz. That's the 1-8 series.
Yeah, that's easy.
The Nets versus the Wizards. That's the 4-5 series.
Easy.
The Kings versus the Hornets. That's the 3-6 series. And then we have the Mavericks versus the Pelicans. That is the 7-2 series.
Wow,
Mavericks are still in the bottom 8. Yeesh.
Mavericks. Wow. Wait, who missed out? Like which one?
The Clippers have escaped this room. The Clippers.
Yeah,
have
I guess
escaped.
Clippers.
That's the only team that really was close. Otherwise, you're going to say like the Bucks and the Blazers.
Yeah,
so it's really just the Clippers.
I guess it's fair. Yeah.
This is some real hater shit, Ron.
So let's get into it. The first team is the 1-8 series, the Pacers versus the Jazz. We are talking about a 7-game series. Who would lose this series, fellas?
The Pacers.
So who loses 4 games first?
They don't have Keontae George. Yeah, whoever doesn't have them is losing.
Oh, that Keontae prop is good. Aging
in like 5
great,
games.
amazingly for you, by the way.
Hey, bro. Hey, what? Hey, Mara, do it with me. Hey, Drench, do it with me. Sick and Bears.
No.
But shout out to Keontae, and for some reason, no one's acknowledging Keontae's like very legitimate most improved player. Like
he's balling.
Case.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
He got that Mars. He got that
Yeah,
offensive shit figured out. That boy know how to play some offense, boy. That boy got that shit
He
figured
got
out.
it. Yeah, he got it.
But I tell you a true story, bro. I was coaching in the tournament. This is when he was his senior in high school, and I watched Reed Shepard was there, Keontae George, Mikey Williams, Adem Bona, Chris Livingston. I think it was another guy, another NBA player there that just turned out to be an NBA player. Bro,
Let me guess, Jordan. Keontae George was the best player in the gym.
Easily. And he played defense, though, at that time. He played defense. Like, he was locking shit up. When I first saw him.
6'3".
Chill.
That was the next question I was about to ask you.
Look, chill. When I first saw him, I was like, bro, I watched him play defense. Like, I was like, dog, his ass lock up. He played for an Under Armour team at the time. He played for, I forgot the name of it.
Mars, I'm 2 for 2, by the way.
But I was like, bro, he locking shit. I was like, bro, he clearly an NBA player. Like, clearly
where's he from? Where is he from?
Dallas.
Okay, so he.
Yeah.
And how far is Baylor from Dallas?
Reed Shepard was the second one. I didn't know who Reed Shepard was at the time, but I coached against him. He for sure had 30. For sure had 30. Reed Shepard was cold as hell, and the dude kept telling me, "You don't know who that is?" I say, "No."
I remember when Mars. This is not to call
son.
Mars out, but this is I remember Mars said Isaiah Collier was better than Keontae.
Shit, yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
Yo, fellas, let's get back to it though.
Ron, they beat them in 5 games. Utah.
Yeah, the Pacers get fried. The Pacers get fried.
Let me shout out Mikey real quick. Shout out Mikey real quick, man. Putting on a
Mikey was on that team. Mikey was on that team I was coaching.
Yeah, I didn't know he was coaching. I just know you said his name.
Yeah.
Just shouting out Mikey for putting on in Sacramento.
He did have a good game.
So everybody got the Jazz beating the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
I got them in 5 games. I think they smoked.
Yeah, this is quick.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers actually are advancing because they lost. All right, now we have the Nets versus the Wizards.
This one should also be easy. The Nets.
Yeah, the Nets are better than them. Than who?
Cam Thomas is back, by the way, so shout out to him. He's doing his thing. Cam Thomas is back.
Do the Nets beat the Wizards?
Yeah.
That's what I was.
The Nets have been good.
What is with? I'm genuinely
good.
What is you guys' infatuation with the Wizards? Because once again, this is 3 straight years where you guys have tried to deny the.
It is.
Like
they got some good players over there.
I don't understand.
If the Wizards had better talent, they would be winning more games.
They got some good players over there.
If they would have had better talent, they'd be winning more games. Like.
They just suck. The Wizards suck. They're getting fried by the Nets.
They got some good players.
And the Nets have better players too.
Yeah, the Nets are better.
And Nets don't really suck like people think they suck though. They're all right though. They just
their defense has been good somehow. But yeah, Jordy's a great coach, bro.
The Nets don't suck like people think they do, bro. The Nets,
No, they still suck.
George,
but,
you
like,
want to
they're
tell us
pretty
that they
decent.
don't have NBA players on their crew. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was early in the
They're
season.
very
That was early in the
clearly
season. They was
better
playing a bunch of
They're-
bums.
they're-
I'm like, who the
they're
fuck
very
is
clearly
this?
better than
You
the
was like,
Wizards.
get
Their
these
defense
dudes
is
out of
better.
here. They
And
don't
their
got no
offense
pros
is
on their
better. That's
team.
from
That
both sides.
was early in the season, chill. It's different.
Okay, we're third through the season. What's changed in a third through the season with
Michael
these
Porter
guys?
Jr.
How do I
is the
go
best
from
player
not
on the
being an
floor.
NBA
Start
player?
hooping, and then they start playing better defense. They start playing better defense.
Yeah, their defense has been top 10, y'all. Like y'all got to kind of update your
Yeah,
resume.
their
a little
defense has
bit.
been playing a lot better.
They moved MPJ to the
I
3.
think
They
they-
put Noah Clowney in the starting lineup with him and
Yep.
Nick Claxton. And their defense took off. Like they've been really good. And you can also, if you want to attribute it to Cam Thomas being out, then sure, go do that. But like their defense has been good. Terrence Mann has been giving them decent minutes. Jaeger has been getting better as the season goes
Jaeger
on.
definitely got better.
Danny Wolf is now in the rotation. He's implementing his like unique style of play. Drake Powell is intriguing. Like they're a better team than the Wizards. I don't know why we're doing this. They're a better
Yeah,
team.
that's a fact.
I think
I still don't like Trey
They
Young.
are
I still don't like
trash.
Trey Young.
Welcome to the show. The worst team in the NBA. Yes, no team here is good. We know this.
I still don't
But I'm
like Trey
saying,
Young.
though, like, I don't think so.
They
They
I
took
play a
agree.
better
out-
brand of
what's his
basketball
name?
than the Wizards. They guards better than the Wizards. They have more talent than the Wizards. They're better than the
I don't
Wizards.
think they have more talent. That's the thing.
You
is I
only
don't-
think
you
only
can say
think the
anything.
Wizards. You only think the Wizards have more talent because their guys were the 6th overall pick or the 2nd overall pick like 3 years ago. So they
Alex
look like
Sarr
they
is
have
better
more
than any
talent.
young talent that the Nets have.
Mike- better than
Porter
Claxton.
Jr. is the best.
I'm saying
player
it right
on the
now.
floor.
He's better
Not
than Claxton.
Igor.
Right.
Keyshawn is better than any young talent that the Nets have.
It's not about
Keyshawn
young
George is
talent.
better.
It's like if these two teams
Yeah,
play
Keyshawn
today, who's
George is
winning?
good.
And Michael
Yes.
Porter Jr. is the best player on the floor.
All around, as an all around.
Keyshawn
So who would
George
you
is better than Cam Thomas.
CJ
who would you rather?
McCollum has
Cam
something to
Thomas
say about
scores
that.
better. But if you're talking like,
That's what sport basketball. Cam Thomas is better than Keyshawn George.
He ain't
so
better
hold
than
on.
CJ McCollum.
If you whatever team,
Sure,
we
sure.
can take whatever contending team. Actually, the Rockets. Who would the Rockets rather have?
Keyshawn. That doesn't mean you're a better player.
That just means
I'm
you
saying he
fit.
plays
That
a
just
better
means you're
brand of
a better
basketball.
player.
No.
Congratulations.
Here's what I'm saying though. Here's
Better
what I'm
fit
saying
does
though.
not mean better player.
No, I understand that. I'm saying Keyshawn George plays a much better brand of basketball than Cam Thomas.
That
If
doesn't mean
Cam
he's a
Thomas
better
isn't
player.
giving you those if Cam Thomas isn't giving you those
Yeah, I
buckets,
agree.
then it's like,
But Cam Thomas is
what are
still
you
better.
doing? And on top of that, Cam Thomas coming off the bench now.
On
Cam
a
Thomas-
minutes restriction. What do you mean? He just got back from injury.
All right.
By the way, been averaging like 20 since coming back from injury on a minutes
All right.
restriction.
And the Washington Wizards got a guy that averages 20 and 10, and they don't run any offense for him, none whatsoever. So with that also being said, their vets are better. CJ McCullough and Middleton are better than any of the vets that they got over there. No doubt about
Hey,
it.
chill. Another reason why the Nets are
That's the
better.
point.
MPJ's a vet,
That's
right?
the-
Chill,
that- that's
another
the
reason
point.
why the Nets got
I don't
better
know if you're calling
because they
MPJ a
took Ben
vet.
Sarr
I'm
garbage
not
ass out the
in
lineup,
that
too.
sense.
His
Not
ass
in the sense of.
trash.
Go ahead, say it again, Jordan. I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said part of the reason why the Nets got better too is because they quit playing Ben Sarr trash ass. That's another reason why his ass flat out garbage. That was one of the guys I was talking about. I don't like him or Trayor.
Jordan, talk to me about Brooklyn. You said they had no NBA.
Traore been getting some minutes though recently.
I know, but I don't like his game. His ass trash, bro. Like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not-
Yegor
I'm not-
Dimon
I'm
was
not
looking
against
trash
him.
at first too, but he
Yeah,
started
but
to step it up.
Jaeger's getting better. You can see he's getting stronger. Like he's able
Definitely
to
getting better.
get inside the 3-point
Anyways.
line now. So like
Well, I
He's
just looked. I mean,
improving.
these two teams played.
Nick
you know, like
Claxton
a
is
month
getting
ago.
back to like his college days. I don't know if you guys are paying
The Nets
attention.
beat the Wizards
No,
by
I'm taking
23
Washington
points
in 7
earlier
games.
in the season. So Michael Porter
Why?
Jr. at 34. Michael Porter Jr.
They're not even better now, though,
MPJ is
like-
like quite clearly the best player on both of these teams, like by a significant
The
margin.
reason why I swipe out,
Yeah.
I think the front line is the difference. I think Alex Sarr is going to outplay Nick Claxton. I think he's going to be better.
Okay, but one of them
offensively. I
has
think
a
he's gonna be-
significantly better coaching infrastructure, and that is the Nets. Significantly better.
Alex Sarr 9 points, 4 for 12 last time they played the Nets. Nice.
Damn.
I think you guys are understanding how much like MPJ makes a difference in.
He way better than everybody. First of all, is MPJ a top 20
MPJ
player in the
is a
NBA? Is
monster.
MPJ a top 20 player in the NBA today?
No.
Maybe top 20.
I don't
He's really good,
have
though.
a I don't have a list,
season,
but
I don't think he's top 20.
this year I would say he's been one of the 20 best offensive players.
Easily,
Right.
easily,
Yeah.
easily.
The defense
But
is
I'd be-
still
I-
bad, but, whatever.
For sure.
But I'd be crazy to
He
say,
rebounded.
Big Ox, in a 7-game series,
Why?
that an old man over there in Washington to get at MPJ.
No.
I'd be crazy to say.
CJ,
No.
what are you talking about?
Middleton?
CJ?
You talking about Middleton?
Talk about Chris Middleton. I'd be crazy to say
No.
he'd be getting
Man,
that.
MPJ.
I mean, they
good
were
at
both
Dale,
go
bro.
off though.
That
This motherfucker
motherfucker
can
shoot
still
the
do
ball
his
with
thing, like,
two
he's
hands.
still-
If MPJ without any legitimate defenders defending him is frying you.
I just said he dropped 34 last time they played the Wizards.
Yeah,
The
it's
Wizards
not
give
even
up
a question. They don't have anybody to
125.
guard him.
And
The
you have
Wizards give
MPJ
up
like one of the
125
greatest
points per
offensive weapons in
game.
the
If
NBA,
Michael
like-
Porter Jr. had a 7-game series against the Wizards, FanDuel would take him off the books because they know Michael Porter Jr. for 35 a night. Like, they wouldn't even put him on.
Who's guarding CJ McCollum?
The Nets have one of the better,
Kubali,
man.
best
Kubali.
opponents per game in the Eastern Conference.
Terrence Mann. It'll be Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann
I'm really
can
happy
guard
for the
too.
Nets, bro. The Nets suck.
CJ
Why am I
Terrence Mann, you come off the bench with like a Zaire Williams or something.
Mhm. Shout out Zaire.
CJ cooking there.
But
I think
But
the
all right,
coach might be the
fellas, who are we
difference. Like,
taking?
to be honest with you, the coach
The
might be
Wizards
the
are
difference.
worse.
Jordy
than the Nets.
Fernandez
So
was
once
not going
the
to win
better
Coach of the Year
coach,
last
better
year. They
defense,
didn't win
better
the
offense, and the better players. I wonder who's going to win the series. I don't know.
But like Chill said, we're really arguing who's like the best looking ugly chick. I'm not
That's
going
really
home
what we
with any
doing.
of these chicks at the end
I'm
of the night,
not.
regardless. Why am I like trying to like
Yeah, boy.
I'm trying to
You
defend this
don't
ugly chick.
go
Hey,
home.
son,
You
you
don't
anyway.
get the best out of them. You don't go home with them.
You gotta.
There's just no way
sometimes
you
gotta-
guys actually think the Wizards have a chance.
I'm just saying,
All right.
guys, well, sometimes you gotta live a little. You don't gotta go home, but it's a Holiday Inn right there.
Shit, I go home.
Ain't no bread for that. Hell no.
Something wrong with y'all,
I'm
bro.
not tricking
Oh,
no
chill,
dough for that.
Hey, chill, the Holiday Inn costs $45.
Hell
Man.
no, I'm not tricking
Hey,
no
hey,
dough
if,
for that.
hey, if
Hey,
you
I
do
got-
it,
I got-
if
I
you
got
do
one
it
of them
right,
friends-
if you
I
do it
got-
right, you can get $4,500 back in return if you do it right. But
Chill. I
Well,
got,
you
I
been
got
in Seattle too
the,
long,
chill,
boy.
I
You
got
gotta
the
get off that
friends.
blade,
hey,
right?
I ain't learned that in
got the
Seattle.
friends
I learned that
I
down
got
where
the-
you at.
You got the
I
friends
got
and
the
family
friends and
plan?
family code. I got that friends and family code at the Holiday Inn, so it ain't gonna be nothing.
Y'all, but so Mars is taking the Wizards, Casual's taking the Wizards. Ox, who you got?
Oh, to
I'm
lose.
gonna just
Yeah,
let
yeah,
them pick. I'm commenting on it, but I don't think I want to vote on this hater shit. I'm gonna let them finish voting.
All right, Drench, who you got?
The Wizards definitely the worst team. The Nets winning, bro.
You know, us bunch of so and so's up here. You know, you see what we doing.
Swiper?
Yeah, for
You got
sure.
the- you got the Wizards
Nets
losing?
are winning. Yeah.
All right. So the Wizards are advancing. The next series we got, y'all, is the Kings and the Hornets. I actually still don't want to get involved in this hater shit.
Are we assuming fully healthy? Like, do the Kings have Sabonis? And
No,
Levine?
right now, today, right now.
Oh, the Kings lose. The Kings lose.
No,
Look, give them Sabonis. They still lose.
Yeah, but I wanted to know because right now,
Hold
if
on,
it's based on current,
unless he's
rosters,
out for the
Kings
season.
he's
No,
out for a
Sabonis is
few
good.
more weeks.
He's
Like,
been
I
out
don't
Comes
know.
back like mid, late.
Oh yeah.
January.
No. They got Sabonis.
Oh, okay.
He's missed like 15 games.
Zach Levine's also missed like a few
Yeah,
weeks.
Levine's
too.
been, Levine was
Cause
also
he
playing.
be up
I don't know
here.
if it was
Plotting.
documented.
He been
but
up here
the way
plotting.
Levine was
That's
playing,
why.
Levine was playing for a while and he wasn't healthy. I don't know. Like, he was whatever. But fully healthy, I think it's close. But
I don't think we should do it. I don't think
currently
we should
the
do it
Kings would
fully
get
healthy. I think we should talk about how the team.
Well, no, Ox, if unless it's a season in the injury, he's gonna be back and he's gonna be playing for you guys. So I'm saying like I want to do rosters of healthy people.
Yeah, but then that just turns into so much speculation because we're judging the team based on what we've been watching, and we haven't been watching them.
We've seen him with Sabonis. Sabonis played this year.
When was that? When's the last time you seen Sabonis play, Ron?
It
A month ago?
It might have been a couple weeks ago, but he played this year.
Sabonis come into the year hurt or my trip?
Yeah.
DeMontis
Last game he
stayed
played
hurt,
was
but that's not-
11-16 against the Spurs.
6 weeks ago, Ron.
A month and a half.
That's like matter of fact, that's like 7 weeks. He hasn't.
All right. No Sabonis.
Oh, then I got.
Well, when Sabonis did play, they only won 2 games. So
That's,
I mean,
that's,
Oh yeah, they suck.
yes, and
regardless.
who was not there too? We were missing a lot of players. Like, so you're telling me that?
So then, do I say no Keegan? He missed a good chunk of the season too.
No, he playing right now, though.
brutal
that's
schedule.
what I was
Actually,
getting at.
looking back at it to start the year, holy.
Before DeMontis got hurt, when he was playing, there was no Keegan Murray.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So Keegan Murray is like this difference.
Yes,
like,
Keegan Murray.
For them,
is a
yeah,
difference
for
maker.
them,
You should
yeah.
probably- you should
But
probably
it
watch.
says a lot
You should
about-
probably watch him
about
play,
the team.
Kaiser. Before you speak on him, you should probably watch.
I'm
him
just
play.
saying, like, is he like the
Definitely.
difference between playing and basement?
He's
like,
he's the difference.
No,
He's
playing,
the difference.
no.
He's a difference in a few games, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a few games, and yes, Keegan Murray is a difference in a few games. Yes, absolutely.
If the Kings were fully healthy the whole year, they probably have about 11 wins.
I'll say
So 3 more than they have right now.
I would say about 14. I'll say about 14.
3 more than what
They'd be
they
better
had
than the
right now.
Clippers if they were fully healthy, like record wise.
We'd have a better record than the
Well, the Clippers
won't
weren't
be
fully
better
healthy,
than the-
so
Yeah, but that's why. I got the Hornets. I got the Hornets. That's it.
yeah, I go with the Hornets too. Kings are bottom 3 in both offense and defense. Just trash basketball. Sorry.
The Hornets have some redeeming qualities. Their offense is decent. They have interesting talent over there. Concanipple is great. LaMelo is still really talented. Like I said, Brandon Miller's ascending. They're rookies. Tijan Salan is having a really good sophomore year after being one of the worst players in the league in year 1. He's improved a lot.
You was very vocal about that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, still think it's a terrible draft pick, but he's mightily improved. So shout out to Tijan Salan. But yeah, I got the Hornets.
Yeah, all the metrics just say
Yeah,
Hornets are
chill.
better. So
Swiper, Jordan,
Hornets. Yeah.
Hornets.
The Hornets win.
All right. Well, the Kings. Ox, would you like to?
No, I also think with how we are right now, I also think the Hornets win. That's what I was saying when I was talking about it. I'm just not voting on it.
All right. Well, the Kings are advancing to the second round. Words that we have never heard before. All right. Last but not least, we have the Mavericks versus the Pelicans.
Mavs are better.
Yes, they are. Not much better, but I think that they better.
Anthony Davis out and Kyrie.
Davis playing.
AD's playing.
AD played. It didn't look like it, but AD played against
He played
Philly.
yesterday.
He played.
It just didn't look like it.
Yeah, it didn't look like he played, but he played.
I think he only had like 13 points, but he played.
We're just gonna keep letting it skate under the radar that Anthony Davis just.
Well, there's a bunch of trade rumors.
Who
now
said
coming
no?
out about
No, Mars. You were on a sabbatical when we had a conversation about Anthony Davis versus who was it, Chill? Kawhi. While Anthony Davis somehow skates the conversation for injuries and all that other stuff. But then Kawhi, but I said Kawhi was playing better than AD with more games played this year. We were doing the last 3 years and all this other stuff. Yeah. AD had played 16 games at that point, I believe, with the number, Chill. I can't remember what the exact number was. I don't remember what it was. He was averaging 20 and 9. And nobody was saying anything about it. Because it's like, hey, he's doing the best he can. So we had a whole conversation last week.
AD checked out.
No.
Is he checked out?
It looks like it. To be honest with you, Casual, it does look like
There's
it.
all these trade rumors.
It does.
There's all these trade rumors coming out. Now, I've always had that gripe with Anthony Davis for a long time, which I don't know. Like, he doesn't really – sometimes there's that killer in him that I wish he just would stick it to the Lakers and stick it to the NBA world and say, oh, you're going to trade me for Luka and make me sound like I'm Kwame Brown in this trade package. I'm just going to go drop 30 a night.
I mean, he did do that, then he got hurt.
Maybe all these injuries have just started to pile up. He just doesn't want to be in Dallas. All this.
Y'all don't want me here anyway.
I was thinking, what you mean you don't want to be in Dallas?
Y'all don't want me here anyway.
They don't want him here.
Y'all don't want me here anyway.
I feel like this is a lot. Oh, shout out to your fake beard. I feel like this is a lot of projection.
I guess a lot of projection.
I just think Anthony Davis just isn't as good as maybe you guys think. At this point.
I just think he's checked out.
I do think he is, Mars, and I think that because I've seen stretches of him be really good, it doesn't help when you get traded. To your point, I mean, you said this a bunch of different times, and I am coming around. I mean, trading for Luka was a bad idea. It was. And the fact that now I'm traded for him, and on top of me being traded for him, I've been in and out of the lineup, and I hear so many different times, they don't want me here anyway. I was already on a championship unit. I was on a team that was in the Western Conference Championship, and I was playing really well with them. Yep. And yes, we have seen the decline of guys over the course of a year or so, but I still think Anthony Davis is still because I've seen 30 and 15. I've still seen 25 and 10 from him. But I think that what's going on in Dallas has really affected him, and I do think that he wants out of there. I do.
Isn't that the story of Anthony Davis when he was on the Lakers was the inconsistency in games where he just wouldn't show up?
That's what I said.
So was he checked out in LA too? Has he been checked out in like the last 5 years? Because we've been up here multiple times. Oh, Anthony Davis, he just had 44 and 12, and then the next game he had 12 points.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, what's going on? Why can't Anthony Davis take the reins from LeBron? Why is he not this number one guy?
But those two things ain't the same.
Back then, when he was having inconsistent games, and it'll be like, oh, he just got beat up and down the court by this no-name big. What's going on with Anthony Davis?
Yep.
So was he checked out in LA as well when the same?
I said it, though.
No, he wasn't checked out in LA. The reason why is because they didn't. The reason why is because they traded for him, one, for a lesser player. Two, is because they also demanded that he got better. They wasn't trying to ship him off. That's the difference. He got shipped.
But chill, you do make every excuse in the book for AD though when he does go on these runs. Yes, because the issue is Anthony Davis. I remember this show when he would go Ghost in the end of games in the playoffs, you would always say they stopped giving him the ball.
Yes, I did
every
say
time
that.
it came to the fourth quarter, you said they didn't do enough to get him the ball. They
stopped
didn't
going
do
to
enough
him.
to get him engaged.
Sure.
The problem is that every single iteration of AD the last few years, now he's not engaged because of the trade rumors. And then with LA, it's like, well, they're not giving him the ball. They're not creating the offense for him. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. I'm saying, like, at some point, it's on the player.
It is.
I do that with Anthony Davis.
I'm respectfully.
100%.
That's why we had a whole argument last week, though. It's like, I don't think you do, because if you held him to the same kind of tenacity you held to Kawhi Leonard last week, we would have had a whole conversation about AD. Because Ox had to come to AD's defense, rightly so. But to you, because I was bringing up Kawhi, he's having a great year this year. But you're saying, I don't know what I'm going to get. I know he's going to go down. I know he's going to get hurt. Meanwhile, AD has played 20 games with Dallas since he got there, and he's not been good this year relative to trading Luka Doncic for him. And you weren't saying anything. I'm saying at some point it's on AD. AD has to be better.
I think AD's been good this year. I mean, when
I think he's still a good player. I just think he's not the level of, like, he's quite clearly not a top 10 guy to me. Yeah. And he wasn't top 10 last year.
I agree with that.
He's not playing.
And he wasn't top 10 last year for me either, but you guys still said he was, and we had the disagreement. And I'm not saying you guys were wrong and I was right, because this year is a different year to last year.
Sure.
But I think we're at the point where Anthony Davis is steadily getting worse. The defensive impact is steadily getting worse, and the offensive impact is getting drastically worse. Like, he's just not as good. And once again, he's a center in denial because he still wants to play the four. Like, he's quite clearly a center. But, like, so that also doesn't help anything. So, like, the flaws he had in LA, he still has them in Dallas. But we're attributing them in Dallas to being checked out. When in LA,
I think two things can be true.
Flaws.
I mean,
So
I said it for the last 3 minutes. I said in the last 3 minutes that, listen, I've been a big Anthony Davis guy. I remember coming out of Kentucky because a lot of my family are Kentucky fans. They went to Kentucky. So I remember watching Anthony Davis. He's always lacked this offensive aggressiveness. And I especially noticed that in Los Angeles, where he'll have the roller coaster in the playoffs, or where he'll just go ghost in a fourth quarter where it's like, AD, you're one of the 5-10 best players in the world. Go get this basketball for 3 minutes and go cook Nikola Jokic. That does go and affect in his game. But I also kind of look at him and I'm like, you can just feel the injuries and just the trade rumors and the fact that they treated him like Kwame Brown in this trade package. That's kind of wearing on him. And it's natural for a human being to feel that. But then when you add that into the fact that he just naturally lacks offensive aggression and he's just not this killer that we'd want him to be, it's adding to this season.
I also think that I've seen dominant stretches from Anthony Davis, and it was for me when he was playing with the Lakers, it was never, get Anthony Davis out of town. No, I complained about Anthony Davis about him being soft. I complained about Anthony Davis about him not being consistent, and a lot of that had to do with injuries. And a lot of that's where the soft thing came from. But then he would play and be the dominant Anthony Davis. I saw him I saw him going to Washington when he was playing with the Lakers. Do you remember that second half of the season? He went into Washington and kicked Porzingis' ass, put 55 and 10 on him. He 100% did that. Then when they had that stretch where they were the best defensive team in the game going into the playoffs in 23, that had a lot to do with him. A lot to do with him being that. So I never really to say that I make excuses for Anthony Davis. I try to treat Anthony Davis as fairly as I possibly can.
You make more excuses for AD than you do other superstars, and especially when it comes to Kawhi. You treat Kawhi radically different than you treat Anthony Davis. That was my whole point. You treat them like much different players. Go ahead, Ron.
Yo, and then all right, we just talked about AD.
Yep.
But we still have the Mavs versus the Pelicans in a 7-game series. I actually think this would be a pretty good 7-game series too.
Yep.
But who do you guys have?
I'll take Dallas in 6.
It's interesting. There's one team that can't score versus one team that can't guard. So it's like interesting. But yeah, I got the Mavs. The talent level's a bit too high.
Y'all take Mavs too.
I got the Mavs too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Big Ox, would you like to participate? Would you like to maybe do your job?
In this hater shit, Ox?
All right, well, we have the Mavericks.
I am participating.
Well, if you just do what we're doing and pick who you think would win, you're not really hating.
So this is what we're looking at, y'all, right now.
I'll take care of any tiebreakers, guys.
So right now we have the Pelicans versus the Wizards in the 1-4 matchup. And then we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Mavericks in the 3-7 matchup.
Okay, we can get that one out of the way. The Kings would lose to the Mavericks, so move the Kings on. We know.
Oh, hold on, wait. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
the Pacers beating the Jazz.
No.
Okay,
bro. This is
It's
the
who's
losers.
worse. It's who's
The
worse.
losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's what, Pelicans and Kings?
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
would like to
Oh,
think we could
hell.
get this out the way and say that the Kings would lose to the Pelicans.
The Kings might beat the Pelicans.
Nah, I think the
Pelicans-
Pelicans.
I guess it's
basketball
close though. I
team,
guess.
man.
No, they ain't that bad.
I'm fairly confident in the
Sacramento's
Kings.
bad.
would lose.
The
think
Kings
I
be in
think
some
they-
games. The Kings really be in some games. They be losing.
And then the
Russ,
Kings be down by
with
25 in the
Keegan
first quarter.
They do definitely be down by 25, but they
Well,
give a
20 ain't
serve.
a lot
They
in the
give
NBA
a
anymore.
serve.
I just saw
blown
the
out by
Miami
the
Heat last night.
Lakers.
Yeah,
The
fake
Lakers
us.
I just
never
saw the
They
blow
beat
out.
the Rockets. Don't forget
The
that. They just
Lakers
beat the Rockets.
never
That's an indictment.
I'm so glad
Oh,
Casual's here so he
Rockets
can admit that the
trash.
Lakers are frauds.
The Pelicans
like
be
we
working
said.
too, ain't they?
never. I
Yeah,
didn't
the
say
same
Lakers
week.
are fraud. They just don't blow
The
teams
same
out.
week.
No, they're just not good too. Like, but you were just fighting us that day. Goodness gracious.
I don't think the Lakers are contenders either. I just think they're.
They do have a good team. They do. They got a
You were mad that they weren't. Remember, Ron? We had to put them top 10 when we was here.
Swiper, Kings Pelicans, because we got to move on. I got
Pelicans. I got Pelicans. I got Pelicans.
Winning. I got the Pelicans winning.
Yeah, Pelicans winning.
chill.
I'm gonna go with the Pelicans.
I'm taking Sacramento.
Okay.
I think Sacramento.
3-1 right now.
Yeah. I think
Casual?
Sacramento.
Yeah, the Pelicans would beat the Kings. The Kings suck.
And by the way, Casual, y'all just blew Sacramento out like last week.
That's right.
Y'all
But that's what I
smoked
said. The fact that the Lakers blew out the Kings, the Lakers don't blow teams out, even bad teams. They might blow them out for a quarter, but then like fourth quarter comes around, Lakers take foot off the gas and allow 15 points, and then it looks like it was a 10-point game. The fact that the Lakers beat them by 24, I'm like, what? You suck. Like,
The Lakers also beat the Bucks by a good.
Hey,
margin.
I know, Ron. I know we got to move on, but is that video fake of Luka Doncic? Is that AI? When Luka Doncic
Which
was
one?
saying, "Don't nobody tell him how to play basketball." I saw a video like that. That shit got to be fake. If
Oh,
you already,
I
then it
think
must be
it's
fake.
Spoken in Spanish.
Not aware of it.
No, he wasn't in Spanish. He was saying it in English, but it might have been AI.
Then yeah, I'd assume it's fake.
Because he was going off. Nobody's gonna tell me how to play basketball, like some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I'd assume that's fake. I haven't seen it, but I'd assume that's fake.
Okay.
All right, fellas. The next series that we got, I think this actually might
This is
be
the
the
close
best series
one.
we've
Yeah,
got
this is
so
the close
far.
one. Yeah.
The Pacers and the Wizards. Hey, I would actually like to watch this series. I ain't gonna lie.
I have no
I would
intention of
enjoy
watching
it.
junk ball.
I
All-Star
would
game.
enjoy this
I wouldn't watch a
series.
minute of this shit.
No,
I
because I
wouldn't
would
have
just
no
be
intention of watching
curious.
junk balls All-Star game. Ain't no
I
way.
would really be curious to see who's better out of these two teams. I think it's that close. But you guys talk to me. Who you got?
So Ron,
would you actually want to watch the series? I think this might age you like 5 years. I would not want to watch this series. I don't think their local broadcasters would have this. They put on like a soap opera or something. I wouldn't even want to broadcast.
They've played each other. They've played each other already this season. I know the Pacers blew them out once, and I'm pretty sure the Wizards blew them out too.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm pretty
ridiculous.
sure they've both blown each other out.
Peak junk ball.
Ron,
I think the Pacers are a better team, but in a series, I think the Wizards might win.
Ron, you coming over to the table. One of them got buck teeth and bad breath, and the other one is just fat. And she
Pimples
just
all over her face.
Yes.
Yeah, Kill, you better not say that.
Hey, I'm
don't
not
get
one of those.
Bad breath.
I'm not.
crazy.
Yeah. On top of that, on top of the buck teeth, Ox. Yeah, breath stink.
I don't even care, but your breath can't stink. That's just unacceptable.
Yes. On top of that, so you got to pick one. So, if I'm being honest, I'm taking Washington over the Pacers. I got to pick one.
Yeah, I mean,
I can understand. I can understand your people not being able to afford braces growing up, but you can't brush your teeth. Get out of here.
Put a mitt
So
in
we
your
got-
mouth.
I'll take the Wizards to win. I'll take the Wizards to win.
Yeah, I
we
think
got
the
two for Washington.
The
Yeah.
Wizards
Three
are
for
a better
Washington?
team. Yeah, Wizards are a better team. The Pacers, their Pacers, like they have the defense to be like a redeeming quality. Although it's not a great defense by any means, it's definitely better than the Wizards. But then I can't. This team's got on a 10-game losing streak. Like,
Man, the Pacers win that series. They got Siakam and they got
I was about
Nembhard. I'm
to say
taking the
Siakam.
Pacers.
Like we just watched these guys.
We got playoff Nembhard. Yeah, we ain't factored that in. Playoff Nembhard.
Yeah, like
Now, playoff Nembhard did some bullshit against the Magic.
Smith,
That
we
shit
got
was
D. Smith.
trash.
You got Jay Huff too.
Am I did
Shout
I
out
not
Jay Huff, lead the league in
in the
blocks.
Western Conference Championship? Did I not see Middleton on an NBA championship team? Am I losing my mind?
12 years ago.
Damn,
That's
before
true. That's
I
true.
was even
That's
on
true.
Before COVID?
That's what we going
well,
back.
last time these teams played, Alex Sarr didn't even play, and the Wizards still won by 20. Well, technically 19.
Got smoked.
So Nembhard,
Yeah,
playoff
well,
Nembhard was
the
3
Pacers
for
beat
14.
them by
Siakam was
29,
4 for
so-
12. 4 for 12 on the Wizards. 3 for
Playoff
14 on the
Nembhard. That was
Wizards?
not a playoff game.
Ooh.
Pacers beat them by 29. So I mean, based on like plus minus over 2 games,
Derek
the
Walker
Pacers
was
are winning.
You are shooting 37% against the Wizards. All right, man. 89 points against the team. That's 125. That is.
Hey, Ron, we'll go ahead and move on. I got the Pacers. I think the Wizards won. Right.
Wait, what's 14? Oh, it's more. It's
Nah, the
33.
Wizards-
Chill, casual, Mars all chose the Wizards. Jordan, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
Yeah, I want to change my pick to the Pacers. I'm gonna change.
They got the better player.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
changing
all right.
my pick to the Pacers. Change my-
Ox, you can potentially
I think
seal the
think
fate.
I think the Wizards beat the Pacers.
All right, well, we're tied 3-3. In that case, I'm going to fall on the chat. And the chat is saying 62% of the voters are saying that the Pacers would, in fact, win this series. So
Better
the
than a jump ball.
Wizards will be advancing.
Holy Pascal. By
So the what is it called, Jordan? What ball?
Toilet ball.
Junk ball.
Yeah, the fantasy football name
To
is
the
always
junk
toilet
ball
ball.
championship.
Yeah, junk ball championship.
That name ain't gonna stick, by the way, Jordan. Remember, you got to
That's
call
it.
it the
I'm
low,
gonna make sure
low
it's-
intelligence, low efficiency,
No,
That's
I'm
too
low
long.
IQ bowl.
That's what it is, Swiper. My bad.
That's
I
way too
forgot
damn
all the,
long.
I forgot the whole acronym.
Jordan, I'm gonna make
But,
sure it's thick. Yep.
Facts.
All right, well, in the junk ball championship or in the whichever one the Swiper said, we have the Wizards versus the Kings. They are both actually 8-24 are the Wizards, 8-26 are the Kings. Fellas, talk to me. Who loses this series?
Oh, my God.
The Kings lose because they got Russ at the lead guard.
Facts.
Hell no, Russ spanking their ass. And that's crazy. You gonna
Yeah.
disrespect Russ
Laugh your
like
ass in the background. We not doing that.
that.
Yeah. Oh, my
Chill,
God.
I got the Wizards losing.
Newport short after that.
They got DeMar DeRozan closeout in a closeout series versus the Wizards. I'm
Yep.
taking DeMar.
Playoff
The
DeMar.
Kings definitely winning that.
He had a 40 ball versus the Bucks, by the way. So in the
He
playoffs
did.
with the Bulls, with the same team that he's on right now.
DeMar
Basically,
not having a good year though.
DeMar versus Chris Middleton with the money on the line.
Well, one should have got Finals MVP.
Ooh,
Russ actually played good last night. I thought he was good last night against the Clippers, but I'm being honest, Ron. I'm gonna take the Kings. Yeah.
Winning.
yeah, wow, Ox, look at us.
Yeah,
Am
I'll take-
how crazy am I? Obviously, Sabonis and Levine are hurt, so they're not included. Is Alex Saw not the best player between these two teams?
No. Zach
Who
DeMar,
is then?
Alex Saw not better than DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan better than him.
Yeah, DeMar's better.
Okay, I was just
Nah, March, you.
I don't know if I agree. I was like, okay.
I don't agree. I do not.
Keegan Murray not better than Alex Sarr?
No.
Wait.
You know,
So
Keegan
are you-
Murray shooting Lonzo percentages from 3, right?
By the way,
So he's
do
still
you
better
think
than
Keegan,
you.
you
He
think
do
Keegan
everything
Murray
else
better?
better.
You think Keegan Murray is better than DeMar DeRozan?
I'd rather have Keegan than DeMar if you're asking me that.
I think
He's
DeMar
asking who's
DeRozan's
better
the
at
best-
basketball.
DeMar DeRozan's the best player in this series.
Okay, I was just asking a question. Okay.
Keegan
But
Murray
we
is your
don't- but we
number
don't- we
one.
don't got DeMar
Hey, by the
not
way,
win.
what's his name? Raynaud? He can
Casual,
hoop.
that is
Him and
sour
Sarr,
milk.
man.
Murray's
Nice
never
little
been our
series.
number
Casual,
one.
that's what that
option,
is,
guys.
sour
Like,
milk.
You're not winning a single game with Keegan Murray as your best player.
Keegan Murray's never been our number one option.
Hey, you not? Hey, guess what? Guess what?
So he's not Jason.
You ain't
Tatum?
win a game with LeBron and AD is your best players in the playoffs.
Hey,
Now what?
They won a championship. Hey,
Now what? 12
Hey.
years ago?
hey, well, we can't count now. 6,
That's what it sounds like.
Mm.
6,
A,
6.
I
a
go-
bubble gum championship? Mm.
Beat
I
your
think-
team.
I think-
So
I
if
think
your
maybe
team would
the
have won,
win- I
would you
think
call
maybe
it a
The baby nuggets? The dino nuggets?
Baby
Baby
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Here we
League
go.
five.
I
He
mean,
was
if
in
they
year
would have won,
five.
I mean, they did. They
Stop
Aaron Gordon.
Baby? Yeah, they were, what was that? 23 and 21
He was
years
in year
old?
5.
Oh, wow.
He was in year
Casual,
5.
they were your age.
But he was in
Goodness
year 5.
gracious.
Stop the bullshit. I think Jamal
Jokic
Murray-
wasn't an MVP player yet. I don't know why you bring that up.
He was all NBA,
And what's that? Not MVP.
but that's still a
Okay,
good
so-
player.
So he wasn't elite yet.
Well, it's gonna be
He
better
was
than
better
Jokic
than
this
him.
year.
Well, he wasn't
Jokic
elite
this year
yet,
ain't gonna be
okay.
all NBA. Which
Yep.
means 2020 Jokic is actually
He's
better.
gonna be
than
back
this
in 2 weeks, bro. I got it. on
Hell
loose.
nah. 2020 Jokic better than this Jokic. One
But
gonna be
remember,
All-NBA,
the
one
last
gonna
time Jokic didn't make first team All NBA, what happened, Mars?
Oh, they won
Won
that
the
fake championship.
Yeah.
Fake championship. So win another fake one this year.
And then they changed the rule for him the next year.
Back.
So,
Mar,
so
I
you
will
know
tell
this year, that
the thing
65
I
game
have
will
not
change,
missed
yeah.
that since Mars has been. I missed everything else. But Mars, that trolling you do, and he gonna say he's not trolling. He gonna say he's not trolling. I know it's bad.
It's a new
Mark,
year, man.
the
It's
whole
2026.
week, you were gone while you're on your sabbatical. Okay, when you're on a mission trip walking through Georgia with the rest of the monks, I knew I had to study your game again, and here we are. I know exactly what you're doing, bro.
Do you think the rule's going to change this offseason?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Wemby and him. Oh yeah, it's
I guess.
All right, fellas, let's wrap up this segment.
Yes,
We
sir.
have the Wizards and the Kings. Who are you guys taking?
I think the Kings win.
I don't even want to pick. Both these teams suck.
I do think these are the two worst teams in the league, though. So I think.
Oh my gosh,
that's tough.
I didn't have the Kings being this bad.
I think I would
not.
pick. I might just bank on just like Russ, DeMar, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray just winning that series. Yeah,
Experience.
well, just because they're probably just better than Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, Alex Sarr. So I'll take them.
All
And
right,
it's
we
not
got
like the
two for the
Wizards
Kings.
defend too, so it's not like those guys would have any problem getting their game off. So
Yeah, I'm
Two
taking
for the
Sacramento.
Kings.
Yeah, I'll take Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm taking Kings
Three
too,
for the
brother.
Kings.
Oh my God! Finally, we've named the Wizards the worst team in the NBA.
it's quite embarrassing for Washington. How many
Hey,
years have we been
Morris,
in the lottery?
you were
and
just
they're this
early.
bad? Like this is really
You weren't
embarrassing.
wrong. You were just early.
No, you guys were late, but we'll take it. Like, it's better late than never.
I'm not late. I thought everyone overrated them in the offseason. I just didn't think they were all
I
that.
thought that they were going to be a lot better this
Who
year.
was it that said playing this season? Was it Jordan who was saying they might be good?
I thought they were going to be good.
Yeah, but you know, Jordan is junk ball up here, so like, you know,
Ox
he
said
don't believe what
playing
he's
last
saying.
year, but he got off of that for this year. So shout out to him.
Their talent
But the
was
fact
always
that
overrated.
back-to-back seasons, we've had people up here say the Wizards can make the play is insane.
Drench, we can't even hear what you're saying. Your mic is muted or
He's
off
trying
or
to
broken.
defend his Wizards nonsense and somehow. So
Look at Drench. We can't hear you.
let him keep going.
Oh, wait. To be fair,
I knew it was gonna be him defending himself.
number one, when I said that about the Wizards, they still had Marcus Smart on the team and Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh yeah, that would have
That's
made a big
Oh,
difference.
Marcus
That
Smart
would've made a
win
big
over
difference.
replacement.
They
Is so massive.
still had Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon on the team, to be fair. Number two, to be even fair, it was a super hot take. Don't forget that.
There you go.
It was a super hot take. That was it. Don't do
Be
that.
mad at that. I can't
So-
be mad at that.
That's it.
Can't be mad at someone having to take.
So as of right
No,
now,
it's super hot take.
over the last 2 years, the Wizards have not won. They average. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this because Mars, you suck, Mars. I swear you suck. Because over the last 2 years, Mars, this team is averaging 16 and a half wins a year. Over the last 2 years, trash, and they're on pace right now.
They haven't gotten a top 3 pick this whole time, haven't they?
Yeah,
They got Alex Sarr.
Sarr.
2. He went 2. Yeah,
Alex
that's right.
Sarr was 2,
We
and
should have had one this year, but
That's-
we got
and that-
ping pong balls determining our draft. All right.
as
I mean, to be fair, they got Trey Johnson at 6. That's a good return. for the
Trey
6th
Johnson's
pick,
been
but-
decent. No, don't
he
get
is,
me wrong.
man. I
He's
actually
been
had him as
good.
a rookie of the year before.
But when Dallas and San Antonio get the top 2,
Yeah, but when
they have to
exactly.
deal with
When
the
you
Wizards and
lose
the
pretty much every
Sixers,
game and you can't get Cooper Flag, Dylan
the
Harper,
pace that they're on right now, they're on pace again to win 15 games. So for the third year in a row, this is what I'm looking at with the Washington Wizards. They average
They
about
talk-
they would be
16
better
wins a
off
year.
like
and
Cooper
people
Flag.
talking about relocate the Kings, trade them. What about the Wizards? They need to go to Kansas City or Albuquerque.
DC's a better market than Sacramento.
That
so.
it doesn't matter. The market ain't doing shit for them 16 games.
Yeah, that's
anymore.
facts.
And we got the best fans in the world. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I got fans.
Well, I
cussing
mean,
out the
I don't.
players.
I
My
can't-
truck
I won't
driver
know
got
that.
a
You
I don't
wouldn't
want
know
to
that.
compare
You
Mike
talking
King's fan
about
other
you
than
talking about
so.
shit you don't know about. You wouldn't know.
All right, fellas.
Of course I
All right,
wouldn't
we
know. They
gonna
don't
go
have any
ahead.
fans.
You wouldn't know about
Of
that.
course, I wouldn't know.
We
about
gonna
the
go
You
ahead.
Jackson
talking about
Kings
shit
fans.
you
They
don't know
exist.
about. Again, you
Fellas,
talking about
I've never
we are
met
going
them.
to transition into these crunch time chats. Salute to everybody that's in here. If you have not liked the video, what are you doing? If you haven't joined as a member, what the hell are you doing? And if you don't follow us on Twitter, go over to Twitter, go over to TikTok, follow us across all platforms, Facebook as well for the old heads, or some of the young heads that want to be old heads. But we got super chats, y'all. The first one is very interesting. If you were up here yesterday, you know why this super chat is interesting. Infant Riches the Primes, or the Primes, said the panel scores list was disgusting. If you think Ant, D. Mitch, and Brunson are better scores than 34, who's been averaging 31 on 64 to 65 true shooting for the past 4 years. By the way, his per 36 this year is 37 points per game.
This is Giannis.
Yeah.
You guys think Donovan Mitchell's a better scorer than Giannis?
No, Penn
Well-
didn't have him on the list at all, and so that's
At
where
all.
that's.
He didn't have
Penn-
Giannis on the
Giannis been
list?
like
Yeah.
top
No.
3 in points.
Wait,
per
so
game for
Penn
the last,
said
like,
Giannis isn't
5,
a top 10
7
scorer in
years.
the
He ain't have him
scorer.
on the list
Yeah.
at all.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
How is that
Um,
even
for-
possible?
For
I'm not going to
everybody
ask for
that's
the
not up
explanation.
here,
I genuinely just don't care about it.
Did he just forget?
No,
No,
I
he said no.
forgot because he was hurt, and I put him at 4 when we admitted it. He didn't put him on the list at all.
Yeah, I don't care to hear the reasoning, to be honest. So, cool. Okay.
he didn't have a reasoning. We kept trying to get him to ask, and
Probably
we
'cause
kept
He said he
asking
does.
him,
He
just
said he
didn't have
doesn't. He said outright. He looked at all the scores in the league. He doesn't think Giannis is one of the 10 best scorers in the league, so he didn't put him on the list. He didn't have
So
Kawhi
who
on
would
the
have
list
been he
either.
had above him? Do you guys remember?
Donovan Mitchell,
it.
apparently.
I could tell you.
Yeah,
his
he got it.
list.
He got it.
Please. I just want to hear the names.
All right, so Penn's top 10 scores list right now.
Stop
is
right there.
SGA.
Stop right there because we did the same thing
What?
yesterday with voter rights over here in the corner, Mr. Ox. We did the same thing with Mr. Voter Rights over here. So we're not going to put Penn on blast neither.
Penn
we
said
not.
yesterday he doesn't
And
care
I
if we say his
still, I
list.
still got put on blast. My rights were violated.
Anyway,
All right,
Penn's
it's
list.
It's
Did
time
you
to
have your
violate
ID?
these Canadian rights.
I was treated like a second class citizen.
Did you have your ID? Just kidding.
So Penn said SGA number 1, Luka number 2,
Yeah.
Jokic number 3, Donovan Mitchell was number 4, Jalen Brunson was number 5, Tyrese Maxey number 6, Anthony Edwards number 7, Kevin Durant at 8, Steph Curry at 9, Austin Reeves at 10.
Austin Reeves. Yeah.
He
I
think Austin
think- I
Reeves.
think-
He
I think I
thinks
might have-
Austin Reeves puts the ball in the basket better than Giannis.
Yes, sir.
As long as the ball goes in the basket, it doesn't matter how you get it. If it goes in the basket, it goes in the basket. Oh
Shout out to
my-
Penn, man. Shout out to Penn. Hey,
Bro, hasn't Giannis been a top 5 scorer in points per game for the last like
I had
7 years?
Giannis in my top 5, by the way.
Like every single year.
shout out
This
to Penn,
is
man. Shout out to Penn.
ridiculous.
Shout out to Penn.
Giannis is on one of the best scoring runs we've ever seen.
Tyrese Maxey putting the ball in the basket better than Giannis is definitely.
Hey, Swipe, I got a question for you.
No,
Why was people getting on me because I said I think this is the most skilled Giannis I've ever seen him like play basketball? And I've been a fan of Giannis.
I'm not
for a long
aware.
time.
I'm not aware that you said those things. Or the
I
case.
seen you was reacting to the Hornets game, right?
Yeah, but my
Yeah,
thing
Giannis
is,
in the
I've been
postseason.
watching Giannis for a long time. I haven't seen him like this polished as far as like him being able to do so many things on the court. Like, am I
I don't know.
Jordan,
tripping?
I think that goes without saying.
I don't know
No,
why
but
you
it's
would
like
get
people
picked for
say-
that.
Well,
Maybe-
the mid range has deserted him this year, but like in general, like just skill set stuff, like
Yeah.
he's definitely this is the most refined he's been for sure.
That's all I'm saying. I've been watching
Yeah.
Giannis for a long time. Like I remember telling people he was gonna be good when the Wizards. I mean, not the Wizards. The Bucks was barely playing him. I'm like, nah, his ass is gonna be cold. This Giannis, like, I be watching him like willingly go sit down in the post and like willingly like just work out that motherfucker. Like I'm just spinning. He can do every move, like as far as a ball handler, like he can get to any spot he wants to. His footwork is good. He got more patience that I've seen Giannis play. That's the key. He got so much patience. It's no way you finna tell me he's not a top 10 scorer. Like, there's no way you go tell me that.
Tyrese
He should be a top
Maxey,
5
better
scorer
than
easily.
He's definitely a
Giannis,
top
bro.
5 scorer for sure. I got him
Easily.
5.
His efficiency this year is insane. I just looked at it. I mean, bro.
Yeah.
Outside of free throws, of course, but just like just the straight field goal percentage to get that level.
Bro, his ass cold, bro. Giannis ass cold.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Hold on. Is there anybody up here that doesn't believe that Giannis is a top 5 scorer in the NBA? Bare minimum.
I think I had him at 7. Yeah, I had him at 7.
That's too low.
And you
I'd have
sincerely
to hear.
believe
I'd
that?
have to hear the names.
So I had Luka, SGA, KD, Joker, Brunson, and Curry ahead of him.
Giannis just puts
To
the
be
ball
fair,
in
I
basket
hear
more
it.
than
Like
Kevin
I
Durant.
don't agree, but I understand that.
Just puts the ball in basket more than those
Yeah,
guys.
I don't.
But I'm not.
agree,
I'm not one. I'm not one of these people that if you got Giannis top 5, I'm going. No, you crazy. No, I mean, last year the way he shot the mid range. This year, I mean, his mid range is actually gone down a little bit, but he's so much more efficient. I mean, I think Giannis shooting 40 at the long ball line this year. Something.
He's taking like one
That
attempt a
shit,
game.
that shit fake, but I mean, yeah, he is.
Oh, we just talking about this year though, right? This is
for sure.
what we're talking about this year. He's still, I still think he's the best transition player in the game. I still think he's the best finisher in the game. I mean,
Yeah.
I just think that when I'm thinking about the other players relative to what they've been doing, I mean, I if you got Giannis top 5, I have no problem with that.
So no one thinks Kawhi is in these talks.
He didn't
We had
make
that
the list.
conversation
Healthy,
yesterday.
Thank you, Marsh.
He was
You know-
honorable mention on the list.
Kawhi's not a top 10 scorer.
Nope.
He didn't make our
Kawhi's a better
top 10
scorer than
scorers
Austin
list.
Reeves. If we're doing
But you got to think about this though, Mars. He just now going on a tangent. Like that's been thing.
He was averaging 26 before all this started.
He
Jordan.
He was averaging
I know,
25. What was he averaging? 23 last year,
Let me see what the list I
and
sent you,
nobody
Ron.
said he was a top.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he was going on a tangent like to where like before we sent these.
So yeah,
listings.
I had Edwards, Brunson, Maxey, Durant, Curry,
Right.
Mitchell, Luka, Giannis, SGA, and Jokic. And so I think
These
all
lists
those players
got
are scoring
sent
better
through
than
what
me.
on Monday?
You guys think Tyrese Maxey puts the ball in the basket better than Kawhi?
Well, we're talking
I
about this year. He
No,
the
no,
last
yeah, we're
last
talking
stretch of
about
the
this year.
games,
No,
he's
I
not
know.
been great. But yeah, including the start of the year, I think he deserves to be on this list. But
Tyrese got
Kawhi's been
busy
also
last
great
night.
lately. Maxey was like scoring a lot better, but then I think there's several things that happened to the 76ers that took down some of his made his scoring a little bit worse, but I do think he deserves to be on the list this year.
Maxey got busy last night. He had 34 points.
No, I know, but the
It was-
season
It was
like
getting
the,
to
you
it.
know.
I
Yeah.
mean, on the season, he's third in the league in scoring. I'll say it for myself right now. I don't think Kawhi's a better scorer than Maxey on the season. Now, on any night basis, and if Kawhi keeps this up, or if Kawhi continues to be 2019, 17, 18 Kawhi, all right,
KD
Maxey-
wasn't on the list.
I had KD at 3.
No, honorable mention,
I
man.
had KD
Why
at
was
3.
KD?
Yeah, Penn didn't
Why
have.
was
Did
KD
he
not
have
on the
KD
list?
on
I
the
didn't
list?
have KD
I
on
had
the list
KD
either,
at
but
3.
I think
Drench didn't have. You didn't have KD on the list, Drench?
I didn't
Oh, yeah,
have
he
KD
did.
on the list though, but it's because of all the other scores, like it's because of all the scores like that we have in the current game. Like KD averaging 25. Like
On
I
50,
still
40,
think he's
90 though.
I think as far as a skill set, KD is definitely
Imagine
on the list.
that.
I'm just factoring in points per game.
Oh,
I got I got to say this right now because that was an accident for me, 100% accident. I definitely had KD. And you got to remember too, Ron. I had forgot Giannis and then remembered it was like, oh shit, give me Giannis, but I forgot about KD. I was 100%.
Hey, Big Ucks, you and Chill got to get y'all shit together when you putting these lists together. We tired of y'all coming up here talking about, oh, I forgot this guy. Oh, I made a mistake.
I ain't
Oh,
getting nobody.
That's a complete accident.
I mean,
Now, hey, now you got us
I had
looking
KD
bad.
at 3. What are you talking about?
I mean,
That was a mistake.
regardless,
shout out to you, shout out
You
to
had-
you.
regardless,
I think
Ron,
3 is high,
either-
but shout out to you.
Either-
You had
way,
Giannis at 7 and
I wouldn't-
Jokic at 4,
Let's do
though.
it
I
with
think
this.
that's
I would've-
enough
I would've
for
probably-
Get him out of here.
I would have probably had had KD
Cool.
at like
Let's do
8
that
or
here.
7
Man,
anyway, so
big
really
beard,
wouldn't have
get him
made a
out. You
difference.
gotta go. Get him out of here.
What,
You know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
fake beard?
Rich man with the fake beard, get him out of here. You gotta go. Get him out. Fuck out of here. As you were saying, Ox.
Yeah, you gotta go.
It really,
Jordan.
it really,
Damn,
it
Drench, you
really,
gotta
it
shave
really
your
wouldn't
beard?
have, it wouldn't have made a difference, though, Ron. 'Cause I would have had KD at like 8 or something, so it wouldn't have really mattered.
here.
You know what I mean?
So you
I
guys,
didn't forget about
Mars,
James
do you want to see the full list?
It doesn't sound like I do. No, I don't think I want to see it.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next super chat from Dub Ballout Highlights. Dub Ballout said, having a debate in my chat. Is Jason Tatum a first ballot Hall of Famer as of right now? I think he is, without a doubt, just within his accolades alone.
Yep.
Like if he retired
he-
today,
he-
like
he-
this
he
very
does
second.
Yeah, two-time Olympic gold medalist.
That's enough right
multiple
there.
All-NBAs,
Mm-hmm.
multiple All-Star selections,
Champion.
How many first
NBA
teams is that?
champion.
3, 4,
conference
Five?
finals MVP.
2 finals apperances.
Conference Finals MVP. He was the first
he'd
one.
Yeah, he'd make the Hall of Fame. Yeah, for sure.
How
First
many
ballot.
first teams was that in a row? 4?
First team, 4, right? Yeah, 4.
4 in a row.
3, 4.
And he's got the
Something.
ring. He also has that in 22, the conference finals MVP.
And I say this as a Melo man. Melo would have made it first. Melo was a no-brainer first ballot. He has a better resume than Melo. He's easily making it.
Facts.
Yeah, Melo has like 30,000 points.
Other than
on him,
longevity,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, but
Melo-
Other than longevity.
accolades.
Well, Melo has a scoring title that JT don't have.
Does Melo technically have a higher MVP finish? Was he second in 13?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was third. KD was
Both are-
second.
yeah, he got one
He just
first
had a
place
first
vote.
place vote, which was
Y'all got. Do,
shout out
do
to
y'all
Bron
got-
for not being unanimous. Man.
Do y'all got Tatum over Melo?
And he got that. And he got that vote.
I think
off from
Tatum's a better player than Melo.
That first place vote. That first place vote that Carmelo Anthony got. He got that from a Boston writer, by the way.
Hey, that's why Steph being able to be unanimous, he had everyone in agreement. Like that's a hard thing to have 100 people agree on one thing is a hard thing to do. Like we could come up here and say the sky is blue, and someone will say, "Well, actually, based on light refraction, it's actually purple."
Well, that'd be
Like,
Drench.
to have everyone agree on something.
We
is
can
a
agree
hard
that a
thing to do.
definition is useful, and Drench be like, man, y'all coming up with these new terms, man. These new terms suck, man. Nobody use these terms. Nobody talk like this. Everybody I talk to in the league, don't nobody talk like
Why
this.
do you sound like Cat right now?
Everybody nobody talk like this.
I
Why do
mean,
you look like, why do
y'all
you
want to
look
see a
and sound
picture?
like Cat right now?
Y'all want to see a
Oh
picture?
my-
He might
oh, no.
actually.
Yeah, we're good. So we're good.
But anyways, y'all. The next super chat that I got is from Christopher Drake. Christopher Drake said the Pistons a first round exit waiting to happen. They had a lineup of Cade, Holland, Javante, Paul Reed, Beef Stew last night. Laughing my ass off.
They need offense. Cade can't backpack that offense in the playoff setting. He can't. Like they're dealing with O2 spacing. It's
Lars, you're gonna think I'm
horrible.
trolling. Them not having Tim Hardaway Jr. makes a world of a difference.
100%. And then
He
it's
was
That's what
huge
Duncan
for them
Robinson was
last year.
supposed to be.
It's Tim,
though.
Tim Hardaway, Malik Beasley, like that.
Yeah, they had
those are
shooters.
like
Dennis
their
Schroeder too.
designated-
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder too.
Now, Dennis Schroeder I could get with Drench, but
Mm-mm.
Duncan Robinson was supposed to supplement Tim
No
Hardaway
way.
Jr.
No way.
That's what they said. That's what they paid
I
him
don't
$44
think
million.
I don't think Duncan Robinson has been terrible. Like,
I don't think he has been
but,
either.
But like Duncan Robinson leaves a lot to be desired defensively and offensively. He doesn't have like he's not as trigger happy as those two were. Like those two, like their willingness to shoot without hesitation was huge for their offense.
They were hitting.
Duncan
Great
Robinson
day
is a
on
bit
shot,
more.
too.
Yeah, and they could put the ball on the floor better than Duncan can. So it's like
Mhm.
that doesn't help.
Go
I'm missing
Laurie.
something. Yeah, they need offense. Whoever that is, Larry Markin and Michael.
They
Porter Jr.,
need a two next
need
to Cade. It's been their problem for the last 2 years now.
They
They need
need
a
a-
real
they need an
defined
injection
number
of something.
2 all-star level player next to Cade. That's why I don't trust them making a championship. They
Mars, I
don't
was
got that
watching-
2 next to
They're
Cade.
still going to the finals. With Pistons.
Hey, you know what's funny? Last year
Nah,
when-
they're not better than the Knicks.
Last
Mike.
year when Denver was trying to make that MPJ trade, I don't think they could have gotten Tobias Harris plus at the time. They can easily trade Tobias plus something for MPJ
Should
at
the
this point.
Pistons go for MPJ?
Why not?
I would.
They should-
I'd
Brooklyn
be
is not
making-
giving MPJ up. They not.
Laurie.
No,
I think
yeah,
they will.
yes, they absolutely will. They absolutely will.
I'd be making the call for an MPJ, Larry Markin type. I think those two are like the same archetype of players. So like whichever one you could get. Lowry, I think, is more expensive. So maybe I'd prioritize
Right.
MPJ. But obviously,
That makes sense. I see it from that point of view.
Is
My
Anthony
thing
Davis off the table?
y'all-
Is that
y'all-
like a
y'all talk
hell
about,
no?
It
Um,
may cost too
y'all-
much.
I wouldn't want
y'all,
Anthony Davis.
y'all talk about when I was talking about the different packages.
Really?
Y'all were upset with me about me wanting to give up some perimeter defenders, and it's like when these other guys come to town, you know, the Norman Powells and Kawhi Leonards of the world, all that perimeter defense ain't doing shit. So you might as well go get Laurie Markkinen.
I'm still not trading Asar, but JB Bickerstaff doesn't play him, so maybe they might trade him. I don't know, but JB Bickerstaff doesn't either. He doesn't trust him, or Asar has something going on that I
It's
don't
the
know about.
offense.
Yeah, the offense is bad, but like I understand he can't shoot the ball. I understand it. No one on the roster can shoot the ball.
Well, I mean, if
Like
they're
it's not like Asar
no,
is the
that-
only
that-
one
that-
holding back the team from
Asar,
being able
Asar,
to
play,
shoot.
Asar played 30 minutes last night though.
I mean,
And then the games before he was playing like 15 and 20 and like,
I mean, he should play a lot more than 15 minutes.
I think
That's
that
enough.
beef-
there was a game
I
against
think that
Utah.
beef's too
It
long
was a
for the
close
real
game. He
thing.
played
I feel.
15 minutes.
It says 16,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's-
But he
he's
plays
probably played more than
26
that.
minutes a night.
I think that beef
Fellas-
was a real thing.
Ridiculous. to me.
But-
I don't know.
Fellas, but before I move on to the next super chat, can we answer the question? Do we believe that the Pistons are a first round exit?
No.
No.
They're
I
too
do.
good to
I
be a
mean,
first round.
it's all
I
matchup
do.
dependent. Right now, the 8 seed is the Cavs. So
Yeah,
The
that's
Cavs
first
will be
round
better.
exit.
But the Cavs won't finish in the AFC.
yeah, but that's why I said it's all going to be matchup dependent. I can't just say
Right.
no, they're not a first round.
Evan Mobley versus Duran. Evan getting
People
packed.
say
You know
things
the
like
good thing
first
with the
round
Cavs,
exit
Mars?
as
I'm
if
not
it's a-
buying. I'm here for
First
it.
round
No,
exit
you're
isn't
not.
about your
Yes, I
caliber.
am. I'm here
Jalen
for
Duran,
it.
like one of the most physical centers in the
So
league
what?
versus
I'm
Evan
here
Mobley.
for it. Bring it.
No,
Come play with
but the
Tom.
thing is, chill.
Bring
You're
it.
not
You can
Evan
do all of
Mobley.
that shit all you want.
You're not
Bring
Evan
it.
Mobley.
I don't
Evan Mobley
care.
versus
I'm
Duran is a
riding with
bad
my
matchup
kid.
for
I don't know
Mobley.
if Evan Mobley feels that way.
No,
But
he
it would
doesn't.
be, it would be Jarrett Allen against me.
No.
Yeah,
But then on
that's
top of that, they got
his
Stu. Stu
Yes.
come in the game for Evan Mobley, bro. Evan is getting out of there, bro.
This
No
might be
way.
too strong for the
The
Cavaliers.
Bash brothers versus Mob
Well, they go to Cleveland. They
It- it's not-
They stuffing them boys in
in a
lockers.
locker. In a
It'll
locker.
be a
Hey,
good
chill. Hey,
series.
chill.
After
In a
getting
locker.
stuffed in a
Them
locker.
dudes in
Hey, chill, you
They
think
getting.
Evan-
Matter of
you think
fact,
Evan and Jared like knuckle
they're
sandwiches?
getting stuffed in a locker the same way Chill used to at Utah State.
They
for the
go to
prank,
Cleveland on
for
Sunday,
Hayes
so
when
we'll
he was
see.
getting hazed.
They go to
They
Cleveland
put
on
you right in the
Sunday.
locker, Chill.
We'll see.
Right in the locker.
That's number one.
Right in
How
the
you
locker.
think he play game 2 after getting the swirly all game
That's
today?
never
They're
happened.
going to be getting
Number two.
wedgies, swirlies, wet willies.
Didn't we already? Okay, so
And chill, you know what this is?
if we already seen that, right? We already seen that happened against the Knicks.
getting
They got
nuggies.
they got straight stuffed in the locker. To your point, against the Knicks with Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson and those guys. They 100% that definitely happened. Now I'm older and I'm more mature, I'm gonna get roughed up again.
But they get roughed up by mentioning them
No.
now today.
No,
Today,
I-
mention them roughed up.
Mm.
Chill. This year, the
This
Knicks
Christmas
roughed them
Day,
up. This
yeah.
year, today.
Hey,
On Christmas
Hey, we're
Day.
not
I
even
wanna see
talking
it.
about how Kane's
Chill,
gonna be roughing
chill.
Darius
I'm
Garland
bullying. I'm
and
bullying.
Donovan Mitchell.
Chill. You're getting bullied in the
Talk
first
about
grade,
roughing
second
them
grade,
little
third
niggas.
grade, fourth grade, fifth grade,
Yeah,
high
those
school,
in full
college,
Nelsons.
grad school. It's not stopping. Why would it change?
Yeah, because
So you ever seen somebody get an atomic wedgie?
No, I didn't see hazing.
Hey,
Thankfully, I
hey,
didn't see
hey,
hazing.
Ox, you remember
We
how
didn't
you
allow
used to do
hazing.
Allen L?
Frank, first of all,
That's when
nobody
it's gonna
ever
be
gave
right.
me any noogies.
Hey, wait,
Nobody
Ron,
was
what
bullying me.
is
That's
it
number
like to
one.
get hazed,
You
Ron?
jumped off the train and you don't know me no more. Don't come back on the train.
Ron, what is it like to get
Don't
hazed?
come back over
You tried
here
to
and say,
pledge,
yo,
didn't you?
Chill is my dude. Now all of a sudden, Chill ain't my man. Stay over there.
You
If
tried
I'm
to-
your dude, I'm your dude. If
did
I'm
you try
not
to
your dude,
pledge,
stay
Ron?
over there. It's that simple.
Did they bring the paddle out for you,
Outta
Ron?
here with that bullying shit. Ain't nobody
Swiper.
bullying me.
What do you mean ain't nobody bullying? Chill. Every one of us been bullied before. Every one of us. Every
Ain't nobody-
single person up here.
Okay, so when I went to Utah State when I was in college, I don't know if you know this, but I was an adult. I wasn't a child.
And
I
so
was an
what? Them
adult.
adults put you in the closet.
Nobody did
closet
that
in
to
the
me
locker.
when I was in college. That was not happening.
Chill. There's
No.
not filming you
I
getting
was
bullied.
not pushed around when I was in school.
Chill.
No.
There's not
When I
a
was
there's
in
not a
college,
VHS tape of you getting
no.
bullied.
There's
No,
not like an
when I was in
Anthony
college,
Davis
no.
video of you on the ground with your tongue out.
No, not when I was in college. No, that's not happening.
Oh,
There's
but
not-
maybe when he was in other places.
Yeah,
Just not going.
Now,
All
when I
right,
was
so-
younger, now when I was in grammar school, yes, 100%. I did. Yes, I did. 100%.
Everybody's been bullied up here. I don't want y'all to.
Yes,
and by the
sir.
way, that's why bullying sucks. Every one of us has been bullied. Every single one of Mars. Don't you even start. I know. Never mind.
I mean, you can say what you think. I mean,
No. Ox has been bullied. I've been bullied.
Swipe it,
We're
and
all
I-
athletes. You know, I got bullied.
Bullied by who?
Congratulations,
But Swipe,
no.
anyway,
In the-
that doesn't mean I
Swipe,
was.
Swipe it. This is
I
what
guess.
I want to.
Girls were the worst, by the way.
Swipe it. What I want to say is this, real quick. There's a dip. Like all kids are gonna pick on each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think
just
there's
part of
nothing. I think there's nothing
We
wrong
all
with
did
that.
that.
I think kids are supposed to pick on each other. You know, tease each other. You know, do little stuff to each other. Bullying is a completely different thing than picking on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a completely different realm. You know.
Yeah,
I
Swiper.
get chased home.
Beef,
I did.
beef stew snatching Evan Mobley.
But
up
there's
the minute
nothing
he
wrong
stepped
with
on the
that. Y'all
court.
acting like y'all so tough. Not Ox.
Yeah.
But chill
Not acting
for the
tough, I'm
chat.
just saying.
Yeah,
I literally
people
just
used to
said
do.
that. I used to get
Girl-
chased home.
Girls were the worst. Girls, because they knew they had
Chills
that
from a
little dumb
different time,
rule where you
man,
couldn't
you
put
know.
hands on
Yeah.
them. They would try you the most. At least where I'm in the inner city, they would try all kind of stuff, dumb stuff. You know what I mean? But against you get old enough and you know
Hey,
establish
Swiper,
yourself in the
where I'm
world.
You see
Push back.
crazy, man. Because you know them girls they grow faster. You play me, I'm a knock you.
Nah. Because I had my
When,
folks
when,
told me.
we was little, when we was in elementary school, all right, do the wrong thing.
Nah, bro. Hey,
Go
look,
ahead.
I'm
you ain't
saying,
gonna
Ox.
kick me.
Ox, my folks said if a girl blah blah blah, bro, I got hit. When I was 7 years old, got punched, and I knew if I did something, whatever I did now was gonna be worse when I got home. I had to just let it lie because you already know.
You should have
Nah,
whooped her ass,
nope,
Swiper.
nope,
especially
nope.
at 7. At
Nope.
7,
No, we're all equal turns.
she bigger than you at
No,
7.
I'm bigger than her. I was bigger than her. That's what I'm telling you. You can't do it. You just can't do it.
I mean, once you get a little older, yeah, like all right, you know, chill out. But when you a little kid, when you 7, 8 years old,
But I'm saying,
hit her ass back.
Ron got picked on in elementary because he was small, middle school because he was small, high school because he was small. Then by the time he got to college, I mean, he was used to it. So for him, this was like
Ron, did you
everyday
get picked on in
experience.
high school, Ron? Did you get roughed up in high school, Ron?
Come on, y'all.
Next segment.
We're gonna move on to the next segment. X marks the spot.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get into it.
Yo, where is
This
Jordan? We got to get to him.
Is where we are going to highlight the funniest.
Talk about his tweet. There's no way.
Oh, we gonna talk about it. I'm looking at it right now. All right, the first tweet that we are going to acknowledge is, and this is one of my favorite tweets that we got to touch on. All right, let's get into it, y'all. This is the first tweet of the week. Y'all, she is cooking right now. She is absolutely cooking. Adi Crooks has been going ballistic over these last few games. Let me zoom in so y'all can see it. Adi Crooks in the last 5 games, 47 points on 19 of 24, 30 points on 13 of 19, 30 points on 13 of 20, 41 points on 19 of 28, and 35 points on 17 of 21. She's averaging 36.6 over her last 5 names. Ox, say her name.
Madison Booker.
Oh, damn.
nice.
All right.
Ox, she literally just goes to the box, parks herself down there, and bullies her way to the basket.
It
That's
doesn't
it.
look like she's trying.
She'll do
to.
nothing
You ever,
else.
like, watch the
Hey,
video?
hey,
she got what we were talking about before. Remember we talked about her a couple weeks ago. To be that big and be that nimble on your feet, and like I'm not saying she's fast, but she got good footwork, immaculate touch. Like she's pretty much unguardable at this level of basketball. Audie Crooks is crazy.
Well,
She's
one's
slimming
skilled
down a
enough
little
to
bit
score.
too. I-
Skilled bully.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
what it is.
she definitely is. Now, Drench, to be able to play in the W, she's gonna have to lose. She's gonna have to lose a significant more.
Yeah,
but
I'd say she'd lose about 100 more, to be honest.
Yeah,
if she played W.
at this point right
She
now,
gotta
though,
lose at least 50 pounds. Ox. At
at
least
this
50 pounds.
she lost 40 already, Chill, from
Yeah,
from
exactly.
the beginning of
She
last
can lose
season.
100 more.
So I mean, so you can tell that her trainers, everybody, they're conscious about that. But regardless, though, she is balling. She is nuts. I want to ask y'all real quick: did anybody see that Kentucky versus LSU game last night? I know y'all
Nah, I
didn't
missed
watch
that.
it all, but did you see it? Now,
I missed that.
Kentucky was on them, and then bad foul. LSU goes up to Tony Morgan comes down. Hits the 3 ball at the buzzer to beat LSU. Yeah, I mean, Kentucky's a good team. They were already 11-1, but this was LSU's first loss of the season. It was a good game. It was a good game. And I know if y'all wasn't watching, Madison Booker was playing basketball last night. Y'all need to tap in. She is the best player in the country.
Shout out Audie Crooks. Audie Crooks doing her thing, man.
When I
be
said that
balling.
Madison
She
Booker
got-
was
she
the
got
best
great
player in the
footwork,
country, I
though.
got roasted for that, by the way.
She's a skilled bully.
parked that
That's
thing,
what
got
I'm
great
saying. She's a
footwork.
skilled bully.
I got roasted for that. When I said Madison Booker was the best player in the country, I got roasted for that. Her face-up
I don't know
game.
why.
I think she's the best. I
Right,
think
yeah.
she's the
You
best face-up big.
deserve to get roasted for that, Jordan. Leave me alone.
No, I
dog.
didn't. So I think she the best face-up big in the game, Ox.
That's
I
what's
do.
wrong with this dude,
I don't think it's
bro.
a better face-up big than Madison Booker.
I mean, Madison more of a wing though. She's more of a wing.
It seems to me like because she played bigger than her size.
Oh yeah, but she's pretty big already. But remember, she was playing point guard her rookie year when Rory got hurt. Madison was playing point. So for her to come in and play point freshman year and ball out the way she did, and then when Rory comes back, now she's moving back to her original position, which is more like that 3 small forward.
Yeah.
Now she catches the ball and she's unguardable, open and up in the mid range, not like Asia.
No, we ain't going that far.
To that. I'm saying she don't got the type of moves Asia got in that mid range, but she's
Not yet.
unguardable in the mid range like that. I don't
Not
think she
yet.
ever will be that nice. But
And she liked that left
does.
box too, Ox, when she got small one on her. She liked that left box. Yes, she does. She
Also
has that
speaking-
on the left box.
Speaking of Asia, due to the unfortunate circumstances of Nafisa Collier, which of course we're definitely not praising, we want Nafisa to be healthy.
So is she walking away
but
with
since,
it?
But since Nafisa is not going to be able to play the beginning of the season, I think we could just mark this as number 5 for Asia.
No,
This-
man.
For Mars, this
We
is the
can
league
just put
MVP.
that.
No,
This
we
is the
can't
league
do that.
MVP
We can't
trophy,
do that.
Mars. This is the league MVP trophy in the WNBA. Asia Wilson is going. Thank you very
Nah,
much.
we can't do
Hey,
that. We
just
can't
send
do
it
that.
to her
That's
crib right now.
No, that's
She
what
just picked-
Shay's doing in the NBA.
She just picking it up off the table. Thank you very much. I'll take
I
this.
mean,
Don't worry.
Sliper, she was going to get number 5 this year regardless. But
No, I'm
now
cool
it's
with that,
just-
but
it's
nah,
easy.
I mean, New York, they're not just letting that happen in New York. If she's healthy this year and she walked into the season, no, it's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be an argument.
Yeah, when Nafisa's not going to be able to play at the beginning of the season.
I'm not talking about the fee. I'm not talking about
Brandon
fee.
Stewart?
Yes, if she's healthy and able to walk into the
Stewart.
season, it's gonna be a conversation.
Do you like
Respectfully.
that, Ox? We was having a real
Brianna-
conversation about Brianna in Asia a couple of years ago. That was really
Yeah, a
going
couple
on.
years ago.
Yeah, she was
Brianna-
hurt,
Asia-
but she's
Asia's
not.
been-
If
And
she's
she got
healthy-
hurt.
The
Swiper, Asia's
qualifier
been-
is if she's healthy. That's all I said. That's all I said.
I'm not.
all
Oh
I
yeah,
said.
I mean, if
Asia's the best player in the
Stu-
world. I'm not arguing that.
Stewie's still amazing. I'm not saying she's not, but she's not even on the level of Nafisa in Asia anymore.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll find out. By the way, Jocko Jones, respectfully, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see.
All right,
We'll see.
y'all. We're going to get on to the next tweet. Based on that last tweet, a couple of y'all need Jesus. But let's go ahead and move on. This is the next one that we got.
Damn,
hold
got
on, let me-
nerd says hooping?
Let me let me unfull screen it right quick. This is from Fast Break Hoops. Bro went double between the legs. I haven't seen
think
it
I saw
yet,
this.
so I don't know. Let's see what it is.
He about to show rise.
Is that goal not little? Ain't no way he barely jumping at the backboard. That's cap.
Well, that's a regulation size hoop.
That's a regular hoop. Whoa.
Now I believe that one.
Why you believe that
Yo,
one, Drench?
The most impressive part was the throw over over the first between the legs.
All right, the
Before he
second
went
person-
between the legs, he threw
Yeah, I
it over
believe
the
that
top.
one. I believe that one for sure.
Watch, right to left. All right.
Hey, who did that first? Ron, was that Jay Rich?
He did it on glass.
Dang.
Jay Rich did it on glass.
Oh my God, he got ghetto with it.
That's ridiculous.
That goal
That is
was
impressive.
small. This one I can believe now.
That shit the same dunk, just from a different
Drench,
angle.
it's because he white, ain't it? It's okay, Drench.
See,
It's 'cause he
everybody
white.
always wanna
On his
blame
draft
me when
profile,
they-
that says
when they
sneaky
intuition
athlete,
always
guaranteed.
point them to that direction.
Sneaky athlete.
Yeah, on his
Everybody
draft
always
profile,
wanna
that says
blame on
sneaky
me.
athlete, and then they'll compare him to Chris Mullin.
Quicker than he looks.
Yeah,
Yeah, now everybody want to blame.
High feel for the game.
Everybody want to blame
Scrappy individual.
my sense of humor on
Makes the
stuff
right
when they
play.
got the same intuition. That's it.
Jordan, you still defending yourself?
I ain't defending nothing.
Hey,
I said
Ox,
what I
grab
said.
that
I'm
gavel.
not too swipe. I don't apologize for just anything. Only
Grab
time
that
I
gavel,
apologize
Ox.
when I mean it.
All right, well, speaking of Jordan's sense of humor, we're gonna get to our next X marks the spot tweet. This is what we're looking at, y'all. Oh, never mind. Speaking of Ox's sense of humor, we have a certain guy by the name of the Terminator who's going ballistic right now. We've talked about it on the show, but just to put things into perspective, Kawhi Leonard has been dialed in. 45 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. 33 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 55 points, 11 rebounds, 5 steals. That's Kawhi over the last week.
That Pistons game was ridiculous,
Yeah.
and he shouldn't pull up threes now.
Him shooting 16 threes last night was kind of crazy. I didn't think I was gonna see that.
How
But
many-
then
how
again,
many-
Yeah, he said he's making a conscious effort to like dial up the 3-point volume.
yeah.
Shit,
But
he
they
gonna
played
keep
against
hitting
the
him.
Jazz, so that's another thing. You got to take that with a grain of salt.
thing
No,
I-
Jordan, how many did he make?
All points against the Jazz.
I think he made
and against
four. Four. He made 4 threes last night. I think 4.
Nah, if he shot
made
16, I think he made
six.
6,
like
right?
6.
Oh, he made
was
16.
He was 3 for 10, and then he made like 3 straight, I think.
I mean, then again, I would say this though. It's no way if I'm Will Hardy that I'm coaching that damn Jazz team. I would have quit on that team. Every fucking game he yelling about the same shit. I'm quitting. No,
Your
I gotta
effort?
quit. Yeah, bro. He call a timeout. Like they give up the easiest layups to the basket. He got to call a timeout and get pissed off. I quit.
He's
Hell
sick
no.
of them.
I
dudes.
told
He
I
is.
told
He's
I
sick
told
of them.
y'all I told y'all like last month. And it was when real talking and shit was up here hating on Kawhi for no reason. And I was like, we was talking about how many shots people were taking. I told y'all then. I don't care how many. Kawhi can shoot 35 shots a game. Kawhi need to do whatever it takes to win these basketball games. I'm just happy to see it. Empty the clip, Kawhi. I think Kawhi looking at it like, hey, with the way my knees are set up, ain't no telling how much time I got. I'm gonna empty this thing. Shoot it till you break it. Shoot it till your hand fall off.
Yeah, he don't really do a lot of passing for sure.
He don't need. Oh, that's what it was. That's right, Drench. You was calling him a ball hog, saying he don't need to pass the ball. I don't pass the ball. As soon as
I was
James
calling
Harden
him
give you the
ball hog because he said he needed different players on the court. Like he was gonna pass.
He
it
do.
to
He
him.
out there
don't
playing
give
with
a shit who
Kobe
on the
Sanders
court.
and Kobe Bryant and them weak.
Yeah, he's still on the court.
And he ain't passing him the ball, and he don't need to pass him the
He
ball.
don't pass it regardless. That's my
Don't
point.
pass
He
them the
don't
ball.
matter who on the court. He
When
don't pass.
when James Harden gives Kawhi Leonard the ball, James Harden's telling Kawhi stop passing. James Harden is on board with this. Don't give the ball back. Don't give it to nobody. If I want somebody else to get the ball, I'm gonna give it to them. When I give it to you, shoot it.
Well, he telling him not to pass it because when last time he passed it versus OKC, he threw the ball at the backboard. So
Yeah, sure.
he
That's
definitely
why
don't
he's
need to
telling him not
pass
to
it.
pass it. He's telling him to
Okay.
pass. He's telling him
Go
not to pass it
swiper.
because he's a
Go
bucket.
swiper.
Yo,
I
but
swiping
do we
Every time
do
you
we
say my
believe
name,
that-
y'all say something crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do
Ron.
we believe that Kawhi Leonard can keep this up?
This?
No.
No.
I mean,
I
he had a
don't think
good
this level of
season
play-
before this anyway.
Yeah, he was having a great season. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still gonna be great this year. But this level of play is definitely
No,
unsustainable.
he's not going to be averaging.
He's
40
playing like the
rest
best
of
player
way.
on the planet.
Yeah.
And contrary to Ox's
Why do you
belief,
think that is?
yeah, contrary to Ox's belief, he's not. So yeah, this is not. This is
Now,
not
if he do
sustainable.
keep it up, then we sure gonna have that conversation though.
He's
Oh,
not.
Kawhi
I
Leonard
mean,
MVP?
it's just like impossible.
MVP him.
He's already missed what 12 games? Is how many games he missed? 10, something
He's
like
played 20. I
think
want
it
to say he's
was
played
10.
21 games or 22 games, something like that. Something like that.
So the
I just
Clippers-
last
the Clippers
last
are
night.
33.
Last night really highlighted for me watching Kawhi Leonard his patience. Like the game looked like it's slow. It's slowed down for him, and he already know what he wants to do before he get the ball, and he gets to it. But it's not fast. It's a quick decision, but it's within the flow of what they're doing. Like last night, the 2 dribble pull up, the space that he creates, the long ball. I mean, he looks so much more comfortable in the offense than anybody else. Like nothing seems to be out of control. Everything seems to just be in play. And it looked like you dudes is moving in slow motion and I'm moving, even though I'm not supremely athletic like I used to be, but it looked like you dudes are moving in slow motion. And I know exactly what I want to get to and where I want to get to it. And there's nothing that you could do about it. Nothing.
Chill, imagine the talks if he wouldn't have hurt his ankle and missed them 10 games he missed.
Well,
because
we might
right
be
now,
like I said,
they'd be set. They would have went 500. I'm gonna say they went 500. They would have went 500. They'd be 17-16 right now. He'd be the.
That's generous.
He'd be in. Why is that generous?
well, what do you
That's a
mean,
lot of
Rock? So
he's there.
essentially what you're saying
He's there for 10 games. Ron, could you get me get me out this hating ass corner right here? I got Kazan right here. I got Chill right here. If he wouldn't have missed them 10 games, they would have won 500 in them games. They'd be, what would that make him? 17-16 right now. He'd be in MVP talks 100%.
at 500.
Right now,
I
no,
got
Yeah,
it.
I
right
seen
now-
people
right
trying
now,
to put like
Kwame-
Steph in like the top 5 on the MVP.
which they shouldn't be. No.
Right now, Kawhi Leonard is the top 3 player in the NBA right now today.
Has he been better than Jaylen Brown right now?
Yes, all the way around, yeah.
Yeah, he's been better than Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Has he been better than Joker?
What you
I was
mean
ready
all
to
the way
say-
around?
I was ready to say Jaylen
ain't been
Brown
playing all
too.
the way
Bro,
around.
you went from here to here. Leave this part alone. Leave these.
He
two
said
up here
top
alone.
3. He said top
Everybody-
3.
Yeah,
the
but-
top 3.
But
the top three in the
Jokic
NBA
will say
right
at
now,
the top
too.
2. Jokic
The
will say
top
at the
3.
top
No. The top 3 in the NBA right now is Shea, Jalen, and Kawhi. You can put it however you want. Mix it up, flip it around, put it however you want to put it.
Joker is out.
He said Jokic hurt.
No,
Well, because
No, Jokic is hurt. Jokic is hurt.
Jokic is hurt.
Jokic is hurt.
So
Jokic is hurt.
so no Luka, no Wemby.
Yeah, that's
No-
not
no
that's
Anthony
not
Davis.
no
Yeah,
Jokic.
Giannis, huh?
Yeah, no
forget.
Giannis. Giannis is out.
Giannis ain't playing better than Kawhi and Jalen right now.
Man, JB Hooper. I don't know what Swiper talking about all the way around. Like JB don't be playing all the way around.
What's that guy? What do you
literally
mean?
play all
He's
the way
not a better
around.
two-way
Shout out
player
to
than
Jalen
Kawhi.
Brown. I didn't know that
Today?
He said he thinks he's a better. Yeah, he thinks he's a better. two-way
Today,
player.
Swiper?
He's a worse scorer.
Jaylen Brown is
He's
not a better
worse-
defender.
Yeah, he's a
than
worse
Kawhi
scorer.
Leonard
He's
today?
a worse defender still. Yeah,
he's
like
not.
still today.
Do you realize
Yeah,
Jalen Brown
Kawhi's
is getting at 30?
34. Kawhi's 34. So what you talking about?
Yeah, he ain't that old. He young. He my age. What are you talking about? I'm good.
Yeah, but his knee is
averaging
68.
30.
No, his knee ain't no 68. What?
You realize Jalen Brown's damn
I
near
know how many
averaging
points a game he's averaging.
So what do you
does that
mean
got to do
about
with
the better score thing?
Are we seriously saying Jalen Brown's a better scorer than Kawhi?
No, I'm saying as in this season, he's been a better
Yes.
scorer than Kawhi this season. We looking at Kawhi over the last 5 games.
No,
What
that's
about the
the
month
whole
of December
season.
for Jalen Brown?
The whole season, brother.
Kawhi been scoring good all season though, Drench.
Jalen Brown has too though.
I didn't say he
Oh, no,
hasn't.
I'm with
That
you.
mid-range-
But there's
mid-range-
tiers. I'm saying Kawhi's been scoring better.
Tiers. Let's talk about
Jalen
tiers,
Brown
Michael, because
versus
Jalen Brown.
Kawhi had a 5-game stretch.
What?
Jalen Brown
It's
didn't
not
have
just a 5-game stretch though.
Yes, it is.
That's like saying me saying
what's
Jokic is the
the
best scorer in the league because of the last 3 games he's played in.
If you take away his 5-game stretch,
1, 2.
Why would I take
you
away his
can't tell
5-game
me that
stretch?
Kawhi's been a better scorer than Jalen Brown this season.
Right.
Why would I take away his 5-game stretch?
Because then it's about the 5-game stretch that we're talking about right
No,
now.
the 5 games are included in the totality of the season. Why would I
Okay,
take away
so-
his 5-game stretch?
20, 19, 30, 36, 21, 24, 24, 20, 21, 22, 32. Next 5 games, 41, 28, 55, 33, 45.
Huh?
That's
but he was
Kawhi.
still- he was still
But you can do
scoring
the
good
same
before
thing.
that.
Chill.
Yes,
never mind.
Jalen Brown was just scoring better. That's all I was saying. Swiper said no. I'm like, how could you not say that?
Fox is loving this segment. This is true. This guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
He know even picking a side. He just
Jalen
went.
My
Brown
two
shoot like
faves,
50,
yep.
And Jalen Brown shooting like 50.
Jalen Brown's having an amazing year.
Yes, he is.
Amazing.
He's no Derek
season
White.
all the way
He's having
around.
an amazing year.
You're Jordan Gold nerdifying the game. Shout out,
Oh
shout out
my
Drago.
God.
Shout out Drago.
Drago just a troll, bro. I
They
could
ain't no
troll
troll.
Drago, but
You
my
right.
jokes ain't too nice for Drago. I'd have been and got suspended trolling Drago, so I believe it alone.
All right, y'all. Well,
if he
speaking of
dies,
you
he
getting suspended-
dies.
Speaking of you getting suspended, that might not be off the table as we are wrapping up our X Marks the Spot segment. This is our final tweet of the day, courtesy of Drenchman Sports. Drenchman Sports said, boy, Charles Barkley wasn't lying.
About what?
What? Okay.
Yo, hey, yo, I just seen what Jordan was talking about because I seen that tweet and I was like, I wonder what this nigga talking about. Now I see.
Bruh, It's so many people in this picture. How do people come to the consensus that I'm talking about one person? That's all I want to know.
Who's the one person?
Who are you talking about?
What's that in the New York hat?
Exactly. I don't know.
Bum, bum, bum.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. Who are you?
Who is he talking about?
No, he's talking about them big girls. That's what he's talking about. See that big girl?
Who is he talking about?
Eating them churros down in San Antonio. That's what George's talking about.
Man.
Who is he
Y'all
talking
made the
about?
inference that I was talking about one
And
person.
who are you talking about?
Yeah, who are you talking
I
about,
was
Jordan?
just saying Charles
No,
Barkley
what was-
wasn't lying.
Then
So
who
what
are
did
you
he tell the
talking
truth
to
about?
say that
Lying
Charles
about
Barkley
what?
wasn't lying?
What did he
lying
tell the
about
truth about?
The New York Knicks, his New York Knicks might be a good team in the NBA this year. They might be a championship
Sure, bro.
contender.
All right, LB.
Oh.
Chuck wasn't lying. Y'all brain just took it to somewhere and go and accuse me. I didn't say nothing, but everybody pissed off about something that they brought up. I didn't bring it up.
So why didn't you show a
Jordan
picture
thinks
of,
he's so
the
smooth and
Knicks? Why didn't you
smart.
show the picture of the
Like
Knicks
not
box
everybody
score or
can
something
read
like
his
that?
elementary passes he's throwing right now.
Okay, though, Swiper, that's cool. But what I'm saying is this: if I don't say nothing in your brain, let's assume I am talking about that. In your brain, without even me saying it, you go right to it.
Jordan, do you know what an
clearly think the same
inference
thing.
is? Do you know what an
clearly
inference
think
is?
the same thing. You
Yes,
clearly
you
do.
But also, Swiper, you got to understand that this is completely circumstantial. You have no evidence of what Drench is trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
Here. Therefore, you must drop these charges.
Listen,
Yes, because this
There
is
are
a
no
random
charges.
photo.
Allegations aren't
No,
charges.
this is just like a
Right.
random photo to
I
tweet
object.
without a purpose.
All I'm saying is
By the way, Ox is
Charles
a bad
Barkley
lawyer.
is a
Don't listen to
lie
Ox.
because there's a lot of good things in San Antonio. A lot of good things. That boy a lie.
In
Jordan,
Texas,
Jordan,
yeah,
Jordan,
bro. Come
Jordan,
down to
Jordan,
Texas.
we
Come
can't
down to
see.
Texas. Come down to
That's
Texas.
wild.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you come down to Texas. You
I
not
mean,
in
I
Texas.
love being in Texas. Is one of my favorite states. If you want good eating, you want good looking people, you want good everything.
I live
come
in
to
Texas, so
They
Texas
speak
is a
French
great
in
place.
Texas, according to Swiper.
You said what?
You can get your French on
Joshua, where
according to
you
Swiper
at?
out here.
What?
I'm in
What's that a
Midland.
reference to? I forgot about that. What's that?
You're in
What's up, Rob?
Midland?
Midland. It's like West Texas.
Midland. Yeah,
I'm
Midland's a
familiar
great
with
place.
You got people in Midland.
Yeah, shout out Midland, man. Shout out Tyler, Texas. Shout out Waco, Texas. Houston, obviously, San Antonio.
Those places-
Well,
Austin
you
is a
ain't never
great
been to
city.
Houston.
Austin's a great city. Drench, never mind.
You ain't
Austin's
got
a
no
great
emotion in
city.
Houston. Stop capping.
Austin's a great city. It's like the Denver or Seattle of
Austin-
Texas.
Austin-
It's
Austin
like
is
a very
amazing.
nice city. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you never been to Denver.
A lot
Denver's
of
a-
people live in Austin.
It's a
Hey,
very much
Austin's
outdoor,
amazing.
like
No.
Barsy city. Very
Marvin will
Barsy
not
city.
tolerate any Seattle praise.
Why? Seattle's a great city.
Not according to Mars.
Hey,
I'm not asking Mars.
Mars.
Seattle is.
You
You
gotta-
Shout out Austin.
Mars just thinks.
Mars, you got to come to Austin with me, Mars. We have a good time.
Great time.
Austin is
Good
nothing
food.
like Seattle, by the way. I don't know what Swiper talking about. Austin is nothing like
It's
Seattle.
very It's actually a lot like Seattle. The demographics are similar. Had a lot of bars, nightlife, outdoor like bar scenes, like especially like rooftops and all that stuff. Like I said, Denver, Seattle, and Austin are very similar cities to me. The cities I've been to. That's my experience. But shout out, man. Shout out.
For the
Austin, great
record,
city.
for the record,
You done ran Mars
Kawhi
off the
Leonard is-
screen.
over these last 5 games, Kawhi Leonard is averaging like 40 and 8 over these.
For
last
sure.
5 games. He wasn't doing that the whole season, though. That's the point.
Why are you bringing that up? Yeah, okay, we agree with you. Who's going to average 40 the whole year?
No, because you was talking about him being a better scorer than Jaylen Brown this season. That's why.
But why would I take the 5 games out?
You don't have to. Take
Even
the
if
5
you
games.
leave him in, Jaylen Brown still's been a better scorer.
Because you said he's averaging more points per game. I'm saying that. Cool. It's really good.
Not by much.
Jaylen Brown's been a really good scorer. I agree with you. He's been a really good scorer.
Not by much.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and get into these super chats. Salute to everybody that has sent through a super chat. Salute to everybody on Facebook that's liked the video. That's NBA Kobe, AI Mello, Andre Green, and Jordan Banks. Salute to all 4 of them. I appreciate you guys for liking the video. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into these super chats. Teddy Hart sent through the first super chat and said, "Did y'all already cover the James Najee story?" Are we
I don't
familiar with the story,
understand.
everybody?
Is that him going back to college?
Yeah, going to college.
He's
Going
he's
to
never been to
college,
college
yeah.
before. in
Yeah,
the
my
States,
fault, going
so he's
to
going
college,
to
yeah.
college. Yeah,
Even though he never played in the NBA, he played in the NBA summer
he
league.
technically never signed an NBA contract.
Yeah, he never played in the NBA.
Yeah,
he
he
played
just
in the
got
summer
drafted.
league.
It's
and played
still
more
weird
than
to me, though.
This has been legal for a while, by the way. This is not a new thing.
It's
They
not
do
a
it in
new
Europe.
thing,
I mean, they
but
do it in Europe.
I mean, he's like what 21, 20. I think he's like 22, and he's played. I mean, the European, international system's a little different because you play professional by the time you're like 15, 16. They don't have like the
You
high
do it at
school
13.
college system we have in the United States. But it's a weird precedent in the NIL era we start setting where, we start sending money overseas to these 21, 22-year-olds who are already, got this professional development instead of like the 18, 19-year-olds here fresh out of high school.
Yeah, but my pushback to that casual would be why not? It's no longer amateur in college. Money, money makes it
again. Then it just because I'm a little against that because it just diminishes what college sports is supposed to be
what
about.
Was college?
Exactly.
What was college sports supposed to be?
Keep cooking, Casual.
Listen.
It's supposed to be about money.
Listen. This is not like This is not like an anti-NIL take. I'm pro NIL. I think these guys should make their money off their name in college. But at the end of the day, why was college sports created? Students at that university who liked playing sports then represent these schools. These guys aren't students. These are professional basketball players coming from overseas. These are professional basketball players coming from overseas, chasing an opportunity for money. This is not at all.
But there's no difference between what we did in 2012 and what they're doing now. There's no difference other than NIL though. Like they're doing the same thing we did.
I know guys like Cooper Flagg aren't. They're not here to get their education at Duke. But they still have to. They still come from American high school, and they still have to declare their major, and they still have to go to these classes. What precedent are we setting now that we're allowing professional athletes
because they're starting to pay them because the college players are professional?
Drench, we understand that. We understand that. This is my thing, Swipey. You said this has been going on. How many players have you ever seen? I'm asking you a direct question, Swipey. Can I get a direct answer? How many players do you know that have been drafted? Played in the summer league. No, don't look it up. Put your hands down.
I want to give you answers. I don't know.
Put your hands up. Show your hands.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you don't know, why would you tell Casual that this
show your hands?
Since 2012?
We know you can't catch, but do this.
My pushback to Casual was
if you don't know, why would you say that?
Because my pushback was on a different point that Casual made. You just asked me a question.
Wait. No, I'm asking you another one. You're being very vague on what you're saying. This has been happening.
I'm not being vague at all. I said I don't know.
But this has not. Okay, if you don't know, then don't act like you do.
I'm talking. I was answering another point from Casual.
All right, but this has not been happening. This particular instance is not. This thing has not been happening.
Well, I don't know. I gotta look it up.
And my thing is just like Tom Izzo and Coach and Calipari are saying. What are we? And this is my biggest issue. My biggest issue is what's happening to the 17, 18-year-old American kids that are graduating high school.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you put money into it. That's why. You gave them money, and that's what happened.
There's no block for me. There's no block for me about understanding why it's happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand that this is what happens when they introduce this type of money without many rules to it. Yep. That's what I'm saying. They have to.
I don't even think you can put rules on it.
And they have to. But yes, you can. You can. You absolutely can, and you need to, because what this is doing is hurting American kids graduating from high school that are getting overlooked by outsourcing. Yes. Outsourcing 21, 22-year-old professional athletes. That's what I'm saying.
My pushback to that would be, yes, it is hurting American kids, but before they added money, college was helping American kids. It's these college kids that wanted to get paid. We want this. We want the bag. All of these players go travel for money. That made the game no longer amateur. So in that aspect, I say this all the time, especially for cold athletes. And because they, I think this is another psyop, whether y'all agree with it, it's cool. I might be pushing the envelope. But I said for student athletes to get a quote unquote scholarship and money to go play sports at these D1 schools, that was fake. That was fake bread. That shit was all fake. They would just say, yeah, you can come in. You good at basketball. You can come sit in this class. You good at basketball. We'll make an exception for you. But we're going to say this scholarship is worth $100,000, $100,000. Cool. But you know what? You know what happened? When they start saying, shit, I need that money in my pocket. You know what people started doing in college? They said, shit, I'm going to pay $2 million. Oh, I might as well go get that pro over there. I might as well go get this dude over here. If I got to pay $2 million anyway, I might as well go get it. That's what happened.
The degree. So to your first one, the degree absolutely is worth that much because that's how much.
I just think that word amateur.
That's how much students are paying for. So that's how much.
I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying that was fake for them saying, we are giving y'all a scholarship based on this amount of money to come play here. I'm saying that's fake. They lying.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying right there. My point, Drench, doesn't.
I think what you're casual.
Hold on, because my point to what you're saying, though, Drench, It's not just there's rules in the NBA, there's rules in the NFL, and that's professional. Just because the amateur right things is going away, there still needs to be some form of rules.
Yes, there should.
That's
be.
all. That's all.
But I agree with you on NIL front. But
That's in every
casual,
sport. Once money get involved,
you
it's
keep
not
saying
sport.
amateur, and people
Either
in
way,
the chat,
no matter what, there has
and
to be
people in the
rules.
chat keep saying amateur. The reason why this whole thing has been going on, the lawsuits from the student athletes to the NCAA happened for 2 decades. We were not amateurs. There's no such thing. There was never an amateur thing.
I was a sports management major, bro. I looked into this for a long time.
That's cool. But I'm telling you based on experience. There was no amateur. There was an exchange of services. You played for the school. You fulfilled the obligation. You worked a full-time job,
employee,
and did everything. But there was never. But I think even Drago's saying it's not amateur sports anymore.
Dudes used to get paid though.
Yeah. I mean,
over and under the table.
Yeah, it depends on the level. It depends on the level you were at. Like Johnny Manziel and you know Todd Gurley and all those dudes. They got money. The SMU scandal that happened.
I'm talking about D1 high school or D1 college players got paid though. Like you got a monthly check.
But it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't
It's what happens is you get an allotment of money every single month once you move out of the dorms to pay for a stipend. And the first year I was there, it was 2000. This is 2009. It was $770 a month you would get. And then eventually, by the time I left in 2012, we were getting approximately $1,200 a month in stipend. That's for rent, food, all that. The issue is unless depending on where you were, you had 10 months where you got this check, and then you would get double checks every August. So every August, we would get a download of $2,500, $3,000, and you best believe we was at Best Buy buying TVs and all kind of stuff and everything, dumb stuff, kid stuff.
Yeah, facts.
But the thing is, in the summer, you did not get paid. In July and June and July, you didn't get paid at all because you were just doing summer. But some schools had it. If you took classes during the summer, you could get additional money for summer classes you were taking because they can keep you enrolled in the program. So all this stuff, it was never amateur, and not to you, casual per se. What happened is there were lawsuits in 2014, 2015 from the NCAA to the student athletes to the video game that we won a lawsuit. Because I got money in 2013 from not being featured on the NCAA game when they use our name and likeness, but they didn't give you any money based on who you were. They just had your number and all that stuff on there. Everybody knew you were. I got $600 in that lawsuit. And then what happened is because of the other stuff, because it started at Clemson with my dude Yoda, there's a big lawsuit that happened that eventually leads to the NIL. So this has been going on for decades. So to Ox's point,
I looked into
now to Ox's point though, now it's too far.
My thing is,
that's all I'm saying.
I
understand where it came from. I understand where it came from. I understand how it started. All that doesn't need to be explained. We know all of that, and we know that there needs to be some more compensation.
Yeah.
That's not the issue here.
The
issue is that it's just the wild west, and these programs are doing anything they want to with no regulations. That's the issue. There has to be some set of rules in place.
Exactly.
And my biggest thing is, and I know people in the chat, and I know we have a worldwide audience, and I'm not trying to knock anybody. Y'all know I love everybody worldwide. My thing for me, Swiper, is in the NC2A. We need to do something to protect American high school basketball players.
What do we need to do to protect American high school basketball players? Everybody's not. Wait. I listen to you guys talk, and this is a guy who played Division I basketball at the mid-major level. Everybody's not going to play at Alabama. Everybody's not going to play at Duke. Everybody's not going to play at these major Division I college basketball teams, right? So Sacramento State is recruiting high school players. So we clear. Weber State is recruiting high school players. Just because that's not going on at Alabama, Rick Pitino made it clear we're not looking at high school players. And the reason why he's not looking at high school players is because we can't compete at that. If I'm not getting the best player in the country, if I'm not getting
Tom Izzo is.
Well, that's because of the transfer portal, and that's because they know they can just get a sophomore from another team like that who's already ready to go. I want to respond to Swiper because I looked into a lot of this. I was sports management major. I did a lot of presentations. I know like 10 years ago, you got like dudes like Trey Burke were living off ramen noodles, and he's like one of the best players in the country. Obviously, this is not even 2014. It's not 1860 where it's like purest amateurism, where this is like just students from Yale playing rugby or football outside. There was always a lot of money in these ABC, NBC, ESPN contracts that guys like Todd Gurley weren't getting a piece of. maybe they were getting paid under the table by like the Kirby Smarts on signing day, but they weren't getting like with the money now. My whole thing is like what Ox is talking about is I'm pro NIL. Like I think guys like Cooper Flagg, if you want to get in a Gatorade commercial, you should 1,000%, or a Johnny Manziel wants to sell an autograph, you should be able to make money off your likeness. I read presentations in high school when NIL wasn't even a thing, saying college athletes need to be borderline treated like employees because they pretty much are. But then it gets tricky because you have to do labor rights and associations. It gets weird. But what Ox is saying is, we need to at least have some rules to preserve some level of amateurism because it's the wild, wild west. Now we got football teams at least paying $20 million for a roster just for one season. You got Kenny Dillingham doing a press conference like, I need my donors to give me $20 million, not 5 years for one season. And you got guys like Rick Pitino, because the transfer portal is like every other year with no restrictions now. He's not even recruiting freshmen because he's like, bro, I'm going to go in the tournament with you.
A casual also add in, Herm Edwards said this, by the way, 15 years ago. He used to coach for the Kansas City Chiefs and Jets. Chill knows who he is. Herm Edwards said, this is when we were broke poor. What they should do, and I don't know, Ox, how you feel about this. He said what they should do is that you have a yearly buildup. Every year you're on a scholarship, there's money allotted into an account for your name. And by the time you leave, you have a certain amount of money in the account. That way you don't get paid during your time. But then at the end of it, when you graduate, contending on you graduating, you then get the full access to that money to go, start a business, get a home, whatever. And at the time, bro, he was saying like $50,000. So it wasn't even like it was nothing crazy.
I agree with that. They should do it like that, because when you do it the way that they're doing it now, you're not finna tell me how I can spend my $2 million. I swear to God, it don't make sense for you to tell me how I can spend my $2 million.
I just don't.
I'm not gonna listen to you saying when you tell me I got $20 million to spend and you finna tell me how I'm gonna spend it. That don't make sense.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. But see, Swallow, I've been saying that for a long time. See, I didn't even know Herm Edwards had. I think that's obviously the way it should be. I think the longer you stay in college, the more money you should get. Like freshmen get this much, sophomores, juniors,
I agree with
much more. And then I think that should be waiting for you after. And then even if you graduate with your that's a bump. You know what I'm saying? You get more.
Crazy. Right.
I agree with that.
I think that should be how it happens. And to your point, Drench, because you're giving 19-year-olds a couple $1 million and they're supposed to be college athletes. A lot of these guys, and rightfully so, when you're a child, you don't understand what's going on. I think we're going to see in the next decade or so, we're going to hear stories about
mental health for these kids.
It's going to be all of that. You know what?
Yep.
You know what? There's going to be guys that are going to turn around and sue. You gave me all this money and didn't tell me what to do with it. You ruined my life.
Be something silly
I'm telling you, these guys are going to turn around and blame them for accidents that happened because you guys were negligent. You gave me this much money and let me buy a Hellcat and I didn't know what I was doing. Now and at the same time, type of shit is going to happen. That's going to happen. That's just
but at the same time,
hey Jordan, after this take, we got to move on. Go
all
ahead,
right, but
brother.
you got to think about this too, and that's part of the reason why you don't pay players like as pros, because these guys is getting a lot, especially in college basketball. These guys getting more money than NBA players. Like some of these guys getting more money than NBA players.
Getting all of this money. Meanwhile, I'm watching the Alabama.
No, but I'm not saying that. But that's why. But hold on. This is the point. This is why. But this is why I was about to say I agree with Swiper's point about the Herm Edwards thing. Do it like that, because you got to think about this. These guys getting all that money, and a lot of these NIL dudes don't even go pro sometimes. That's getting all this bread like that. So you live in this lifestyle like you are a pro player. You making this money for maybe 1 or 2 years. The next year you don't make it to the league, NFL, or NBA, or MLB, or whatever sports, brother. You don't know how to get a job. All you know how to do is play sports. You bet you didn't even finish.
That's tough.
Your degree.
It's a tough
You
transition.
transferred 4 or 5 times. So now, your life trajectory was up here, and in 4 years it's finna go slide down because you don't know nothing at 22 years old about investing money, doing it. You don't know that.
Well, technically, these guys go to school, so maybe you can tell the schools, hey, you got to do a mandatory personal finance class or something.
But but casual. And Ron, I'll finish here, Ron. They put when they get you here, this is the issue in the casual. You're right, but some of y'all can test this. When they get you in these programs, they put you in rec center degree. They put you in communications degree. They put you in the easiest possible degree programs.
They put you in basket and weaving.
No, political science, legal studies, and philosophy. I got 3 bachelor's degrees in 4 years. So you can't talk about me. But I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I got 3 bachelor's degrees in 4 years. I'm not one of them. But I'm saying I'm a different case. Most of my teammates from the inner city left 5 years communications degree. because the school put them in that program, and then once you get done,
the
it's
easy
over.
majors that don't have a lot of homework and stuff. Yeah, I mean UNC got. I mean, I think they got away with it, but they got caught about 10 years ago for putting their athletes in fake classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they still do that.
They're not the only ones. But
They definitely
all right,
still
so
do that.
DSG Piccolo said, Ox, speaking of college, DSG Piccolo said, Ox, you see the 7-foot Nigerian girl going to Texas Tech?
Oh, yeah, I saw
I
it.
saw that, and I was my first question was, can she hoop? I saw some videos of her moving around, a little bit, but I don't know.
She went and got a dunk, right? She got a turnaround dunk.
Yeah, I saw.
It was with the left hand, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I just
You saw what I said, though, huh, Ox?
Oh yeah, I did. And you heard you seen my response.
I know there was a 7-foot dude in 1981 that ended up in college, and he turned out pretty good. He had no idea what he was doing when he first started playing, and he turned out to be really
Hakeem
good.
Olajuwon?
Yeah, he actually turned out to be really good. And by the way, Dikembe Mutombo, his first year playing college basketball, he was 21 years old. So I'm gonna put that out there. So the league was
He
way
was a
younger.
professional. No, allegedly he was 21, but he was a professional in his.
No,
in
he's
his
not
country
allegedly.
already.
Yeah, he was 21 years old. When he got drafted, he was 24 years old.
Yeah, he was at least 28, to be honest. But
all right, the next super chat is from Tommy Capone. Tommy said, Mars, we love you. Welcome back. I was about to drop the show without you. Damn. The best ball knowledge on the platform. Big Ox, I still got smoke.
You don't got smoke.
That's insane, Glaze.
A lot of glaze.
You just eating a bunch of powdered donuts. You keep farting. That ain't smoke.
You don't need to expand your intellectual curiosity.
These
Listen
dudes
to what
got
Mar says.
fans. Mars got fans. What the hell?
Yo,
Blade.
Tommy
Does he
Capone,
just know?
if you actually really got smoke with Ox, here's what you got to do. Join up as a member, but you got to be a Hall of Fame member, and we will bring you on stage every Friday, or you never know. You might be able to get on here Monday through Thursday. Just hit me up, and I will get you on stage, and you can air out any differences that you have with Big Ox. We'd love for you to come up here and smoke Big Ox.
You gotta have big balls, big nuts that smoke with me. Not them little squirrel nuts you carrying around. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be one of them to have smoke with me, Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Chill out.
So like Colorado Mountain Oyster kind of things. I got you.
Exactly.
Brokeback Mountain, what?
Be True said that boy Jaime game Detroit. 6-man front runner, ? He'd have been up and down, but him and Norm been the most consistent players on the roster. Jaime Jaquez, 6-man of the year?
I totally.
Yes, he is. He's the
I'm
best
gonna
offensive player in the
apologize
game.
again to Jaime Jaquez because I really screwed that one up. That was one of my losses that I took.
The Lakers
And I
passed
don't take
on
a lot,
for Jalen
But I took that
Hood-Schifino.
loss for sure.
Nice.
I was really wrong about Jaime.
Jay
Jaquez.
Hood's out the league, right?
Who?
Jalen Hood-Schifino. He's out the league.
I
I
think
don't
so.
know who he's playing for
Pretty
if he is in
sure.
the league.
I mean, he's supposed to be out the league. So
Last I saw, he was in Utah or Philly. One of those.
He might just be on the end of the bench or in the.
what
Jalen
made you think about
Hood-Schifino.
him?
I said
He just brought him up.
I said the Lakers
Oh, okay.
passed
Oh,
up
I
on
didn't hear
James
that.
for Jalen Hood-Schifino.
That's why.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mars,
His
what the
last
hell?
season
You
was
guys
last
just
year,
randomly-
Mars. He's not in the
Jalen-
league.
You just weren't randomly hating on him for no reason.
He's not.
Yeah,
in the league.
last
What
time
am I
he was
looking
in
at,
Philly.
dog? That's not it. I know that's not it. That's not what they look like. But shout out.
Ox, what is that?
That's not what he's proposing that they are, but you can buy them.
Is
Rocky
this
Mountain
like
Oyster.
TOS? Like
Them nuts?
What are you showing?
No, they're not. They're not.
Are them ox nuts?
You see that?
No,
No?
we can't read it. You got to read it out loud.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Dang. You gonna eat that?
Shout out Rocky Mountain Oysters.
They are. I mean, you can find them in a lot of places. They're really not.
But you eat that? I never ate Rocky Mountain oysters.
Do you know what those are, Jordan?
No.
They're bulls. They're bulls balls.
Why would somebody eat that? Like, why? in the
Because
world
you have
would
to eat the whole animal. You have to eat the whole animal. You have to.
Respect.
If you hunt animals and you live in the wild,
What is that?
this is a very long tradition, Jordan. You don't let any part of the animal go to waste. I'm not going to explain it to you, but if
Give
you're a
thanks.
hunter, you eat everything. Yes, you eat
Give
everything.
thanks.
What the?
Yep.
Y'all got me
Drench,
jacked.
give-
I didn't hunt. I
give-
got
Jordan, you're such a first world person, and you don't even
You are,
realize.
Jordan.
Yeah, you damn right.
It is.
I'm
You
not
have
eating
to
football.
use every part of the animal.
Jordan, you have to
Respect hunters.
That's what I'm
In
saying,
the
no,
words
Tom,
of the
you
Pops
gotta
from
have
Friday,
big
from the
balls,
rooter to the
man.
tutor,
Stand
you'd have had to do
big
that.
nuts.
No, ain't no
Yes.
rooted to the nuts.
Jordan, you eat eyes, you eat the liver, you eat
Everything.
the spleen, you eat
Everything.
the balls. Everything gets
Everything.
eaten. Everything.
Lingua, you eat
Okay,
the
Somebody
lingua
clip that.
tacos.
Somebody
basil
clip that.
tacos.
As
I
you,
wanna
as,
know why.
as you were saying,
went
Ron,
Somebody clip that.
as you were saying, Ron.
Ron,
All
but at
right,
least we
uh,
do it
I went
to
in Boston.
at
I
least
wanna
people
know why
do
they
it to
buy that.
survive. You just do it for fun. So go ahead. Next super chat. Since we're doing that, somebody
But
clip
hold on,
that.
can Ox
Grant-
answer why did
Grant
he buy
Patel.
that?
Ox, the last time Ron seen them, they weren't inside of a case. I can tell you that much.
Grant Patel sent to a super chat and said, "Did I see Giannis on the PC scores list? LOL. The hate is crazy. Averages more points this season than minutes. Don't want to compare Giannis and Shaq, but Shaq got rated as a scorer, but Giannis doesn't. Averaging 1.01 points per minute. Also, being double teamed every play. One of a kind."
He's awesome as a bucket getter. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think he's a top 10 scorer on the planet.
I think there's an
He's top
objective
five,
top four,
without a doubt.
personally, if you ask me, Mars. There's a top four, and then there's everybody else.
It's no way Giannis falls
What,
below
top four
5.
scorers?
It's just
Yes,
no way.
and then there's everybody else.
Sounds about right.
All right, the next super chat is from Mr. What It Is, Henry. Mr. What It
what's
Is said,
up?
"I should have known better. The Doofus brothers ruined a great show and sent a horrible message to abuse."
Hey, don't spoil.
Victims
Don't spoil.
or
Don't
victims?
spoil. I'm finishing tonight. Don't spoil.
I have no
Ronald,
idea what
don't
y'all
waste
talking
your
about.
time
Don't
watching.
spoil.
Oh, that the Stranger Things?
Yeah, don't spoil.
Oh yeah,
I'm
don't
finishing
spoil.
it tonight.
But yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything
Chill.
about anything with that. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Why
Y'all want
would
to know what
you-
happened?
I don't know. I'm
No,
not
we
watching
don't
it.
wanna
you
know
don't
what
watch
happened,
Stranger
Ron.
Things. You don't watch Stranger Things, Ron.
Yeah, I
so
know.
stop.
I'll tell you.
will
So
not.
do you want me to tell you what happened to 11?
Here we go, bro.
Oh, now I know. Now I don't know.
11 is the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
popular character on the show. What are you talking about?
Swiper, don't let him.
Do you know who
Ron,
Homer
what's the
is
next-
from The
no,
Simpsons?
no,
Do
Swiper,
you
Swiper,
want
don't-
me to
uh-uh.
ruin it for
No,
you
don't
to
ruin
prove
it,
that
Ron.
I know
What's the next super chat,
Stranger
Ron?
Things?
We know you know. We
Do
want
you know who Eddie Murphy
Actually,
is
I
in
know, I
want
know.
Coming to America?
You
Ron
know
to
I
say
know.
it, so
Like,
I want to
don't
hear
let
his
him
like
do-
big
Ron, don't-
spoiler. I actually want to see.
Hey,
what
wait, hold
big
on, chill.
spoilers he came up
What was the main actor's name on Friends?
Swiper.
Not Joey.
Swiper.
Um,
I seen the episode. It
I've
was
never
2
watched
hours
an
long.
episode
I
of Friends in
watched
my
the whole
life, and I can
thing.
tell you.
What was his name?
Anyway,
Well, it
move on to the
depends.
next super chat.
I mean, Friends
was-
had like
could-
6 main characters.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's either Jennifer Aniston.
It could have been Jennifer
or, you know,
Aniston. It
it
could have
was-
been.
it
And
was
I don't,
Monica.
I've not watched one episode of
You
that
said
show. I'm
actor.
processing that show.
So
by heart.
her name was
You think so?
Rachel. Her name was
Not
Rachel in the
Rachel.
show. So it was
Yeah,
Rachel,
Rachel.
Monica, Ross. Those were like the main
Ross.
three.
That's
But
who
then
I-
you had
that's what I
Joe.
thought.
Then you had Joey, Chandler, and Phoebe, who are
Yeah.
also in the top 6. But they were.
Phoebes.
You know too much.
Why would I
Ella.
know?
Even,
knows
even,
the
even
6 main
though,
characters.
even though Swiper just brought up. So, ladies and gentlemen at home, even though Swiper just brought up Friends, there was a show called Living Single.
Living Single,
which was
exactly.
Friends before Friends. Just want to put that out there. So,
Hey, y'all want another
Actually, never
spoiler?
seen that show.
And Friends was better.
Friends was not
Another
Living
spoiler.
Single. No, it wasn't. But go ahead.
For an episode that's gonna drop tomorrow, the Seahawks are gonna beat the shit out the 49ers. And you gonna be mad on Monday.
I don't think the Seahawks have punted in like a month. So good
They
luck.
definitely did. Yeah, just not
All
too long
right,
ago.
we gonna keep it going.
Hey, 49ers, man. Hey, I'm telling
Pretty
you right
confident
now.
that on. Pretty
If
confident
George
last-
Kittle's playing chill, they about to walk Seattle if he plays.
Pretty confident last Sunday. We scored every time we had the ball. I just want to put that out there. I don't think
I got
punted.
100 on it.
Bad defense.
But go ahead. Go ahead, Ron.
100
As you
more?
saying. Go ahead, Ron.
Anybody got them oysters that Ox got? Anybody got a pair of those? All right.
You're going to the playoffs.
Can you
with Sam
explain
Darnold
why
as
did
your
you buy that?
quarterback. So I mean,
It's
congrats.
food.
With who?
You're going into the
You
playoffs
go
with
grocery
Sam
shopping,
Darnold
Drew?
as your quarterback.
I
So
don't
and-
get that at the
Back
grocery
to
store.
back 13
and
win
knowing
season.
Ox, Jordan, Ox is probably going to feed that to his dog. You know, if you can feed dogs that too. I mean, dogs eat it, people eat it.
I don't have a dog right now. So.
Okay, yeah, and people
So,
eat it.
so is that
It's
the
a
reason why?
natural
Is
food.
that the reason why they say oysters? So that's what oysters are. I had no idea what oysters
An
are. That's what
aphrodisiac?
oysters
No, oysters are
No,
different.
that's real oysters.
Oysters are an aphrodisiac, not
You've never
not
had a
Rocky
real
Mountain
oyster?
oysters.
No, I don't eat oysters. They look disgusting.
Well, guess what? When Ron was standing over you, he put a pair
Come
of
on,
oysters
Swiper,
right.
Here we
Quit
go.
telling
Here we
people
go.
that
Ron,
that's
what's next,
true.
Ron? Where we at, Ron? We getting close, Ron.
Pip-
Come on, brother.
Pip named
be lying on me.
said Jordy is done with Cam Thomas. This is 3 coaches
You
in
were asleep,
5
so you would
years.
remember.
And
Jordy is done with Cam Thomas. This is 3 coaches in 5 years, and his LSU coaches who've said he doesn't pass or defend. Swiper, you were right. better, or we are better without him.
Agree. Cam Thomas, backup guard somewhere.
He can be a nice 6-man somewhere. I mean, there's been Cam Thomas types who won 6-man of the year. So
Right. He's just a spark plug player. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, give me
him in
Keyshawn
time.
George. Big fan Breezy, also a New York Nets fan or a Brooklyn Nets fan, said KD said Cam Thomas has a bright future. Yegor, second in 3-pointers made out of all rookies. We better than the Wizards. Nets building something with Jordan.
I agree with that
Everything?
last part. Well,
Nets are building
those
something.
Diego being second in threes is just a fact. It's not for me to agree or disagree with. KD saying Cam Thomas has a bright future is also a fact. He did say that. But yeah, I agree with the one opinion that he put out. Yeah.
Shout out to Brooklyn Nets. The next super chat we got is from Spanish Jose TV. Spanish said, Jermaine O'Neal is the greatest pacer. 6-time All-Star, 18 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 2.4 blocks in Indiana.
Jermaine O'Neal was great.
Is he?
Yes, he was.
Reggie Miller.
Yes,
did
His
yes.
good.
son had a
To me-
good game the other night.
Jermaine O'Neal was great.
How
You
many,
could go
how
back
many
to
years
like
did he
the
play?
70s and say like Mel Daniels and them, but I'm gonna just stick with Reggie.
All right, shout out Jermaine. Optimal Focus said, Ox, leave my Wizards alone. That's my trash team. Move your own team. DC is one of the biggest sports markets out there.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't. You know, I was just saying like a lot of people earlier in the season were in the comments like, oh, just get rid of the Kings. You know, like, well, why not the Wizards if they haven't won more than 25 games in the past?
Because they're not moving a team out of
Whoever
DC.
Whoever
Wow.
knows.
They're I don't
DC
think-
need a team.
they're not
that's
moving a
fine.
team out of DC.
That's
Yeah, as
fine.
they
I'm not.
should.
I don't really care if they move DC. None of that was me really. You think I'm gonna campaign to move the Wizards? I don't give a shit. Like I was just talking shit back to the chat. Don't get all uptight, Caswell. It's not a big deal.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying if
not-
any team in the league, like any
It won't-
market, Sacramento's
it
probably
won't-
the worst market.
It won't be the Kings.
I mean, Oklahoma City's pretty bad
Because
too.
It definitely won't be the Kings. They tried that. We don't go for that in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? We're not like other cities that allow our teams to get moved. You know what I'm saying? We rock for our team. We're sold out every night, no matter how many games we win. So we don't go for that in Sacramento.
Yeah, it must be good for that dude from New York to get season tickets.
Well, he lives in California. He lived in California for a long time, and his season tickets are 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? It's serious. It's basketball is serious in Sacramento.
Austin MJ said, even though Alex Sarr is already a top 5 rim protector and the Wizards are a net 16th overall and just under 500 over the past 10 games? Question mark. Huh? Even though
Yeah.
this?
They're still bad,
5-5 in 10 games.
and they only got
Shout out
8
the
wins.
Wizards.
And they got 8 wins for the season. That's what we average.
Mars, I do want to say this. For a team to lose 30 straight games and for a team to finish worse than them, I mean, yes, for a team that like the Wizards to be worse than them, it's fucking crazy.
They suck.
That's all.
They just didn't go on a losing streak as bad, but they suck.
Yeah, 30 straight games is crazy. And for y'all, what they had one more win?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane. That's fucking insane right there. There's no way you go the team going on a 30-game losing streak and your ass got one more win in there. Yeah, that's insane.
DC 202 sent through a super chat and said, Madison Booker is nice. Sarah Strong is the best in the country, though. Game so smooth.
Doesn't Sarah Strong look a lot bigger this year than she looked last year? Or am I tripping?
No, she was big last year.
Yeah, she just looks huge.
The girls
this
is
year.
big.
God damn.
She never looks small to me.
Yeah, I'm not saying she looks small. She just looked bigger, like taller, bigger, everything. She just looks huge this year. I don't know.
However, it's not Madison Booker and it's not Sarah Strong. It is not Olivia Miles, even though I love Olivia Miles. It's not Audie Crooks either.
Yeah,
Hannah
we know.
Hidalgo
We know.
is hands down the best player in the country.
But why you say things
Shout
like
out
hands
Flau'jae,
down?
too. Because she's hands down the best player in the country.
All right.
Sock Haley sent through a super chat and said the Dallas Mavericks still suck. But hey, shout out Anthony top 5 Davis.
Yeah,
AB
who's at
hasn't
6
been
on our
top
list?
5 in a while. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, shout out to you guys. I vehemently disagreed with that.
Yeah, so did I. We
Yeah.
got a lot of pushback there.
All right, fellas, we got some new members, but before I shout out any of our new members, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out our Hall of Famers. That's Kingster MH, Rav Deer, DNE MLV, Drago FC, Small Boxes, The Veil Perspective, Bulletproof, Cheese, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kenny. Salute to y'all. If you're not a Hall of Famer, join up because it comes with a ton of perks. And on top of that, you have carte blanche to say whatever you want in the chat about any of the goofies in the chat, and you got a little wrench next to your name too. Join up as a Hall of Famer, y'all. Shout out to these new members, by the way, too. DC 20290. Shout out to DC. Timothy LP Johnson. Salute to him. Don the Speaker also became a new member. Oh, and then another member too that just joined up. Drenchman's Fake Beard also became a YouTube member.
Got banned on day one.
Got banned on the chat and became a member.
Hey, that's how you come in and kick the doors down. Tough Bradley said, "Chill. Did you ever get to meet Biggie Smalls?"
I didn't, and I wish I would have. I wish I could have got an opportunity because I heard he was
before Diddy got to him.
Yeah, I never met Big. No, I did not.
I'm all the way there. Y'all see that documentary? I'm all the way there.
Did meet Busta Rhymes. Did meet Tretch, Diamond D, KRS-One, MC Light. Met a bunch of MCs.
Jordan, did you watch that doc?
Yeah,
no, Diddy is everything that you think he is.
Everything.
Y'all believe everything you see on TV.
Yeah, I know for a fact he got 12, 14 bodies on him for sure.
He's everything.
How you know that for a fact? So
Because the concert he threw was 9. Nine people died at that first concert that he threw. 9 people died. That was the first one.
Oh,
you can't possibly know these things, right? But
so they do know. You can literally like read them.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna go that far on it. It's just a documentary from somebody. That's all it is, bro.
What?
Who's somebody?
Man,
Who's somebody?
50.
Yeah.
Like it's a documentary.
That's not even happening. That's not even happening. Not even the first concert. We can get to it later. Hey, guess what? When we do the PC culture, and it's gonna be me, Jordan, Ox, Chill.
Oh no, you're not invited. You're not invited.
I'll do it myself. That's the great thing. I can do it myself too. But it will be great. I'm telling you, that show gonna be crazy.
No real player.
Hey, Swiper. Hey, that show's coming soon too.
Yeah, you're not no real player.
No real player. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Because you're not invited.
Jordan, you're Diddy. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.
What?
Yo.
It is Chris Jones sent through a members chat and said, "Has Kawhi now become the best of the old heads?"
No, because KD's still around.
Oh,
Kawhi's better than KD.
Yeah,
no.
Right, Mars?
Scoring ceiling is like higher than KD.
Mars,
I'll go. Cool. KD no top 10 scorer apparently. So I don't know.
Neither is Kawhi.
Apparently neither of them are good at anything.
I might tap in on the press box. I'll catch y'all later on.
Man, y'all know
right.
Kawhi better than KD, man. Come on.
No, I don't know that. So
all right, we got one more new member.
He's not even older than 35. I don't know. He was grouped in with them.
Right, Kawhi 34.
Well, knees, his knees add some,
some years to it. Yeah.
He's 39.
Bang Bang Lulu became a new YouTube member. Shout out my dog, Bang Bang Lulu. And last but not least, Braxton One said, Ron looked like a AAVE Chris Middleton.
I don't know what that means, but
me neither. I don't. Yeah, it went over our head. But y'all, it has been fun. It has been real. We will be back tomorrow. Well, Monday. So y'all know what time it is. Pull up, chill with you tomorrow.
Me and the big fella.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow.
Me and the big fella. Yes, sir. We here.
Talk about how Kawhi's the top 5 player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you got it. What time you guys going?
Noon Eastern.
Yes, sir. That's us.
Y'all be sure to pull up with Chill tomorrow at noon Eastern. In the meantime, join the Splash Sports Player Survivor Contest. Deadline's January 10th. We will catch you guys on Monday. Same place, same time. Y'all know what it is. We out.
Merry Christmas.